If you're safety focused with a passion for great service, you've got what it takes to move your career forward at CSX. Apply at csx.com/careers. That's csx.com/careers. CSX is an equal opportunity employer.
Helzberg Diamonds presents the guy who hit a home run with an engagement ring. Andy was on a mission to find the perfect engagement ring. But where to start? He did research, went online, asked his best friend for advice.
Hey, for engagement rings, where should I...
Helzberg.
Andy went to Helzberg Diamonds. At Helzberg, Andy found an incredible selection of lab-grown and natural diamonds, certified and guaranteed to be of the highest quality. He also found help choosing a custom setting from Julie, a Helzberg diamond expert.
Don't worry, we got this.
Plus, he learned about Helzberg's special financing options, so Andy could get the perfect ring for her with a payment plan that was perfect for him. And when it was time to propose, he got the reaction he wanted.
Wow, you really hit it out of the park, babe.
Mission accomplished. Be like Andy. Find the ring of her dreams at a Helzberg store near you or at helzberg.com. And right now, take advantage of special financing offers. Hurry, offer ends soon.
When you get a call from a top NBA player who was injured in a car crash by a drunk driver and faces a career-ending injury, you know you must bring your A game. And you also feel grateful that your reputation as the world's largest injury firm with hundreds and hundreds of verdicts and billions in recoveries for our clients has been recognized. Results matter, reputation matters, choices matter. There's only one Morgan & Morgan, or thepeople.com.
I've got muscular dystrophy. That means my muscles are weak and it can be hard to breathe.
Now is a scary time for everyone, as we are at a higher risk for respiratory infections.
In good times and bad, the Muscular Dystrophy Association helps kids live with neuromuscular disease. The pandemic places more than 200,000 adults and children with muscular dystrophy at a greater risk.
Breathing is often hard when you live with a neuromuscular disease.
But the Muscular Dystrophy Association is here to help.
MDA is what ensures they receive critical medical care at one of over 150 care centers across the U.S.
During COVID-19, kids like me are at a greater risk.
The Muscular Dystrophy Association needs your support now more than ever.
COVID-19 won't stop us. To learn how you can help, please visit helpmda.org. Thank you.
97.5 The Fanatic is an equal opportunity employer and is dedicated to performing broad outreach to fill job vacancies at the station. We seek the help of local community organizations in referring qualified applicants to our station. Community organizations that wish to receive our job postings should contact the Fanatic's business office by calling 610-771-9750. We also encourage listeners to visit bbgi.com, where you'll find an online listing of job openings at Beasley Media Group, LLC. WPEN, Burlington, Philadelphia, a Beasley Media Group station, home of the most entertaining sports talk in Philadelphia. 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Good morning. Thought I'd help you wake up.
It's 6 a.m., and you're listening to The John Kincade Show on 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Let the party begin!
The show starts now.
You heard that right. We're getting your hump day started early. John Kincade Show on 97.5 The Fanatic. Hopefully you're going to have an amazing Wednesday, and if we can be a little bit of a part of it, we would greatly appreciate it. Stay with us. Tell your family. Tell your friends. Stream us all day long. Listen in on the app. Listen at 97.5thefanatic.com. You can listen on your listen on terrestrial radio, as they say, in your car. I listen to terrestrial radio every single day in my car. Put it on.
As do I.
Hear the tunis. Hear the. I'm gonna hear the best show ever. I don't know if still if
you
I'm
didn't
saying
sell that
right.
question mark.
The best show ever.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hear that coming up on August the 1st. So there's lots of things. I hear Devon Givens yesterday afternoon. Here on The Fanatic. So stick with us all day long, and hopefully we will be your accompaniment in the summertime. Our 6 a.m. sponsors, Bradford White Water Heaters. Bradford White is here for the pro. Coach gets you started with a mind bender. If you do this at all, statistics show you're most likely to do it on a Wednesday right around 7 p.m. What is it? If you do it at all, you do it on a Wednesday night at 7 p.m.
Wednesday. Oh, 7 p.m.
7 p.m.?
It's an odd time for sex.
That's an odd.
Is there an odd time for sex?
I mean, it's all
seriously.
fine times for sex, but I wouldn't.
But that's an odd time.
Yeah, I wouldn't guess
7
7
is
o'clock.
odd.
Kids, dinner.
Kids are up.
Bedtime. In front of the kids? That's sick, Bob.
Kids are in the. What do you do? Kids?
I would say have a beer. Because Wednesday,
On a
Thursday.
Wednesday night?
Wednesday, Thursday, I usually go, all right.
Yeah, but if you're most likely to do it on a Wednesday night?
Well, it's the middle of the week.
I thought Friday and Saturday would be most likely to have a beer.
Well,
let the boy watch. Balance the checkbook.
Friday and Saturday beers go without saying.
Coach,
it's the
that's a
weeknight
given.
beer.
Coach, how about mow the lawn?
No, that's 8 o'clock on Saturday morning.
Yeah, I'm trying to rule everybody out, but Jamie, the people who are considered. Pat, you have an idea?
I'll go with sex, but with
Attaboy, Pat.
yourself.
Oh, okay. That could be a theory.
You're an idiot.
Because not everyone's in a relationship, Bobby.
7 o'clock, though?
Wednesday.
Just an odd time.
Sex is definitely not the answer. I know that.
Right around Jeopardy?
All right,
Oh,
what's
yeah.
the answer?
According to Wine Aficionado magazine.
Love it.
It is have a glass of wine.
I think beer
You were
applies.
on it.
Wednesday
Yeah,
night?
Jamie was on it.
Yeah.
Most likely Wednesday?
Yeah, Wednesday or Thursday we usually
Wednesday's
do
like the least likely in our house.
It's the only night of the week we pick and choose whether it's Wednesday or Thursday, but it's we
Really?
do a happy hour before dinner, yeah.
But what do you do Saturday and Sunday and Friday and Saturday and Sunday when you actually have off and you're not working?
Well,
Two
that's
happy
just a
hours.
drink
Well, then,
fest. I mean,
then why would you be most likely to do it on Wednesday night?
Because it's the first time of the week. Typically we don't drink Sunday, Monday,
Oh,
Tuesday.
okay.
Then by Wednesday, Thursday, you're like, all right, I took 3-4 days off. I'm good.
Hey, Bradford White water heaters are here for the pro. We appreciate Bradford White letting the liver have a little chance to recover.
Yeah, I've always heard that 48 hours is a mandatory rest.
Really, I didn't know that.
Yeah, for the old liver.
Dr. Lynch,
Yeah.
Pat, you have a well-rested liver because you don't drink.
I wouldn't go that far.
What do you mean?
I don't think pounding Mountain Dews the way that I have in my my time here on Earth has done the liver a lot of good.
I don't. Do Mountain Dews hurt the liver?
Well, I mean, for years I
They
thought
don't help it.
Dr.
I thought
Cooney,
it was healthy because it's dew from a mountain, but apparently it's not.
It's not?
It's actually a bunch of chemicals and stuff, and they mix it together. And it's
From a
delicious.
sugar factory.
Yeah, but I mean, it's a misleading title.
It is. It does sort of mislead you a little bit.
It sounds healthy.
The All-Star game last night, boring as hell. I tried. The National League didn't hit for whatever. I think it was like 3, maybe 4 innings. They didn't hit. Didn't even get a hit. They were terrible. It was just that was a low energy game. Like there just didn't seem like there was anything to it.
Yeah, it wasn't a lot of fun. The most fun I got out of it was the guys being mic'd up.
Yeah.
That's always cool.
I like that you have an active pitcher on the mound talking about what he's going to throw, what he's thinking to throw. I thought that was cool. They had Garrett Cole and they had a pitcher from the National League talking at the same time and talking to each other. I thought that was fun. But after that, yeah, there wasn't a whole lot to get into.
I didn't miss Joe Buck at all.
See,
I
I
know
do.
you guys,
I don't know why
love Joe Buck.
you're
No, I'm just saying I didn't miss
Buck.
Joe Buck at
Love
all.
Joe
I didn't miss
Who
him
was
at
the
all.
guy? It was the
Dodgers guy.
played by
I thought he was good.
Dave.
Yeah, something. He's going to be on everything.
I've seen
Joe
him on
Davis?
Joe Davis. I've
Yeah.
seen him on TBS during the playoffs and things like that. I thought he did a nice job.
Look, I'm not saying everybody has to like Joe Buck, but Joe Buck brings a certain big game element to it that I think is missing, and it's hard
Really?
shoes to fill. Yeah, when you hear Joe Buck, you're hearing.
You know it's a big game.
Yeah, it's either game of the week, World Series, All-Star game. You know,
I like this Joe Davis. He wasn't offering any analysis. He was just letting the analysts do it.
Yeah, but
I enjoyed that.
it didn't feel big.
See,
That's the Joe Buck effect.
Didn't feel big to you. Well, I mean, his insights on hitting and everything like that are huge.
Well, it's the guy that played the game.
I mean, he really did. He played that game to such a high level. Jonathan Papelbon stole the day, though, being critical of the Phillies organization and Bryce Harper. He's getting interviewed, Papelbon, and he decides to just really sort of go off. When he has his opportunity, he's going to take a shot at the Phillies organization. He doesn't like them. He said their pitching's okay, their bullpen's okay, but in order to be a good team and have a postseason run, you have to have leadership. I don't think the Phillies have any of that. I want to take that statement in and of itself. Just that first statement. Do you argue with Jonathan Papelbon on leadership of the Phillies?
Jonathan Papelbon talks about not liking the Phillies. Jonathan Papelbon, tell me one team that likes you.
Well, that's what
who likes Jonathan Papelbon? No one.
Jonathan Papelbon
does.
I just what he says, it's laughable. Were the Phillies in a horrible time? I think they lost probably like 90 games most of the time that he was here in the 4 years that he was here. They were horrible, and he called them a bleep show. Okay, maybe they were, but who the hell are you? Like,
why is he the spokesman?
The leadership of the Phillies. When was the last time we heard Jonathan Papelbon be around the Phillies organization?
Well, that's the key is that, and we can ask Ricky about it tomorrow. I was told yesterday by someone close to the Phillies that Jonathan Papelbon has no ties at all to the Phillies organization anymore. He's not a guy who hangs out around them. He's not a guy that is
has friends in the clubhouse.
I mean, he's not like
No.
He doesn't have the ties. So whatever he's talking about is just what he's, I guess, either reading or thinking.
It's the diarrhea coming out of his mouth with just something that's happened.
He calls him a sheesh show.
Yeah, I mean, what the hell does he know about the Phillies?
And he said the Phillies are chaotic. Look, I understand that there is every reason to look at the Phillies organization the last bit of a run and to say they've looked a little chaotic. They've looked like an organization that doesn't know what they're doing. But then he criticizes them for getting rid of Joe Girardi, Pat. And I just say at that point, he isn't paying attention. He's not connected.
I was out on this entire Jonathan Papelbon diatribe of nonsense when he basically brought up that he came with Roy Halladay and Cliff Lee, and then they got injured, and that's when it went downhill. No, dude, you didn't. You came when the door was shut. You came when Roy Halladay was cooked. You came when Cliff Lee was done. Like, you came in the back end, and that's why so many fans, including myself, hated your contract, was because it made no sense. The fan base recognized that the window was closed, and then they signed your stupid ass to a ridiculous contract, and then you popped off when you were here. You went and got in a fight with Bryce Harper, so I don't expect you to say anything nice. And then you come out and you point to the fact that they fired Joe Girardi, and that's why
that's a reason they're
dude. Just go away. Just piss off.
Here's one thing too, though, is I don't remember. I remember the incident with Papelbon and Bryce Harper, but I don't remember the surrounding data of it. But one thing that did surprise me going back and reading about it last night, both of them had support within their team.
Yeah. It was a hustle play to first, I believe.
And there was support there was criticism of Papelbon, there was criticism of Harper.
But Harper,
so it wasn't
7 years ago is not the Bryce Harper today.
Correct.
Yeah,
was
he a rookie?
No, he was like second or third year.
Yeah.
And, he was probably
young
perceived
kid.
as the young hotshot
and he was, and he was
all
not,
that.
and I don't believe Bryce Harper is the same guy that Jonathan Papelbon met with. Now, there are people who have questioned Bryce Harper's leadership for a long time, though, in baseball circles, whether he's a guy who is that leader. I can tell you this. He leads by example.
Yeah.
He leads by his work ethic. He leads by his performance on the field. I don't think you have to be, and Bob, you've covered a lot of teams knee deep. You do not have to be a rah-rah guy to be a leader.
No.
You can be
some of the best leaders are the most quiet guys in the locker room, clubhouse, whatever it is. They lead by example. Guys gravitate towards them because of their leadership abilities by not having to say, I am the leader.
And I don't think Papelbon was ever accused of being a leader by anybody. I don't think he could lead a bachelor party to a strip club. I mean, he
might be able to do that.
He's not a guy who embodied teammate. He's not a guy who embodied team at all. He was never a team guy. He was always about me, talking about me, getting involved in issues with him. So, look, is the one thing I would just say is that Papelbon has a chance to be proven really wrong. He's looking at it as the Phillies are disarray. The Phillies are going nowhere. Phillies don't have leadership. I don't even know if he realizes that they're sitting in the wild card position.
Probably not.
That they've got, nobody controls destiny because destiny can't be controlled, but they're sitting there right now. They will determine whether they make the postseason or not, and they've got a pretty easy path to do it. If they fall short, anything short of catastrophic injury keeping them out of the postseason, which, by the way, it shouldn't. That shouldn't be the excuse that anybody uses. Papelbon has a chance to be proven right.
Yeah.
This team collapses. then he has a chance to maybe be proven right.
He's clearly not the sharpest tool in the shed, because he went on to say, yeah, with Bryce Harper and the injuries mounting up, I don't know what's going on with this guy. Fingers and face. What's going on with this guy is he's taking 100-mile-an-hour pitches to the face, the fingers, the hand.
Like, I don't understand.
Like, what the hell are you talking about, Jonathan Papelbon?
What, is he supposed to have some sort of superhuman, he can get hit by 100-mile-an-hour fastballs in the face and not get hurt?
Yeah, like, the whole thing was just strange.
He took his opportunity to air every grievance he could.
Yeah.
And why?
Yeah,
because that's who he is. Bob, that's who he is.
He's the guy that grabs the crotch when you boo him and, gives the salute to the stadium. That's the type of guy
That's who he is.
Yeah, I love when guys like that talk about other guys not being respected, or whatever. Well, you have a good reference to draw on, because
Correct.
you're not liked by many people hardly at all.
I wrote a piece that's going to be published up on the 97.5thefanatic.com website regarding this issue. Content on that. Woo!
We love content.
Because I went back and looked at Papelbon and Harper, and I didn't realize at the time, though, that Harper took as much critique as he did, because I don't remember that. I remember him just being the wonder kid. I don't remember him being
I think he was going through like
aloof,
a flashy, a hot dog, kind of stage. And
which, by the way, many people, when they're like below the age of 21 and making tons of money and are superstars, sometimes act a little bit like that, and then they learn different.
And Papelbon had to be the grizzled veteran that doesn't allow that, and went after him.
Yeah, BS.
Yeah.
All right, so we all hate Jonathan Papelbon. Pat, is that sort of like the bow we can put on that thing?
Yeah, I hated him for a while now.
Did you ever buy the jersey before you hated him?
No. I hated that contract so much.
So is that a determinant on Scherzer buying?
That's part of it. I mean, I haven't forgiven Ruben Amaro for it. It was stupid. If you waited a week, you didn't give up your team's first-round draft pick, but you just had to go get a closer. It's dumb.
Yeah. By the way, Rube, again, and I will raise my hand on this. I was not a fan of Rube in the booth last year. He's grown by leaps and he is what I enjoy when I see it's a Ruben game.
I'll take him over some of the others.
I think he really does. He's just. I think he's taken his game to a whole nother level.
Well, it's what I've come to really like about Ruben, and I think most people don't remember this, and probably the younger people, they just think of him as the former Phillies GM, and like Pat brought up some of the bad moves that he made. He played the game.
Yes, he did.
There was a time when Lenny Dykstra got hurt, and he came in and had to step in and play center field, and he had like a 2-week run that was really, really good, and you thought, oh man, maybe they can do without Dykstra for a little bit, whatever. But besides his GM stuff, he played the game. And I think he's labeled a GM by many, many people, younger people in this city, and understandably so.
Understandably, yeah.
But he has that resume of playing the game, coming up through the minors, playing in the majors, and then being a general manager also.
He was in the Goldbergs, Bob, don't forget.
Oh, yeah. He plays his father in the Goldbergs.
I think there was just an energy. To me, there was an energy lacking with him in the booth that I think has changed. He's mastered the 20-second soundbite too now. Like, he's really gotten good at explaining stuff really, really quickly.
He's confident.
Yeah, I really like it. I like it. It is good. You mean it's sort of one of those things, Bob, where he leaned into the job and now he's doing a fine job with it. So good job on Ruben's part there. College Ave student loans. Summer's a crazy time of year if you've got a college-bound student. We're like less than 4 weeks out sending ours off. So go to collegeave.com to figure out how you're going to pay for it. Take the stress out of how you pay for college by my friends at College Ave Student Loans. They will take great, great care of you, and you will find some fantastic ways to help pay for college, which will put you in a good position. If I asked you one thing, I was reading back on a recap of the Eagles' 2021 season. I'm so excited for the Eagles season to get here and to see what 2022 is. And I said it again. Other than the 2018 season, I can't think of a season that I was just anticipating more. Seeing this team, wanting to know, how things were going to go. And it's a hell of a lot different when you are a Super Bowl champ, defending Super Bowl champ, and just realizing how's that going to feel as a fan compared to this team, which is a team on the rise. I look back at last year. If I told you could change one thing about the 2021 season that you believe would have yielded better results than the 9-8 that they ended up with, or 9-9 that they ended up with if you go that route. If I asked you to change one thing, because it sort of got into the conversation yesterday about the play calling. And to me, that's sort of where it starts, is the idea that Nick Sirianni, and I put it at, if Nick Sirianni hadn't called the plays, if Steichen had called the plays all year long, I really believe the Eagles are a better team than 9-8. Now, does it mean that they are a team that would have won a playoff game? I don't know. I have no idea. Does it believe that they would have beaten out Dallas for the division? I doubt it. But I think they would have been a better team. And I like the way that the things turned. And I would have loved to have seen that full body work. The first 7 games, and I went back and charted the numbers yesterday. It is horrendous how bad that 7 games actually was. The fact that they were 2-5 and that they turned the season around really is an incredible story that they need a 30 for 30 on, because absolutely the philosophy, completely changed. But if I was to ask you, Bob, of something else, if you could pick the one thing that wouldn't have happened in 2021 that could have changed it, or something that could have been switched around, what would it have been?
There's no question that is the obvious answer. Listen to these numbers,
That's
John.
why I stole it, Bob.
Yeah, 35, 23, 39, 48, 37, 26, 34. You know what those numbers are?
Prolific offense?
Pass attempts by Jalen Hurts in the first 7 games.
Oh, no. Horrible.
I mean, seriously, 35, 39, 48, 37, 34. Listen to those numbers.
It's horrible.
That is ridiculous. Yeah, you change that up, you have a good chance of winning a San Francisco game maybe. You have a chance of winning, I don't know, maybe a Tampa game early on in the year, the Las Vegas game that we went to. They started to do a little bit of the run game, but then Miles Sanders got hurt in the middle of the game. But, yeah, you probably could have won 1 or 2 more games, or maybe could have won 1 or 2 more games simply by having better play calling. There's no question about it. Now, if you want to take it a step further, I don't know if I would have had Alex Singletary as my starting middle linebacker for all those games.
I wish he was Singletary.
Or Singleton, I mean.
Singleton.
I always say Singletary and hope that he turned into Singletary.
Well, one I would say is so one of my buddies yesterday, I asked the question. I said, well, he goes, what are you doing? I said, I'm doing some show prep, and I said, what's something that could have changed last season? He said, the San Francisco game.
That's the one I've been looking at. I was studying the box score of that game because that one really pissed me off.
But his answer was Brandon Graham not going down.
Oh, yeah, that's a big one. I think that had a huge effect.
He thinks it had a big effect on that game, and then he thinks it had a big effect on the season going forward.
If I remember correctly, he was doing really well that game. Yeah, that's a huge one. His presence was his absence was felt.
He goes, if Brandon Graham doesn't go down, that team does better.
Because what I talked about recently with Brandon Graham, I think he's essential to the run game with them. And I feel like they started getting gashed a little bit right after BG went down.
And if you start 2-0, your season sort of has a different vibe to it.
11 points at home.
Oh, my gosh.
And there was points on the field. Wasn't that the game Quez had
I was there.
The 90-yard play and didn't score somehow?
It was not. It was the game that what's his name? Rager ran out of bounds on the touchdown.
That was the Watkins one where had a 91-yard reception
and didn't score.
Right.
And they didn't.
It was actually credit to Jalen Hurts. That was a nice ball.
They didn't score. Pat, do you have any theory about something that could have changed it if one thing was done differently or one thing didn't happen? Anything?
The Brandon Graham one is interesting, but honestly, no. I mean, I think maybe if they ran the ball right at the gate, but that's about it.
So you think it's like they are who they?
Yeah,
they are who they were.
I mean, I think in a lot of ways they lucked out. They overachieved. Nobody really thought they were going to be that kind of a team. Nobody thought they were going to be a playoff team for sure. And
no, absolutely not.
They did. So I mean, looking at like how could they have gotten better, I don't have an answer for it.
I'll tell you what. We talked about it a little bit yesterday, John. How about if they were more prepared to begin the season?
Mm-hmm. That's a storyline. That is a storyline that's going to rear its ugly head later on in the show today, Bobby. And yes.
Like you look at that.
They actually prepared better.
That San Francisco game, just an instance, they had 8 penalties that game.
It was terrible.
I mean, they scored 11 points, like Jamie said. There were so many things that were just off about that team in a game that you could have stolen. I'll put that in air quotes. You could have stolen that game and started 2-0. You're right.
I listened to Chunas and Jamie on the way home on the post game that day in the traffic jam that consistently keeps you trapped down there.
Events.
And it was just painful to listen to you guys because it was not to listen, of course. That was a great listen.
But that was a winnable game.
Yes.
And it was, that one probably ticked me off the most of last season.
I think it was the biggest giveaway of the year.
Yeah, it's definitely.
What about the Giant game? You know, maybe the one.
Yeah,
Giant
that was
game. The Giant game was terrible.
That was horrible.
That was a horrible game, and Hurts.
I feel like Tampa was there for the taking too, if I remember correctly.
I don't remember. I don't think that was 28-7.
No, that was 28-22.
No, it was 28-7 though.
Yeah, one of these games was it the Chargers? Maybe
Chargers game was right there.
Chargers was takeable.
You were tied.
Yeah.
You were tied with 6 minutes to go at home with the Chargers, and so there were some games that were definitely there for you. Real quick, Tom in Alabama. Tom, what could have changed, Tommy?
Well, of course, the play calling, but, the deal with Sirianni, at least he was smart enough, or I should say had the personality to say, hey, I'm not getting it done. Let somebody else do it that maybe knows a little bit more than I do, which I like. And, I feel good about Sirianni. And when they, like you just mentioned, 2-5 coming off at the wheels, he had the flower thing and everything else. I mean, it could have been a disaster, man.
I applaud him, Tom. I mean, I do, and I do applaud him for that, even though some people have tried to tell me that they don't believe that Sirianni took the play calling away from himself, that they believe it was taken away from him.
Yeah, I don't agree with that at all.
I don't either. I think he made that call. I really do.
I mean, look, you have an ownership group that wants you to throw the ball. Why would they take away throwing the ball?
And I applaud him for and if it was taken away from him, I'll even applaud him more for the fact that he didn't. There was no sulking. There was no stink. There was no sulking. He was a team first coach and a team first guy. All right, coming up a question I heard Chunas talk about it yesterday, and it's one where I have zero interest. It's the John Kincade Show here on 97.5 The Fanatic. If you're getting ready to move, or if your wife's been begging you to clean out that garage, or maybe you're doing a remodeling job around the house, let me tell you this. The Bagster is going to be your best friend. It is the most convenient and affordable way to help with your cleanup. I love the Bagster. It's an easy, easy choice. And at $29.99, you can take care of a Bagster yourself. You set it up. It's simple. It's easy. You can put this thing together. There's no time limits on it. You go buy it, you fill it up, and then you schedule a pickup. It is completely on demand. You go to thebagster.com, and you find the store nearest you. We're talking Home Depot, Lowe's, or your favorite home improvement store, even the one that smells right. And you go and you grab yourself a Bagster. You get done with the cleanup, and then you move on with your next project. It's John Kincade telling you to clean it up with the Bagster. It's a dumpster in a bag.
The John Kincade Show.
You can't just tag no offense on the end of something horribly offensive and act like it's okay.
On 97.5 The Fanatic. Philadelphia.
Hey, kids, I'm going to Wawa. Anybody want anything? It's Hoagie Fest. Hoagie Fest is here. So, classic meatball and classic Italian with cherry pepper relish. And a new picture frame.
Wawa Hoagie Fest is back. Whatever your order, summer tastes better when it's full of hoagie love. Get $5 shorties and $6 classic hoagies. Limited time only. See store for exclusions.
There's an epic cookie battle happening right now at Wawa. Will it be Oreo cookies and cream frozen beverages? Or will you choose Chips Ahoy cream smoothies, milkshakes, and more? If you can't choose one, go for both in our limited time ultimate cookie mashup, made with real pieces of Oreo and Chips Ahoy cookies. 2 legendary cookies, 1 epic frozen treat. Gotta have a Wawa.
Hi, I'm Patrick Fingles, owner of New Look Home Design, the roofing experts. When you hire someone to replace your roof, you want a detailed upfront estimate and an expert to get it done right the first time. At New Look, we provide clear line-by-line estimates paired with a 3D rendering of your roofing project. On average, we install 1 roof every hour, so you know our team has the expertise to manage your project. And we provide a lifetime warranty on every roof installed. Find out why over 40,000 homeowners have chosen New Look to do their roof. From now until July 31st, get 50% off all roofing materials and qualify for 12 months, no payments, no interest financing. At New Look, you can depend on our 20 years of roofing expertise, honest estimates, and guaranteed customer satisfaction. Call New Look today at 800-279-5300. That's 800-279-5300. NewLookHomeDesign.com.
In the wee hours of the night,
When everyone else is fast asleep, you're the one on third shift, burning the midnight oil. When a part fails and everything comes to a grinding halt, regardless of what the clock on the wall says, you leap into action. Grainger is with you and all the ones who get it done. With 24/7 customer support by phone or click to chat. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Something you probably do know. Progressive can not only offer you a great price when you bundle home and auto, they offer you round-the-clock protection. Something you probably don't know? A driveway basketball hoop, including the base, weighs around 400 pounds. Something you probably do know? There's a windstorm coming. Something you probably don't know. A basketball hoop tipping over can poke a hole in a car roof like a can opener. Bundle your home and auto with Progressive and get more than a great price. Get round-the-clock protection. Something you know for the things you don't know. Coverage from Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and third-party insurers and subject to policy terms. Bundle discount not available in all states or situations.
Here at the Almond Joy Factory, where tropical vibes abound, we use soft, fresh-tasting coconut.
The crunchiest almonds and delicious chocolate candy.
Ah, but do you know what our most important ingredient is? Sometimes you feel like a nut.
Sometimes you don't.
Almond Joy's got nuts and something even way better than that. Yes, Almond Joy is made with almonds and joy.
Mr. Clean, Mr. Clean. So a friend told me about Mr. Clean Magic Eraser, and his exact words were, "It changed my life."
I used to spend a ridiculous amount of time trying to remove tomato sauce from inside our microwave and soap scum off the bathtub.
It's like seriously magic, and my secret weapon for cleaning the kitchen, bathroom, doors, and walls, and even keeping my sneakers clean.
Mr. Clean Magic Eraser.
Greatest invention ever. Mr. Clean, Mr. Clean, Mr. Clean.
Mr. Clean Magic Eraser, the unicorn of cleaning.
At CSL Plasma, you can make up to $825 this month when you donate plasma at any of CSL Plasma's tri-state area donation centers. That's money you get on a reloadable, prepaid card for doing a good deed. Plasma donations help create therapies to treat patients with rare and serious diseases, and donations are needed now more than ever. The donation process is a lot like donating blood, with a nice chunk of change in your pocket when you're done. As a thank you for your time, you don't need an appointment to donate. Walk-ins are welcome.
By texting 64,000, you agree to receive recurring automated marketing messages from Babbel. Message and data rates may apply. No purchase required. Terms apply. Available at babbel.com/TNC.
I thought learning a language would be too much work, but Babbel makes learning fun. J'aime Babbel.
Babbel's lessons only take 10 or 15 minutes, and in 3 weeks you can actually speak another language. Es como magia.
Babbel isn't robots talking. You learn words and phrases from real native speakers. I was ready for real-life conversations in just a few weeks. So easy.
To try Babbel free, text radio to 64,000. Text radio to 64,000.
We're turning up the heat at Fred Bean's family of dealerships. You'll be summer loving over 1,500 used cars, trucks, and SUVs. Thanks to Fred Bean's Expressway, you can beat the heat and purchase your vehicle online on your time. We have a red-hot goal of 100% credit approval, and our 5-day return, 30-day exchange policy will cool down your worries. As Fred himself always says, our used cars are better because our reputation depends on it. See how Fred Beans does used better at fredbeansused.com.
Listen to 97.5 The Fanatic everywhere. On Alexa at 975thefanatic.com, the Fanatic app, and now on Odyssey.
Hey guys, step up to the tee and take a swing at betting the PGA Tour on FanDuel Sportsbook in partnership with Valley Forge. New customers can bet the tour with a no-sweat first bet and get $1,000 back in free bets if you don't win. You got the 3M Open this weekend in Minnesota. A lot of the big names not really out there because they played in the Open Championship last week, but you do have a Ricky Fowler, a Tony Finau, Jason Day's there. You got to look at who did well in this tournament last year, and maybe you want to put some money on them. FanDuel has great daily promotions, and I love when I win. I get paid faster than a blistering drive off the tee. See for yourself why FanDuel is America's #1 sportsbook. Download the FanDuel Sportsbook app, then sign up using promo code Bob to get started with your no-sweat first bet up to $1,000. That's promo code Bob. FanDuel Sportsbook, official betting operator of the PGA Tour. 21 plus and present in Pennsylvania. First online real money wager only. Refund issued as non-withdrawable site credit that expires in 14 days. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. If you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
We are no longer new and different. We're just different. The John Kincade Show returns.
On 97.5 The Fanatic. Philadelphia.
Mecum Auctions returns to the PA Farm Show Complex in Harrisburg on July the 27th to the 30th. They're going to have 1,200 muscle cars, classics, Corvettes, trucks, customs, and more available for auctions. Details are available at mecum.com if you are into the cars. That is a beautiful thing. You could look at. I bet you they're gonna have like one of Pat's cars out there. The people who drive those high-end luxury Aston Martins.
Yeah, Pat's cars
Amazing.
say, I wish I had one of those type of cars.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Pat now, the guy that everybody envies.
Yeah, I'm very successful.
Out on the roadways.
Show that.
It is. It's all that digital content.
It is. It's
you are
all
providing.
those page clicks.
That is a great thing. So looks good.
Love digital content.
You're loving the content.
I wake up for it.
Yeah. Just don't do the Papelbon story. Get out of here.
No, I did
already peed on
TV worth watching this week.
Oh, wow. Not bad.
Because it's slow sports week.
You go to 97.5thefanatic.com to do that.
Me and my wife have been binging a little bit.
By the way, I laughed yesterday. So I listened to
Netflix and chill, Bob.
Like the chill part.
Yeah, we just lay on the couch and eat ice cream.
Oh, okay. That is not what my...
Isn't that what it means? You eat ice cream?
No.
That's what I thought it meant, James.
No, it
What
doesn't
does
really
it
mean
mean?
that. Maybe it does mean that when you have two kids, Pat. You have two young children.
What does it mean to you, John?
It might mean something a little bit different.
We're asking you, what does it mean?
Be, I would say that maybe you're watching a little of you and then maybe get a few ideas.
You're being very vague. Can you just come out and tell us what Netflix and chill means?
No, we're being.
Are you having
Very
interviews
Vil. That
with
could,
a female?
They could very well work. Those type of things. Let us begin here with this. I heard Chunas talk about it yesterday. The new Derek Jeter documentaries out there, and Tom and Chunas were talking about the fact is, does this have the appeal of like The Last Dance to you?
It's funny. I had this on my email. I was about to send it. Your email came across. We had like 2 or 3 of the same thing, so I had to delete a couple and go back to the drawing board. This was one of them. I have zero interest.
I vomited in my mouth. Now, they were just discussing. They weren't telling you that it did. It was just the ideas. Does this have the appeal to you like The Last Dance does?
None whatsoever.
Hell no. No. Derek Jeter does not get the Michael Jordan treatment from me. And no, Derek Jeter was not Michael Jordan of baseball. And Derek Jeter was, and I'll have a hot take for you. And I always will believe, a really, really good player. I mean, a fantastic player. But the legend bigger than the reality. Absolutely bigger than the reality. If he was a Kansas City Royal, we are not having this documentary about what Derek Jeter is. Now, he didn't choose where he ended up as a player. He ends up, a New York Yankee. And by the way, he delivered, and he was a tremendous, tremendous asset to that organization forever. But I swear to you, and maybe I'm wrong. I never watched Derek Jeter. I was like, damn, I am watching one of the absolute all-time greats. Never watched. My eyes never saw it. The eyeball test Jamie talks about, the eye test, never saw it. But more importantly, too, he wasn't even the best shortstop on his own team once A-Rod got to town. But his ego wasn't going to let him move to third base. His ego would not allow. Alex Rodriguez was a far better shortstop than Derek Jeter was, and more athletic and more talented than Derek Jeter. But Derek Jeter was the captain, and you couldn't move him, and you couldn't even think about moving him off of his position. That to me is just always sort of grated on me too. It was his town, and he wasn't going to let A-Rod infringe on any of that.
I'm fine with that. You talk about wanting leaders and stuff in a clubhouse and a locker room and stuff all the time. I think Derek Jeter was just that. I mean, I think he was a great shortstop. I think he was a great player. Look, you can't. Being a leader of a team, like you mentioned, the Kansas City Royals. Yeah, the Kansas City Royals are a nothing organization that, resides in the middle of nowhere and all that. This guy was the leader of the New York Yankees.
He was.
For all of those years. That's not easy. Winning multiple World Series.
With the highest payroll in baseball.
3,500 hits. The guy had a .310 career average. I thought he was a great leader, a great player, a great I have nothing bad to say about Derek Jeter at all as far as the baseball player
I don't think it's a bad thing to say about him, to say that I think it was absolutely a part of it is a product of being a Yankee. Now, he didn't choose that. That's what he got, and he delivered for them. He's a hell of a player.
Yeah.
But Derek Jeter got he's a fantastic player. He wasn't better than A-Rod. He wasn't a better shortstop than A-Rod on the same team, and he wouldn't allow A-Rod to be the shortstop.
He also didn't use steroids.
He didn't. You believe he didn't.
Yeah. But outside of the Bronx, who the hell wants to watch 7+ hours about Derek Jeter?
Nobody.
I don't see the mass appeal there.
Derek Jeter, Derek Jeter's not Michael Jordan.
No.
Please, stop it.
I'll be lying if I say I'm not going to end up watching some of this.
Really?
I'll watch some of it, too. Yeah,
I'll watch some of it. Yeah.
What will you watch, Pat? And why will you watch?
I'm kind of with you guys in a lot of ways. Like, I think he's completely overrated because he played for the Yankees. He's a first ballot Hall of Famer. Does he?
Absolutely.
Does he deserve the 7-hour treatment? Probably not. But I mean, I love sports documentaries, so I'll catch in on some of it. I always found the backstory of him in Michigan and dropping in the draft and the scout putting it on the table and saying, if we don't draft him, I'm quitting. Like, I always found that story fascinating. So I want some more backstory into that. Maybe some of the rocky road, the tenure that he went through in New York with A-Rod coming over. I'll be interested in that. Like, I'm not gonna rush to see it, but I'll probably on a rainy day or something catch it.
And I'll be lying if I didn't say that if I passed it by, I might
watch
it in
20 minutes
and then flip out. I'm not going to go, oh my God, the Derek Jeter thing's on and turn it off. But it was more the reference to The Last Dance. This has none of the appeal of The Last Dance to me. Derek Jeter.
No, nobody's going to compare to Jordan. I mean, you're talking the all-time greatest basketball player. Derek Jeter isn't.
Right.
He's not the all-time
He's not
greatest
even in that
shortstop.
discussion.
Yeah. So, but I think what can't be understated is that he was the leader of the biggest baseball franchise for 15 years. You know, and and to carry that on your back and be as good as he was. I mean, 8 times he had over 200 hits in a season.
Avoid
like Derek
scandal.
Jeter, he was just really good. Now, when A-Rod came over, they were only together for like a year and a half, 2 years. I had no problem with him saying to A-Rod, no, I'm playing shortstop. I have no problem with a leader like that. Absolutely not.
And A-Rod doesn't get enough credit for being like, okay, I'll go play third.
Yeah, he wanted rings.
I'll go play third.
Yeah.
I'm here. But the thing is I would think leadership is everybody knows he wasn't as good as A-Rod as a shortstop. He was not. And the range, the arm, everything, and Derek Jeter wouldn't do what was best for the team.
I know a way I would watch an hour of this is if they dedicate it to his ex-girlfriends. Because he might have a better starting 9 than Leo DiCaprio.
You'd watch that one.
I misstated saying they played together for a while.
Yeah.
They 3.5 years, Bob?
4 years?
That should...
3.5 or 4?
A-Rod was with the Yankees from 4 to 16. So, and Jeter was there from 95 to 14. So,
oh no, that was much longer.
Yeah.
God, I'm thinking 4 years, just under. Wow. One thing I would say on it too is that, and it might seem like sour grapes, but when you play on the best team with the payroll that usually eclipsed other teams at the time before the Red Sox started to really, really spend, on average, you were spending $30-40 million more than any other team. It is a little easier to be the best team. It's not as much today. It's a little bit harder.
And then they realized, they need a farm system to supplement once other teams started spending. You want to hear his exes? It's
okay.
It's insane.
It's a very impressive list.
Okay, go on.
This has to be a night in its own, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Mariah Carey, Jessica Alba, Jessica Biel, Vanessa Manillo, Scarlett Johansson, Adriana Lima, Jordana Brewster, Hannah Davis, Minka Kelly, Tyra Banks. Damn.
For not even a...
Impressive.
That's like a top 10 list for you average dude you poll on the street.
Yeah, that's he's up there. Jason Sudeikis is up there. His hit list is pretty good.
There you go.
Pete Davidson.
All I would tell you is...
Spend an hour of the documentary on that.
I would tell you is if
got my attention.
If Jeter's the UPS guy.
He's a handsome chap.
He will not hear an argument from me.
He is not getting a phone number from anyone.
No, but he was Mr. Yank.
Exactly.
Mr. Yankee.
He is not. If he's the UPS guy, women aren't even looking twice. They're saying you lost my package yesterday.
Do you remember when the New York Post wrote a big story on Matt Harvey being in the club like before a game or after a game? Like there was something that happened in a nightclub and it
was the Dark Night.
And one of the big things was like Matt Harvey was there when this happened. What is he doing partying? Apparently Jeter was there too.
Right.
But it wasn't written about because the media had so much reverence for Derek Jeter that he was untouchable. So it was like, we'll write about the Mets pitcher, but Derek Jeter? No.
He got the tongue.
He's good.
It was the thing where it was he did a media thing about when he was launching the what did he launch? The Players Journal. What was it called? The Players Tribune. So he did some media availability, and I had a chance to ask a few questions and do an interview. And it was one of those tours where they have him lined up and he's doing like 10 things. And I said, you got the most positive media coverage of any player maybe in history. And you say that you created this because players need to have their own voice. And you did. I said, you got the most powder puff coverage I've ever seen of a player in America. Like, why would you be the guy that felt that this needed to be created?
Well, he probably spoke with others and realized.
The New York press crawled into his lap like kittens, and he petted them.
Yeah.
And then he poured out a little saucer of milk, and they all went over and they drank. Okay, Jared. Okay, Derek. Okay, Derek.
Yeah.
He had positive. They never sneaked on anything with him.
No.
He got the treatment.
Yeah, he was doing something right.
He did. Well, you know what he's doing? What, what did you say?
Winning titles?
What did you say? A 315?
Yeah.
He was fantastic.
I mean, I think he's first in a lot of the major shortstop categories. I mean, there's no doubt he's a first ballot Hall of Famer.
No question.
I just don't. 7 hours. I mean, we could do this in 90 minutes.
Hey, in Cooney's Corner, he wants to look at the beard.
Now, let's see what's in Cooney's Corner.
Yeah, so, John, you've stated a few times in your wanting of James Harden that you just want more.
Yes.
I want more. I want to see more. I want to see more. Or, should we put numbers on it? Should we, what more do we want to see? Jamie,
I don't want to see stats.
Jamie brought up before, there's one guy in the NBA that averaged 20-plus points and 10-plus assists last year. Just one. And that was James Harden. Is that good enough? I mean, is it... when we say we want more from Harden, when you say you want more from Harden, what is more? Is it an eye test? Is it numbers?
No.
Is it, win totals?
It's consistency of showing up. And it's when your team needs you at the biggest moments on the biggest stage, you can't show up with what your reputation has been at times to disappear and have some of your worst games. Game 5 and Game 6, Bob, sting. Games against Indiana and Sacramento in March where he compiles stats aren't going to change my opinion. What's going to change my opinion is next spring.
Yeah. So, all right, it comes next spring, and there's James Harden on the floor. Sixers go, 15-5 in their first 20 games. They're playing really well. What do we need from James Harden? Is it an eye test? Is it a I don't know. This is why I'm asking the question. Right. What do we need? Jamie and I have said it before. You're not going to get that 30-plus a night guy as far as scoring goes anymore, probably from James Harden. Harden came out and said it last week, right, James? I'm not that. If you're looking for 30 or 40 points from me a game, I might not be that guy anymore. What do we want him to be?
I think it's easy. Any time that Joel Embiid's either off or off the court, he has to be the guy in charge, the head honcho. His stats will be there regardless.
Yeah,
I think.
His stats are there for his whole career
because he's going to average almost a triple-double again this year, and for some reason that gets kind of scoffed at. But I guess I understand it if he's not showing up in the games times that Joel isn't. He has to be the guy that carries the torch when Joel's not there.
I think he needs to carry the torch when Joel is there.
Explain that.
Joel Embiid, I think this team is at its best. Joel Embiid, talk about getting your numbers. I think he's going to get his numbers. Joel Embiid's going to average at 28 and 13. Those are going to be his numbers. He's going to be what he is. But a guy with the ball in his hand most of the time, a guy that's distributing the ball, that's running the offense, I think James Harden carrying the torch can be done with Joel Embiid still being your best player. I'm pretty much saying what you guys are saying, and I'm tying it up in a knot. He has to be carrying the torch on this team, even though he might not be the best overall player. Like, put it for the Sixers won the title in '83. They wouldn't have won that title, you can say, without Julius Erving, Moses Malone, no question about it. But Maurice Cheeks, without him, there's no question you're not going to win that title.
No, it was glue.
He's got to be that. James Harden, to me, has to be that. And I'm glad I asked this question because you both said what I think are correct answers. I think tying it up in a knot, you have to say he's got to be the glue. That's a great word, John. He's got to be the glue.
And I realize it's completely unfair, or it would seem unfair for me to say nothing's going to change my opinion till the playoffs. Because and I realize that they'd be like, well, what if he has a great MVP type season in the regular season? Okay, but if he disappears in the postseason when they need him most, then I'm going to have the same impression I have of him right now.
Yeah,
and I hate that. But I hate that though when anytime, even when I do it or anybody else does it, where it says, well, nothing in the regular season is going to change, going to move me or whatever. All that matters is the postseason. I don't know that that's necessarily fair of me, but I'm being honest.
Yeah, well, to get to a great point in the postseason, you have to become accustomed to being great, and you do that in the regular season. Like, things shouldn't go into the postseason just change. So you have to become that great team. He has to be the leader. He has to carry that torch all through the regular season so that the team's used to it. Joel Embiid's used to it. You know what you can count on him. And then when you get to the playoffs, it's second nature. You're right. You can't go into a playoffs and all of a sudden things change. Like, oh, what happened to him? He was this during the regular season. He's not that now.
And it bothered me in the postseason, in the end of the year, when Daryl and Doc both stood behind microphones and were like, well, he only had like 26 games to get comfortable here and everything, and people are expecting him to win something, and that wasn't fair. I'm like, okay, then wake me up next playoffs. Wake me up then. That's where I'm at.
Yeah.
I thought that was the lamest excuse of all. They only had like 26 games.
Yeah, but I mean, if you look at champions, it's rare they're put together at the trade deadline.
Yeah, but it's not rare that they would win a second-round series.
Well, no, not that.
I mean,
But they were going up against the number 1 seed?
Yeah, but Miami, Pat, even though you did like Miami better than most, I still think that's a series they should have won.
To quote the great Denny Green, they are who we thought they were.
Yeah, they were.
Well, if Embiid's healthy, I still think
I agree with you.
I still think they win.
The greatest if of all for this fan base.
That's what the Sixers are going to come down to, is if he's healthy.
Good to be Joel Embiid's 7-hour, 30 for 30 name.
Yeah.
If he was healthy.
If he was healthy.
Joel Embiid story.
I can't imagine going through a career, and it has to be in Joel Embiid's mind, obviously, like what's going to happen next.
My gosh.
I mean, he's broken his face twice.
I'd rather just lose
I don't know
when
if
he's
another
healthy.
NBA player that's broken their face twice.
No.
Jamie,
I think about that. It's crazy.
What's the you're thinking about the worst storyline that coming out of camp next week for the Eagles? Because we're going to get the incessant tweeting of.
Oh, I can't wait for the stat line.
9 out of 11 kicks were made.
Yeah.
Yes, and 8 out of 12 pass completions were made in a 7-on-7 drill in shorts.
Oh, you mean though? Look, I'm here. I have access, guys.
Everybody know that I'm here.
Retweet my stuff, guys.
Yeah, next Wednesday camp starts, which is great. And I can't really take many more Jalen Hurts discussions until I actually see him throw a football. So I want to remove him from this conversation. Because obviously he's the most concerning thing if reports come out that he's struggling with his new motion or whatever. Aside from him, what would be the most troubling storyline to you? Because I have mine after thinking about it last night, and it's that Bradbury just looks washed. Because he was kind of the last move that moved my excitement needle up probably the most of the offseason, I'll be honest with you. Because, Hassan Reddick probably won, but Bradbury 1B. Because I think it changes the way you can play defense a little bit when you have two cornerbacks that can be good to great. It's still yet to be determined what he is. I saw him 2 years ago, and I saw one of the top 5 cornerbacks in the league. I don't think he has to be top 5 for this defense to really change, but he's got to be really good.
A.J. Brown not connecting. Them not creating a connection that people can see, feel, and grab. That would be the worst to me.
That would zap some
That'd
energy.
be the worst. Oh, they don't seem to be in. They don't seem to be in sync. They don't seem to have created a chemistry. They don't.
They're best friends, John. They got the chemistry.
Mine would be an injury to Dallas Goedert. I think if something were to happen there and you're like, oh, Goddard's going to miss 6 weeks or something, who the hell is playing tight end on this team if he's not there? And for a second full-year starting quarterback, as we've talked about often, tight end's your pacifier.
Oh, no. You're right on that one.
Yeah, if you don't have that guy you can trust, then it makes it harder, obviously, for Devontae Smith, for A.J. Brown, for Jalen Hurts. I think Dallas Goedert is a huge – look, he might not have the 1,000-yard receiving year, but I think he's huge in opening things up for everybody else by keeping defenses honest.
That's when you'd be looking at a Jack Stahl, Tyree Jackson, Grant Calcaterra,
and we don't even know
tight end battle.
Know how Tyree Jackson's gonna be.
He's still coming off injury.
That was late too, right?
He's not only learning a new position, and granted, it's been about 3 years now since he left Buffalo.
He should know it by now.
He should, but still, you're still getting used to it, and on top of it, you've got to deal with the injury. The Calcaterra draft pick is interesting because he was about to retire from football because of concussions, so he's one good whack away from just being done completely. Yeah, they have no real tight end depth. It's concerning.
We are looking forward to Eagles training camp beginning next week as the team gets underway 6 days from today. But the question is, who benefits most from some of the new arrivals? And that's where we'll begin the 7 o'clock hour on the John Kincade Show here on 97.5 The Fanatic. Before the second half of the baseball season begins, I want you to download the BetParx app. And if you're a new customer, download the app. Pennsylvania and New Jersey, got to be 21 years old. You can get a risk-free bet of up to $750. You're talking about betting on baseball, whether you're betting on your favorite team to win or whether you're betting on individual player performances, whether this guy gets a hit tonight, this pitcher gets over 6.5 strikeouts or more. The BetParx Casino and Sportsbook app has all kinds of great boosts, too. Little games you can play along with, too, where it takes your winnings to a whole nother level. You will love the live in-game wagering, too. Arrive late for the first pitch? No problem at all. You can still place your bet. The line continuously moves during the course of the game. Download it now in the App Store, Google Play Store, or at betparx.com. You got to be in Pennsylvania or New Jersey. Use my promo code Kincade to get that risk-free bet. Got to be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
The John Kincade Show. Wow, getting drunk in the morning on 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
I've been asked 1,000 times, did you plan on becoming the largest injury law firm in the world? And the answer is no. When I started, there were just 2 of us. Today, Morgan & Morgan has almost 800 lawyers alone. No injury firm in the country has anywhere close to that. We set out to be focused on our clients and to have a commitment to trying cases and winning. And when you have those results at trial, you're able to settle most of your cases quickly and fairly. Reputation matters. We grew like this because we worked hard and so many former clients referred family and friends. And what I believe is the main reason is we delivered for our clients a lot. Hard work and client satisfaction was our plan. It worked. Hope is not a plan. Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Parents, are you tired of helping put your kids' shoes on? They're squirming, watching cartoons, anything but helping. Luckily, it's Skechers to the rescue. Introducing new hands-free Skechers slip-ins. Footwear you can just get your kids to step into and their shoes are on. You don't need to bend over. You don't need to sit on the floor and try to wrangle them on. And they're available in all types of Skechers styles with and without laces, and most are machine washable. Find Skechers slip-ins for kids or mom and dad at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever stylish shoes are sold.
Staples has everything for school at great prices. So this year you won't go back to school. You'll be ready to move forward and build that papier-mâché volcano.
I am not cleaning this up.
Ooh, yeah, I meant the kids. Staples will help them move forward. Right now, Crayola 10-count markers and 12-count colored pencils are just 99 cents each, and Staples 1-subject notebooks are only 35 cents. Everything on your list at amazing prices. Staples, we're not going back. We're going forward to school. Ends 8/27 in-store only, limit 30.
You could save big when you bundle your home and auto with Progressive, but when we just come out and say it, it feels like it falls a bit flat. So we're going to sing it.
We're singing words now.
We'll even sing the business part.
Save big when you bundle your home and auto with Progressive.
Now that That's a commercial you'll remember, even if you don't remember the bundle and save with Progressive Part.
We're singing a commercial.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Discount not available in all states or situations.
This is the end of the jingle. A jingle about insurance.
Okay, import footage. How is the hard drive already full?
Jawan's Pilates studio converted to entirely virtual classes.
What's MPEG?
But leading and editing sessions is stretching her too thin.
It says render failed. What I do?
Indeed can help her hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. We instantly connect you with quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your job description. Earn up to $500 in sponsored job credits by conducting interviews on Indeed. Visit Indeed.com/credit. Terms and conditions apply.
Meet Allison, teammate at Truist Bank. Hi. She was born to care, and she always had your back.
You could say that.
Like that time back in the mid-'80s when she spotted Stacy Kaminsky with her new perm, and a car was coming, about to hit a puddle. So Allison jumps in front of the splash, just in time to protect Stacy's fresh curls.
Look, I had to do it. A wet perm just doesn't work.
Today, Allison's a teammate at Truist, the bank that starts with care. When you start with care, you get a different kind of bank. Learn more at truist.com/care. Truist Bank, member FDIC.
Hey, it's cuz, don't be that guy with the T-shirt on in the pool. You can still be slimmer for this summer, since it only takes 40 days to lose a contractually guaranteed 20 to 40-plus pounds with NJ Diet. Their program uses hair, saliva, and bioenergetic scans to personalize natural formulas and supplements to help you lose the weight. Their DNA info is used to help you keep it off. No shots, no hormones, no surgery, no prepackaged foods. Ew. Call 855-5NJ-DIET or visit NJDiet.com. That's NJDiet.com.
In the wee hours of the night, when everyone else is fast asleep, you're the one on third shift, burning the midnight oil. When a part fails and everything comes to a grinding halt, regardless of what the clock on the wall says, you leap into action. Grainger is with you and all the ones who get it done. With 24/7 customer support by phone or click to chat. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Buffalo Wild Wings has happy hour bar food from 3 to 6, Monday through Friday, and great deals on drinks all day. It's the perfect way to offset a long day. Text that hilarious joke about your boss to your boss. What? No. Try a $3 Wild Herd by Goose Island. Set your morning alarm for 6 p.m. That calls for $5 strawberry margaritas. So if you ask your phone why you're still single and...
Ha ha ha. Seriously?
Head to Buffalo Wild Wings. At participating locations, taxes and fees apply. Dine in only. Drink responsibly. Offers vary by location. Void where prohibited.
If you're a window installer, keep it simple. Choose Anderson 400 Series windows. They're the cladwood windows contractors trust the most. So much so, they're the windows contractors trust for their own homes. And with fewer callbacks, the choice is simple. It's Anderson 400 Series windows. The windows contractors trust the most. Get started at AndersonWindows.com today.
Claims based on 2022 Anderson brand survey of U.S. contractors.
WPEN Burlington, Philadelphia, a Beasley Media Group station, home of the most entertaining sports talk in Philadelphia. 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia. The John Kincade Show.
It's about nothing. Everybody's doing something. We'll do nothing.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Hopefully the 7 o'clock hour of the John Kincade Show is going to entertain you, have some fun. Say hello to your family and your friends. 7 a.m. hour is brought to you by the all-new BetParks app. Sportsbook and casino in one sleek, easy-to-use app in Pennsylvania and New Jersey. I would invite you to download it if you're a new customer. You can get a risk-free bet up to $750. So you might want to do that today. And today is Coach's holiday. Today's the day for Coach. It's National Hot Dog Day today.
Wow. Coach can have his wiener and eat it too.
Coach might be in with his wiener right. He might be with the wiener right now. Coach is on National Hot Dog Day. I find the hot dog to be an incredibly overrated item.
I think it's properly rated.
Really?
Overrated?
Yes. I think
it's properly rated.
Yeah, I would say properly rated.
Yeah, I don't think
People
it's like
rave
amazing.
about I got to have a hot dog. I'm going to a game, got to have a hot dog.
Yeah, it's situationally.
So that is overrated to me because I've tasted hot dogs. I don't find them that.
If I show up to a barbecue and there's not a hot dog, a little part of me dies.
Yeah, it's all reliable.
Yeah.
A hot dog at a baseball game is almost a must for me.
Okay.
I'm a sausage, pepper, and onion guy, but
Well, then
same
I think
idea.
that's why I say it's overrated because it's not a great food item. It's not a taste.
No, but it's cheap. It's easy.
No,
you
I
can eat a
understand.
couple of them.
But that's why I'm saying to you, it's
properly rated.
No, I think it's I gotta have a hot dog. Anybody who says they've got to eat a hot dog.
I mean, a potato roll.
What's the matter
nice
with that?
item.
Yeah, just look at the man in his eyes while you.
National Hot Dog Day, Coach. Today.
Hot dog is a great item.
Are you having hot dogs tonight on National Hot Dog Day?
Have a hot dog every night.
So you have a wiener.
That is so weird.
Oh, I didn't say I have a hot dog every night.
Every single night.
I would probably maybe 6 out of 7 days.
What's your preferred cooking method?
I grill it.
Okay.
And now, what do you mean? You fire up the grill and cook it?
No, I'll grill a bunch of them, and I can put them in the air fryer to warm them up.
Oh, okay. What about Cameron? Because I'm worried about his nitrates.
Loves hot dogs.
He's a little kid, but you're
Loves
loading him with those nitrates.
Yeah, he loves hot dogs. It's ballpark Franks. They plump when you cook them. Puts a little ketchup on there.
How does
that's a violation?
The ketchup on the hot dog.
He's a kid. He puts ketchup on everything.
You know what? I used to be like you guys out there, right? And go like, oh,
you
ketchup,
were like us?
Ketchup. Oh, it's a kid thing. No, you know what? Like a couple years ago, I was a little older, a little wiser. I got a hot dog. There was ketchup sitting there. I went, you know what? Let's dabble. Let's dabble like we're 5 years old again. It's good.
I've tried it.
Like it's not bad. Like it's this idea of it's for children. Like shut up.
I only like ketchup on potato products. It's the only time I use it.
So
what about a potato bun?
How about a hamburger?
Not often.
I'm a mayonnaise guy.
I'm a mayo and hot sauce guy.
See, I'm not a big mayonnaise person, but
I don't use ketchup on anything except
I only
French
use
fries. I think.
potatoes.
I've had the ketchup mayonnaise. the ketchup mustard combination on a burger.
That's pretty solid.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
Like that's not
bad.
terrible.
I'll do that.
I'm not a condiment person though. I'm not, and I heard.
You should see I'll tweet a picture of my condiment drawer or side of the fridge out later.
Please do. Yeah.
I'm a huge.
Put it on our
that'd be a
website.
good website. You can write about that.
Web content.
By the way,
huge condiment
how about
guy.
this? I've got the post. I need yours and I need Tunis's.
Oh,
because I heard Tunis say that his
fridge is probably bare, right?
No, he's obsessed with condiments.
Oh, okay, we share that.
He did a whole thing. No, but he was talking about how many all these different products he has.
I probably have 20 to 25 hot sauces.
Yeah, but they're not in the fridge, right?
Yeah, I keep them in the fridge.
Why do you keep hot sauce in the fridge?
Big is your damn refrigerator?
It's normal size.
Is hot sauce supposed to be in the fridge?
25 hot sauces in your refrigerator.
Okay,
Probably.
I need to see this fridge.
Yeah.
We
That
need
has to
this.
take
This
up
is-
the whole door.
It's got its own shelf.
Okay, this is the content we need.
Yeah, this is with the web content.
Pat,
we
this
all
is
need.
where psycho stuff. We make fun of Coach being a psycho.
A lot of condiments.
He has 20 to 25 hot sauces, and you refrigerate them.
Yeah.
I didn't think hot sauce was supposed to be refrigerated.
I don't think it hurts.
I always refrigerate
Yeah,
it.
I don't love
Really?
stuff sitting in the shelf in the pantry. That is.
Does it say to refrigerate hot sauce?
I don't know. It's just my own thing.
It's your own little.
I feel like it lasts longer.
It lasts longer because it's refrigerated.
Yeah, it's not gonna go
It's
funky.
hot sauce.
Yeah, but
I don't think you're supposed to.
I don't want to.
I don't know.
I
keep my hot sauce in the
I'm not a
refrigerator.
cook, but I don't think you're supposed to refrigerate hot sauce.
That's fine.
What else do you refrigerate that you're not supposed to?
Are you supposed to refrigerate syrup?
I do.
No.
I do too.
It does not say refrigerate.
I do. I don't
Why?
like stuff sitting in the pantry, just in a dark
Willy-nilly
place.
sitting there?
Yeah.
Okay, this is bizarre now. This
Well,
is
the
this,
refrigerator's dark unless you open it.
I'll have Addie text me a picture
okay,
of the condiment door.
yeah, please. But the refrigerator thing of stuff you refrigerate that you don't have to.
Peanut
like
butter,
syrup.
too.
No, you don't.
Yeah, peanut butter.
I don't
refrigerate
Why would you
peanut
refrigerate peanut butter?
Delicious when
hard.
it's cold.
It's hard to
Then
spread.
then it's not. It's supposed to be in its natural oils. Pat, look what you've done.
What did I do?
Pat, you just start
What the
stuff.
hell did I do?
Pat,
You're not going to put this on me. Your name's on the show. Take control. Look inward. I'm not taking the blame for this.
Now I want to know, and listeners, if you want to share it on social media with us, the strangest stuff that you refrigerate, because there's stuff you shouldn't.
In Australia, they don't refrigerate eggs and milk.
They don't refrigerate milk?
How do you not refrigerate milk?
Really? Yeah, you don't have. I believe Mexico does something similar.
I don't think you have to refrigerate milk.
I don't think you have to
when you pour it.
No.
Oh, geez, that's terrible. I don't drink milk, but
I don't drink milk.
Oh,
Either.
I love it.
But eggs has always weirded me out.
Eggs is that's be a little weird. I would think. By the way, did you know how you can tell there is something that you can tell whether an egg is good or not, but without cracking it?
Yeah, you put it in water, and if it stands
if it
upright.
floats, if it floats, or if it doesn't. If it goes to the bottom, if it goes to the top. I didn't know that till my wife arrived, so I was probably eating bad eggs.
Nah, you're fine.
Before she arrived. So,
that's good.
Yeah.
Coach, you have a word on that one?
Yeah, I'm just looking at the old internet here. Refrigeration is the single most important factor in maintaining the safety of milk. Why would you not put milk in the refrigerator? It would go bad in a matter of
I think you're supposed to refrigerate it when it gets home. I don't know. Some countries don't refrigerate milk, and I found it's
some do not. There
they
are
must
countries
drink it
that
right
do not.
away then.
Yeah, I think it's something.
Grade A milk must be maintained at a temperature of 45 degrees Fahrenheit or below. Bacteria in the milk will grow above 45 degrees Fahrenheit.
By the way, Kyle is a chef and responds in the DMs. Gets a DM. He slid
goes
right
down
into my
in the DMs.
He said that hot sauce maintains peak freshness up to 6 months when it's stored at room temperature. It will last longer if stored in the fridge, but it absolutely can affect the hot sauce.
It's fine.
Being refrigerated can affect the hot sauce. So he is a chef. He says a hot sauce for him doesn't last more than 6 to 8 weeks. So he's in a different situation.
No, I have some that last longer than
But
that.
he says refrigerated hot sauce can last 1 to 2 years when it's opened.
Boom.
But it absolutely lessens the hot sauce when you refrigerate hot sauce.
Yeah, that's fine.
So it changes it. So don't change the compound. But he says that his doesn't last 6 to 8 weeks. But I guess he's cooking.
Yeah, he's more.
Constantly.
Yeah.
So it won't last. Who benefits the most around the Philadelphia Eagles from the arrival of Hassan Reddick? Who benefits the most from James Bradbury being signed? How about A.J. Brown? You see, the domino effect of signings is something that many times we sort of don't pay as much attention to, and sometimes it can create a bigger impact than the actual player that you bring in because they get focused on. For example, let's say A.J. Brown becomes the focus of opposing defenses, and then Devontae Smith has this huge breakout year where everybody's front and center. Howie upgraded the roster, but sometimes others end up raising their stock even higher than expected because of the fact that they're garnering less attention. To me, this is one of the major thoughts I have heading into the 2022 Eagles season. Who breaks out because someone else moved in? And I really do wonder what the arrival of A.J. Brown is going to mean for Devontae Smith. Because though they are very different receivers, they're different guys. How much is it going to benefit a guy like Devontae Smith? And who benefits from Hassan Reddick? Is it one of the do the corners benefit from Hassan Reddick?
Can I take a coach? Jonathan Gannon.
That's not a bad one either.
I think he changed Hassan Reddick makes his life much more fun.
Creative.
He can disguise a lot more, go in and out of different formations. He's just the guy you have to worry about where he's at. And is he dropping back in coverage? Is he rushing? Is he a dummy here? You know, I think he's a toy for Jonathan Gannon. So I think Jonathan Gannon benefits the most from Reddick.
I would say the linebacking core. I go there because, look, the defensive line, we talked about it yesterday. Your meats in the middle are good. Reddick's going to have to give you something from the outside rushing in because, as we talked about also, where is Brandon Graham going to be at 34 after a torn Achilles? What is Derek Barnett? You know, Josh Sweat, is it still potential? But I'll look at the weaker core, and I air quotes because they've shorted up a little bit. But I think with Hassan Reddick getting pressure on a quarterback, I think it's going to help a maybe weaker, again, air quotes, linebacking core.
See, now the weird thing is I was thinking about the fact that the corners, it's going to help create turnovers for Slay and Bradbury. That it's going to create that the quarterback's got to get the ball off just a little bit earlier. Or maybe there's someone in his face that it's going to create more turnovers for the secondary. But the linebacker's a good answer on that one.
Yeah, it is. I saw yesterday the top 10 in their positions. Was it Madden or executive, whatever it was? The Eagles had 2 of the top 10 linebacking tacklers in Kaiser White and T.J. Edwards. You throw in Davion Taylor, there's actually a little bit of potential there for the first time in a long time. So, if Hassan Reddick is chewing up attention and can free those guys up a little bit, they really could benefit in a big way.
You have speed at linebacker. A lot of speed at linebacker.
And don't forget Nakobe Dean, too.
Yeah,
Yes.
and if you
I still think he's going to be a situational guy.
Probably
Sure,
at first,
to begin with, absolutely. If you have a quarterback that's getting pressure on him and you have 2 good corners, you're looking at dump downs. You're looking at just dropping the ball off, and I think that's where
White can
the
fly.
linebacker core, exactly. The linebacker core could be able to benefit from that.
What do you think, Pat?
I go defensive ends because the position's pretty weak. They have basically, 2?
Okay, so who benefits from him being there? So the attention
Sweaty.
given to him is
I think he's gonna get his because he's a very talented player, but it'll also put pressure on the offensive line where it's gonna free up guys like Cox and Sweat.
Okay.
And Brandon Graham and
well, I mean,
Davis. And the whole real line will benefit from it, but the defensive ends especially because that's a depth position that they don't really have.
One of the stories I can't wait for next. I'm just very, very excited because I don't want to think. I don't believe this team's competing to go to a Super Bowl or anything, but I really do believe that this could be the year that sort of just they launch up a level.
Yeah, I mean, they got everybody's attention starting next Wednesday, full front, They become probably as big, if not bigger than the Phillies, just by walking into a practice. And the Phillies are in a playoff hunt.
Practice none of us, the general public doesn't get to see anymore.
Even going down there, it's just not the same.
You don't see it.
Yeah.
Hey, Mecum Auctions returns to the PA Farm Show Complex in Harrisburg, July 27th to the 30th with 1,200 muscle cars, classics, Corvettes, trucks, customs, and more for auction. Details at Mecum.com, MECUM.com. And we welcome you to check out 97.5thefanatic.com, our webpage. A lot more digital content going up, a lot more stories every day. We want you to check that out, make a link, and if you could just sort of bookmark the page, go back every day, check out some of the stuff. We'll have links to things from the show and more. Check it out every day. You never know what you're going to see. You may even see Jamie's refrigerator.
Yeah, I got a text. She'll be up in a little bit.
I bet you if someone did a Phillies post today, and then Jamie did a post about what his fridge looked like, the fridge would get more traction.
Yeah, I think Jamie's fridge probably would out-traction a lot of things.
How many hot sauces you got, Bob?
I just have one in the fridge all the time. Dave's hot sauce, yeah.
Dave's?
Yeah, big one. Is it Dave?
Frank's?
Frank's.
We got the.
Dave,
I think we have
Frank,
I think we have 2, but one's always Tabasco.
Okay.
I love Tabasco.
Tabasco's low on my list.
I love Tabasco, but
except the green Tabasco one.
You like that?
That is great.
We
yeah.
like to get Uncle Tom. We'll get Doc some, like if we see the custom hot sauces, like Grandma's kick your ass hot sauce and everything. We'll pick it up.
I have a couple of those.
And we love to see if he can handle it.
Every time I go to New Orleans, I grab like 2 or 3 bottles.
He wants to sweat while eating.
I love that.
I hate it. That's not me.
It feels good.
To me, but the thing is, though, it affects the food, the taste of the. I want to taste the food, not just the hot sauce
it's all
that's
good.
on it. I did try Tabasco on eggs for the first because I've started to eat it
for the first time.
Yeah, I never had it.
Really, I can't eat eggs without hot sauce.
Loved it.
Yeah, I like eggs on it. I like
really
hot sauce.
That's my number one food for hot sauce.
That and nachos. Like if I make a batch, some nachos with cheese, I like hot sauce on there too.
The chip not crisp, or does it? You just sprinkle it?
Yeah, I sprinkle. I'm not I make a pretty good buffalo chicken dip, and it calls for the recipe that I used to follow would call for a half a cup of hot sauce. I would do like a quarter. I can't do hot. I like a little bit, but I can't be overpowered by it.
So
it drives
good.
me nuts.
Oh, I have like a ghost pepper sauce. I'd kill
ranch?
you guys.
But is it ranch, Bob?
What?
Is there ranch in it?
Yeah, there's ranch in
you can't do
the why ranch Dorito wings are like the best wings ever. I
don't eat ranch, so I just.
I guess you're not getting those wings.
I'm not a ranchman.
Yeah.
No, I guess I went more for yours, Bob.
Yeah.
Hey, 2023 Major League Baseball could look a lot different, and the rule changes are coming. And I think a lot of the questions are people don't even know that this stuff is on the horizon. But the question is, are the rule changes going to turn the purists away? or is it going to create more younger fans? The pitch clock appears to be coming for 2023. Larger bases appears to be coming for 2023. And a banning of the shift. All could be discussed and could be ruled on by September 1st for implementation next year. So I just want to go with each one of them. If we were being questioned right now by Rob Manfred, Egan, I tell you, there's a pitch clock. Do you want the pitch clock mandatory in Major League Baseball next year?
Yeah.
Okay. We're his focus group.
I'm good.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay,
Pitch
we're
clock,
all in on it. Larger bases.
But by the way, I heard the number recently on minor league games. It's all under 3 hours.
It's changing games by like 20 minutes.
Like there hasn't been one game in Lehigh over 3 hours.
It's like 20 minutes. It changes the games
That's
by minute.
Awesome.
Okay, larger bases.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen many cases where the bases have come in, or first base has come into play all that much. Like I know they do it. I think in softball they have it where you have the double base.
Yeah, they want to make the base bigger.
I'm out on that.
I'm out on the bigger base.
What's the need? There's no need for that.
Yeah, I haven't seen a lot of like ankle
help?
injuries because guys are running over other guys.
Also, no, they want to make it more aggressive that teams will try to steal more because the base is bigger. Things like that. Pat, are you out on the bigger base?
Yeah, that's stupid.
Okay, we voted it down then. So we voted that down. Now the banning of the shift. I say no banning of the shift. You're talking about you're actually banning strategy? You're actually banning strategy from the game. I think it's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. If you can't hit to the opposite field, if they can put 5 fielders on one side of the field, why the hell shouldn't they be able to do that? It's strategy. It's a weakness of your game.
Couldn't agree more.
I mean,
it's ridiculous. It's the essence of sports. The essence of sports is finding an advantage to help yourself win in a game. It's like saying, blowing a whistle in a basketball game. Stop. Why do you keep forcing him to his left hand? Because he's right-handed and he doesn't handle as well with his left. No. You can't do that anymore. No, just play him straight up. It's ridiculous.
I'm torn on this one because I do think
a shortstop cannot play over past the second base bag.
I don't think the shift helps baseball sell to the masses.
But it's a strategy to win the game.
I'm aware, but I think it hurts the product. So I'm completely torn on it.
Really?
I do think, look, we go to baseball games most of the time, unless it's a great pitching duel, to see hits and to see smashing. And it's taken away a lot of offense from the league. And numbers may tell you, runs are the same or whatever, but I think it sucks.
Really? Pat, no, we got 2 votes that are...
I understand where Jamie's coming from on it because at times it is annoying, but I agree with you and Bob where it's strategy. You can't get rid of strategy. It's
a slippery slope. I'm not denying that, and I'd need to sleep on it. I don't have a firm answer for you. I think it sucks, though.
Okay, should you be allowed to bring 5 infielders in late in a game when you're trying to win a game? You know how you bring in an outfielder?
You want to bring in an outfielder?
And you bring an outfielder in, you put 5 infielders in?
That's why it's a slippery
slope. Should that be illegal?
Slope.
I mean... That's always been strategy. It's always been part of the game from when I was a child. And nobody says, oh, you can't do that. So I don't understand what the difference is.
Well, that's why it's something I have to sleep on. Like, I still don't have a good decision for you.
We're rolling Jamie out on this one. We went 3-1. Not banning it. So, Jamie, you lose,
I think the shift sucks.
You lose, sir.
Yeah, I just...
Pat, you didn't even get that movie reference?
The way it's going to be outlawed is by hitters learning to hit where people aren't, which is the essence of hitting.
Which is also very...
lose.
I mean, pitchers are better than they've probably ever been. And it's a a hard thing.
Did you just say hitters are better than they've ever been?
No, pitchers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't believe that either.
I do.
Pitchers are better than they've ever been?
Yeah, you have a wider pool. Before, it used to have a couple guys that would dominate the league, and they're greats. They're all-timers.
Okay,
but now your average 4 would have been a 2 back in 1980.
Okay, save that for Ricky Patalico tomorrow. We will bring that up with Ricky.
Oh, boy.
Tomorrow morning.
Be kind to me, Rick.
We'll see if we send it. By the way, so my buddy Joe says to me the variety of Hank's sauce.
I have 2 Hanks in my fridge.
From Sea Isle
Hank's
are
is
amazing.
awesome.
So Hank's is a Sea Isle
It's a
hot
Sea Isle
sauce?
company. They have a storefront down there, and they do sandwiches and food and stuff. But But they blew up. You can get their hot sauce a lot of places now. Most supermarkets have it. My beer distributor has
Hank
it.
sauce.
Hank sauce. There's probably
They started in Sea Isle, and they've become this.
They blew up.
Really?
They probably have like 6 or 7 different flavors, I'd say. I like their standard hot. If you like cilantro, their cilantro hot's pretty good. They have a camouflage one that's pretty good.
What's a camouflage one?
It's a combination of a bunch of different like peppers. It's all good. I recommend them all.
Wow.
Hank sauce rules. Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll be down in a couple of weeks, so I'm going to grab some Hank sauce.
Oh, you can grab it at your local grocery.
I don't have to go to the grocery store anymore.
What are you guys doing, delivery?
No, my wife's here.
Oh, well, she can grab you a
So
bottle.
she doesn't like to shop with me.
Yeah.
She says that I always end up getting things that we don't need.
So what?
It's like I'm like that's we don't need that.
Yeah.
You know we don't need to be picking that up.
But does it get eaten?
Yeah, but I don't want. I'll be like, why aren't we getting this? She's like, just
I
let
get
me-
yelled at because I'm tall, so I naturally grab high.
And that's the higher prices.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I get yelled at.
I
for
love
that
food
stuff.
shopping.
We went to
I absolutely love it.
We went to BJ's Wholesale the other day.
Mm-hmm.
We tried the one in Conchie, or was it in Plymouth Meeting? It was either Conchie or Plymouth Meeting. And she said, we spent $100 more because you were with me.
Yeah. I'm bad, too.
Because I just was like, well, look.
Ooh, that
look at
looks
this
good.
deal. Why wouldn't we get this?
Yeah.
And she goes, but why do you want to put every I figure we have the storage.
Yeah, stock up.
Stock up.
Yeah.
She goes, what are you stocking up for?
Well, the other day, Acme had a 4 for $20 random meats thing, like one sausage, one chicken, one this, one
that's
that.
awesome.
And I just grabbed it, and she didn't really fight me on it, but I was like, this is for the freezer.
You know what I would have done, Johnny? I would have taken my credit card away and said, all right, I'll take all my stuff away, including my credit card. You can buy everything else.
Really?
That's what I would have done.
I think this is a road you don't want to go down.
I think
Pat.
this is
You know
another
why?
one you don't want to.
Because when you describe me, I am a
King in his kingdom.
You are?
Yeah.
Want to play that game? Oh, it's so
Yeah.
expensive when I tag along.
Oh,
Guess
boy.
what? Here comes my Capital One Venture card.
I would like to say, Pat, that I am the king without royal subjects. That's what I like to say. I have no royal subjects.
It's always good to have self-awareness.
The king is being tossed aside at any time now. So, by the way, just in at your local PJ Wellahan's, the wing of the month, Cool Ranch Doritos.
I've already had them.
Created by Jamie Lynch. And Pat, your review?
Oh, they're incredible. Yeah, they're a must.
I got a tweet last night from somebody that got some. and it
Profit
said very
margins
good.
looking good, you think, Pat?
Yeah.
I tried.
Yeah.
I tried the other night.
I think they'll do better than Bob's profit-wise because Bob's were so expensive. But I don't think you can go wrong with either Bob's or Jamie's.
By the way, the PJ Wellahan's was supposed to be, I think, open in Broomall by now. They had to delay construction by like 3 months just
Yeah.
because of Bob's Wings.
They were trying to sell off the J in PJ Wellahan's.
Just seeing if they could.
Just to see if they can recoup some of the money from Bob.
But Bob's Wings were very popular.
Not a lot of people are going to bars named Peas.
Very
P.
popular.
Wellahan's, baby.
I have a shopping adventure for you. And I want to know which one of us on the show would ever want to do it. And you can play along, too. So stick with us. John Kincade Show on 97.5 The Fanatic. You know that in just a few short weeks, we're sending our college-bound freshmen off for the first time, and we already know how it's all going to be paid for. Well, because College Ave student loans helped us out. CollegeAv.com takes the stress out of paying for college. I've never understood oh my gosh, we have to pay this college loan back? Oh, I didn't even realize how much this was going to be costing me. Well, why don't you do the thing before you take the college loan? Go to collegeav.com. You see all your loan options in action. You see their student loan calculator. You get an instant credit decision and your rate. You apply in just 3 minutes, and you can build a private student loan that keeps pace with your family's budget and your students' goals, so they're going to know exactly what it costs once they graduate. An intelligent consumer. Go to collegeav.com. It's a better student loan experience. It's going to relieve the stress. And if you log on tonight with your college-bound student, you can get them entered for the free textbooks for a year sweepstakes. It's another way that College Ave can help you manage unexpected expenses along that collegiate journey. There's no purchase necessary to enter. See official rules for details. Go to collegeav.com/free books.
The John Kincade Show.
I am so excited I can't stand it.
On 97.5 The Fanatic. Philadelphia. The Fanatic's Business of Sports is powered by Pico for Business.
The Flyers have struggled in attendance recently, and their play on the ice certainly has to be a symptom but is it truly the cause? Did you know the Flyers are currently the 12th most expensive night out in the NHL, meaning the cost of a family of 4 to attend a game? Many a times, an expense for a product might be adjusted due to market pressures. Empty seats should be doing that. Come on, Flyers. Make the adjustment. Businesses of all types and sizes are saving money with Pico because Pico's got the financial incentives and technical expertise to help you reduce your energy use and to save cash. See how Pico's helping businesses like yours take greater control of their energy costs to improve their bottom line. Simply complete a customer survey on Pico's digital portal and an energy profile. The report will be generated for you, and this profile is going to provide specific recommendation based on your facilities, equipment, and energy use with great ways to save while either maintaining or increasing productivity.
It's Hoagie Fest. Today's the day. Follow your taste buds. They'll show you the way. Hoagie Fest is here. Na, 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 na.
Wawa Hoagie Fest is back. Summer tastes better when it's full of Hoagie love. Get $5 shorties and $6 classic hoagies. Limited time only. See store for exclusions.
There's an epic cookie battle happening right now at Wawa. Will it be Oreo cookies and cream frozen beverages? Or will you choose Chips Ahoy cream smoothies, milkshakes, and more? If you can't choose one, go for both in our limited time ultimate cookie mashup, made with real pieces of Oreo and Chips Ahoy cookies. 2 legendary cookies, 1 epic frozen treat. Gotta have a Wawa.
Come on, we're gonna be late to the cookout.
I was just packing up my famous mac and cheese.
I hope you packed the Pepto, too.
Huh?
Pepto-Bismol provides fast relief from heartburn and indigestion. You know, that uncomfortable feeling after you eat too much. And after the deviled eggs, baked beans, and barbecue ribs, you're gonna need it.
Barbecue ribs? I should probably pack an extra shirt, too.
Good call.
When you have nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea.
Pepto-Bismol. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Staples has everything for school at great prices. So this year you won't go back to school. You'll be ready to move forward and master 5th grade math.
I can't do this. It's impossible.
Not you, Dad. Your daughter. Staples will help her move forward.
Right.
Right now, Staples comp books and number 2 pencils are just 50 cents each. Plus, 2 pocket paper folders are only 25 cents each. Everything on your list at amazing prices. Staples. We're not going back. We're going forward to school. Ends 8/27 in store only. Limit 30.
It's not easy being the one everyone counts on to keep the facility running, no matter the weather or supply chain hiccup. But we get you, Raymond in Buffalo, and Maria in Miami, Jules in Minneapolis, and Stan in Central Indiana, taking control of everything that's under your control. At Grainger, we're here for you with experienced branch staff at over 250 locations so you get the product you're looking for. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
As a contractor installing windows, you deserve a simple choice. Anderson 400 Series windows. They're the cladwood windows contractors trust the most. So much so, they're the windows contractors trust for their own homes. And they even have fewer callbacks for extra peace of mind. When it comes to windows, the choice is simple. It's Anderson 400 Series windows. The windows contractors trust the most. Request a quote at AndersonWindows.com today.
Claims based on 2022 Anderson brand survey of U.S. contractors.
If you're a small business, there are lots of choices when it comes to your internet and technology needs. But when you choose Comcast Business Internet, you choose the largest, fastest, reliable network. You choose advanced security for total peace of mind. And you choose fiber solutions with speeds up to 10 gigs available to more small businesses than any other provider. That's virtually everywhere we serve. The choice is clear. Get unbeatable business solutions from the most innovative company. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Restrictions apply. Not available in all areas. Actual speeds vary.
We buy any car. We buy any car. We buy any car. Any.
Trading in or selling your car, truck, or SUV? WeBuyAnyCar.com takes the hassle out of selling in just 3 easy steps. 1. Get your free online valuation. 2. Drive to your local car buying center. And 3. Walk out with your check in as little as 30 minutes. So don't wait. Get your free online valuation now at WeBuyAnyCar.com.
Find out how much your car's worth at We Buy Any Car.
Hey guys, it's Andrew. At CSL Plasma, you can make up to $825 this month when you donate plasma at any of CSL Plasma's tri-state area donation centers. That's money in your pocket for doing a great deed. Plasma donations help create therapies to treat patients with rare and serious diseases, and the process, it's similar to donating blood. For locations and info on how you can donate plasma and earn up to $825 this month, visit CSLPlasma.com. Walk-ins are welcome. CSL Plasma, good for you, great for life.
Hey, guys, step up to the tee and take a swing at betting the PGA Tour on FanDuel Sportsbook in partnership with Valley Forge. New customers can bet the tour with a no-sweat first bet and get $1,000 back in free bets if you don't win. You have the 3M Open this weekend in Minnesota. Now, last weekend, the Open Championship over in Scotland, a lot of the guys take this week off. But you have some big names out there, Tony Finau, Jason Day, Ricky Fowler. They're all going to be in Minnesota this week. Take a look at those guys and take a look at last year's results from the tournament. You might find a winner in there. FanDuel has great daily promotions, and I love when I win. I get paid faster than a blistering drive off the tee. See for yourself why FanDuel is America's #1 sportsbook. Download the FanDuel Sportsbook app and sign up using promo code Bob to get started with your no-sweat first bet up to $1,000. That's promo code Bob. FanDuel Sportsbook, the official betting operator of the PGA Tour. 21 plus and present in Pennsylvania. First online real money wager only. Refund issued as non-withdrawable site credit that expires in 14 days. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. If you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
There is nothing bougie about this show. Look, I'm the only guy in here from Delco.
On 97.5 The Fanatic. Philadelphia.
You know, Martin Law is Philly's original law firm for injured workers. Schedule yourself a free consultation today at paworkinjury.com. Our man Ricky Batalica will not join us tomorrow.
What do you say, Rick?
You're not going to scold him? He gets on the best show ever, and he just starts to just say,
I mean,
don't have time for us?
That would be on you if you're not surprised.
I'm telling you, it's just...
I just expected this type of stuff from Rick.
No, I mean, you know, Egan told me, expect this. This is what happens when egos explode.
Like the other day, he walked in and he was wearing sunglasses indoors the entire time. He just...
You know what Larry David says
That's
about
a bad
that.
move.
Like, I walked up and said, hey, and he just grabbed a piece of paper that I had and
Did he
started
sign it?
signing it and
Yeah.
handed it back to me and said, here you go, kid. And I went, like, dude, this was a script that we had to do. Like, I needed this. And he ruined it.
I saw him and I said, hey, aren't you that guy who's going to work with Jen Scordo? And he was a little salty with me.
Yeah, he didn't like that?
Nah, a little salty. Jen's got her hands full, man.
He'll box you down like Barry Bonds.
Jen's going to be on a daily basis dealing with Ricky and Tyrone and Hunter, which is like you took a Red Bull and a Monster Energy and you just poured them all together and you chugged it.
Got a little cocktail.
Oh, man.
It's going to be fun.
Okay, it's going to be a great show. It starts August the 1st. And everybody charging up their batteries right now, getting some time off. Hunter on his honeymoon. Ricky on a honeymoon from us. And Tyrone enjoying some time away, too. So they're all getting charged up for the best show ever. I don't know how to say it with a question mark. The best show ever?
There you go.
Ever?
You did it well.
Comes up on August the 1st. You don't want to miss it. Bob's got something on the Eagles backups I want to get to here in a second. I got to tell you something. Is there a when you have teenagers, sometimes they go back and they say, I'm going to start to watch a show that's from an old period of time, and they go back and they watch it, and they're watching it for the first time, and they're like, do you want to watch it with me? And so last night, Liv was like, Dad, I'm starting this show. Do you want to watch it? And I watched the first 2 episodes of it, and I had not watched it. And I'm trying to figure out if it gets any better. Community.
Oh. It's...
Never seen it.
I like Community. It's not for everyone.
Joel McHale is such a...
You know, he was a University of Washington tight end.
He's such a...
It's not for everyone. I think it's funny. I think the cast is really good. I don't see you liking it.
I watched the first 2 episodes, and I was like,
it's
okay.
unique humor, kind of.
Yeah.
Is it raunchy? Is it
it's quirky.
It's quirky.
It's quirky humor.
But it wasn't raunchy or anything.
No, it's not.
No.
It was on like NBC. It wasn't.
How long was that show on?
Probably about 5 years.
Oh, I thought it was more than that.
Does it get better? Pat, did you watch it?
I watched a couple episodes.
Oh, just a couple
didn't
episodes.
really hook me, but
yeah,
it's good. Donald Glover, that was what kind of his big bust
It didn't
out.
really hook me. I saw
Ali,
Ken.
what's
I
her
saw
name?
Ken. From The Hangover. Ken Jeong.
Yeah, he was big in that. And the other girl, Allison McBree?
Joel McHale.
Whatever.
I like
Allison
her.
Brie. She's
Not
gorgeous. Yeah.
All right.
6 seasons for the Community.
Ooh, wow.
It's funny.
How long ago was it out?
2009 it premiered, I believe.
I don't have a lot of things that I like watching with my daughter, to tell you the truth. Like, we tried to watch a movie one time, and it was way...
The Material was too?
Yeah. I can't watch...
It was Dewey Cox. Walk Hard.
Yeah.
Well, that's because
that lasted like 10 minutes, and then, no.
But a sitcom you could watch with your kid.
Probably, I don't know if we have, like, the great... Like, do you have a movie that you like watching with Olivia that's kind of over the top? Didn't you say there's a movie?
She loved the Austin Powers movies, which I didn't consider. And they had some sexual content, but not anything that was just jokes.
Yeah.
She loved the Austin Powers movies. She likes guy humor. So she enjoys stupid. She loves South Park. We watched South Park together.
Yeah.
She loves
that's
South
just quality programming.
She thinks that's great. She loves Family Guy. And I don't know a lot of girls who really enjoy Family Guy. That it's more of a guy humor show.
Yeah, probably.
She loves Family Guy.
By the way, in the Community, Chevy Chase turned off the entire cast. He was apparently hated.
Well, he was a jerk.
But
he always was a jerk.
Yeah, I know. But this was, I think, where he got exposed. Where this next generation was like, "Who's this guy?"
Hey,
screw him.
What if I took you on a shopping experience? Have you ever seen Storage Wars? The television show Storage Wars, where people go and there are locked up storage bins.
Yep.
And you have to bid on what the contents are.
Oh, a little bit I've seen of it, yeah.
And people bid on the contents.
I know
and
of
then
them. I never really watched
you make a bid, and then they open up the content, and you get what's inside. And it may be junk. It may be a treasure. Did you know that there's an unclaimed baggage store? Have you ever heard of this?
Yeah.
I did not know that any of this existed.
Same thing with Amazon packages.
Really?
Yeah, you can buy unclaimed mail. You can buy unclaimed Amazon packages, yeah.
There is an unclaimed baggage store where you can purchase lost items, and these items are 60 days or longer not recovered at the airport.
Huh.
They can get rid of them, and so they literally sell them, and then they go up for auctions. Unclaimed baggage after 60 days. How about this? This unclaimed baggage store, you then bid on it. People have gotten a live rattlesnake was in a bag, and the live rattlesnake was alive after 60 days. Was in a bag.
Bug out.
A camera from a space shuttle. A platinum Rolex valued at more than $60,000.
Wow.
Was in one of these bags.
How do you not claim that? Is it AI?
There is I do not know. Would you go and what do you buy though? Do you buy by the bag? I mean, do you look at the bag and say,
yeah, you probably
there's
judge
probably
it off of that.
good people, good rich people stuff in it. You do not get to touch the bag. You just get to look at the bag.
I would imagine the 60,000 Rolex bag was probably an expensive bag, and if you're familiar with bags, you could probably
You're saying somebody's going to have
that's
something.
probably worth a gamble right there. Does it say what the average bag goes for?
It depends because people will buy Louis Vuitton bags and
Just
bid
for the
on them,
bags, yeah.
and will bid on them from $700 to $2,200.
That's probably still a bargain for the bag itself.
How much is the bag?
Some of those are outrageous.
Wait a minute. Hey, you're talking about a Louis
Amy has one.
No.
No, but a Louis Vuitton bag, you're paying $2,200 for a used one?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Oh, my gosh. Okay, I have no idea what things cost.
Whoa.
That's incredible to me.
Louis Vuitton luggage.
Like
I just typed it in.
What's the cost?
One monogrammed costs $4,200.
Oh my gosh!
Another one's $3,100.
Wait a minute.
I mean, you can get some as cheap as $1,200.
Wait a minute. You're checking baggage and you're checking something that's worth $4,000?
Yeah.
How stupid are you?
Yeah.
Now, if you carried a bag on, if you told me I bought a bag and you had more money than God to burn, and you just carried it on the plane with you, that's different.
This $4,200
checking?
one looks like you can get it in the overhead.
Okay, because if you're checking it, it's ridiculous.
It should get in the overhead by itself
Yes,
if you're
it
paying
should
that
pack
much money
itself.
for it. My God.
Oh, my gosh.
Well,
Yeah,
when you got
that's crazy.
endless amounts of money, why not?
Coach, you say you would go.
Does God have money? Like, there's some phrases I don't understand.
I said endless amounts of money. I don't know.
No, John said more money than God,
More
which is
money
a
than
common
God.
phrase.
No,
God,
he doesn't have any money.
yeah, God doesn't have any
He's
money.
not a material possession, bro.
Are buttons cute?
No.
Are you kidding me? Do you know how much the Catholic Church makes? Yeah, God has money.
Buttons,
God's good.
cute.
God
Like,
himself.
oh, cute as a button. I never looked at a button and said, "Oh my God, that's cute."
Do you ever see the drip that some of these archbishops have? The Pope?
Cute
The Pope,
as a
They're
button?
not God.
They've
God,
got,
as
they've
a
got
button?
money.
The church has money.
Every church has money.
Yeah, they're spending it on
The
God.
Every
closest
single church.
thing to God on
You see
earth
Joel-
supposedly was Jesus, who was poor.
You see Joel Osteen's house?
Yeah.
My gosh, every church has money. Anybody who says that it creates a church makes money.
I don't think of God sitting like in a
money.
throne with
I think the
just
church,
throwing around
the saint
hundreds.
should be has more
Lighting
money than
cigars
church.
Has more money than church.
$100 bills. I don't see God doing that.
Coach, would you go to this unclaimed place and would you bid if I said you had to bring the average bid for an item was going to be $200, $300? Would you go and would you bid?
Yeah, I'm in.
You're in. Wow.
Storage Wars, they have marathons on. I don't even know if it's Discovery or whatever channel it's on. I'll sit there and watch.
It's on the History Channel.
Whatever.
Is it?
Hours.
Maybe A&E.
Love it. Love Storage Wars.
Oprah Network. I can't do. I've seen it before, but I can't sit through the story that each person's talking to the camera and telling them about. Well, I'm Vern, and once I found a tractor in one, and I redid it. And
That's not how they talk there.
Well, no, I've seen the shows, and they fight with each other.
Yeah, but Vern's not on there.
Are these people
Vern's on
opening
there.
the bags
Hey, Vern.
like, as soon as they get it? Like
I
right
guess
there?
so. It's not on. By the way, there's a YouTube channel on it. You can check it out.
I'm curious. I would have interest in attending one of those.
Oh, man. Hey, let's find out what's in Pat's brain. Because you see, Pat always has takes.
I swear, he does.
He does.
He's probably just cranking out some web content.
He probably does.
Yeah.
And he has.
Takes a while to get to it.
Yeah.
With or without. Either way, it's time for Pat's Takes. Our perfect show just ended.
Yeah, full transparency. I did not realize it was 7:42. I thought it was like 7:15. So I
There
just
you go.
lost
See, there
track
you
of
go.
time.
Well,
Guys,
when you're having fun, you lose track of time, Pat.
that is certainly one way to put it. Okay, now, when you have access to social media, it can be pretty dangerous. When you have two accounts on the same device, you're playing with fire.
Oh, boy.
Like, for example, just hypothetically here, when you want to tweet from your burner account that it's stupid for baseball to end the All-Star game in a tie because it determines home field advantage in the World Series, and it actually hasn't determined home field advantage for years now.
Yeah, but it used to.
Yeah,
It did 6 years ago, Pat.
you tweet that take from your professional
From your
account.
professional
Everybody laughs and mocks you. It's just it's a bad day. But that doesn't even compare to what happened to Cristiano Giarratetta.
Easy for you to say.
I don't know. I don't have to tell you guys who Giarratetta is, but for the non-soccer fans out there,
Yeah, exactly.
he is the chief of Watford, which I believe is basically the GM of the team. All right, so
The
chief
chief
is the GM.
of Watford.
Yeah, so with the transfer period over, the only thing that Giaretta is trying to transfer is himself into an insanely hot woman. He probably meant to share this photo on a burner account, but Giaretta posted a picture of a very attractive, scantily clad woman who her fun parts were covered up with pictures of butterflies. Now, look, picture was awesome.
Fun parts?
Yeah, I don't know what.
I like that.
Yeah, look, the picture was great. It
He means
brought
her brain.
Brought me a lot of joy. But when you have that kind of job, it's probably not the best idea to put that out there on your personal account because you have such a high profile. Luckily for Giarratetta, the ownership seems to be giving him a yellow card. Club came out and said that they consider this a private matter on a personal account, and they won't be making a further statement about it. So, to put a bow on this is basically the equivalent of Howie Roseman posting a photo on his Instagram account of some of Delaware Avenue's top talent and then going on business as usual.
Interesting. I guess it's a personal account. How great a player is he, though? Do the rules change if you're the scrub on the roster?
No, he's the GM.
No, but if you're a scrub on a roster and you did this, if you're the coach, if you did this, doesn't it matter as how respected you are? Like that you can get away with it?
I mean,
you know what I mean?
At the end of the day, it's like it's on the Instagram story, but have you guys ever accidentally tweeted something that you didn't mean to or put something out?
No.
Okay.
Because I don't have multiple accounts.
Okay.
I'm not Kevin Durant. I can actually take critique.
That's fine.
There you go.
Oakland A's are baseball's version of a charity case. They're one step away from having a portly 60-year-old who tells you that for 25 cents a day you can sponsor them and make a difference. They play in a toilet that probably needs to get renovated. They've sold off just about any player with value. Their owner may or may not be Rachel Phelps. Even their GM knows they suck.
The problem we're trying to solve is that there are rich teams and there are poor teams. Then there's 50 feet of crap, and then there's us.
But even bad teams get to be represented at the All-Star game. The A's All-Star rep was pitcher Paul Blackburn, having a really decent year with a 3.62 ERA and 18 starts. But just because you're an All-Star doesn't mean that the A's are abandoning Frontier Airlines for the private life. They booked Blackburn a commercial flight, cashing in some of the team's airline miles in order to save some cash. Now, before you rip the A's, they weren't totally heartless in this. It was a nonstop flight, so there weren't any layovers.
And it was first class.
Yeah, but it was a flight. Everything's first class in Frontier there, Johnny.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize that.
It was a flight that Blackburn ultimately didn't have to take because when the Houston Astros found out about this, they told Blackburn he could hitch a ride with them. And the A's were okay with it because they were able to get their miles refunded.
Oh.
But this is pretty wild because the Astros are a divisional rival, and the A's were totally cool with the Astros flying their lone all-star out on their dime. But in the end, it's just as simple as, rivals helping out rivals.
How can you not be romantic about baseball?
Do you think that they have to send a private jet for him?
I don't think the private jet would have cost that much because you're going from Oakland to L.A. I think it's a really bad look on an organization that's had a lot of bad
some other
looks.
team.
And it's especially bad that the Astros, as soon as the organization found out the Astros were willing to give this guy a ride because it looks so bad, they should have probably ponied up the $2,000 or whatever it's going to cost. Because at the end of the day, it's a drop of a bucket. But this is a team that was highlighted in the movie, and it's true. They had to pay for soda in their clubhouse. So this is a history with them.
He's going from Oakland to L.A.
Yeah, he probably could have
It's like a half-hour flight.
Yeah.
That's a little longer than that, isn't it?
We don't actually know if he was going from Oakland to L.A. because how did he hitch a ride with Houston?
Right,
he might have actually been located in Houston.
They might have finished in Houston.
Yeah, that's not good, though.
It's not a good look.
It's not a good look.
No. And then finally today,
Juan Soto also said that the Nationals turned him down on the charter.
No, they offered him a private flight, but it was when he turned 60 years old.
That's really interesting.
Deferred private
and he
flight.
would have gotten to board first. Look, they offered. They sent him first class.
By the way, yes, the Athletics ended in Houston, so it would be going from Houston to LA.
I don't care. Look, for me and you, and it's
to them, it's a slap in the face.
To them, that's
incredible.
You're right.
A first class flight is a slap
imagine
in the
you're
face.
sitting there and
it'd be cool, right?
You're on a Southwest Airlines flight, and there's Paul Blackburn, and he's the first face you see with his All-Star jersey and his hat on. All right,
the ice cream sundaes in first class. Ooh, baby,
delicious.
Oh, not anymore.
They used to be.
Yeah,
great.
you don't get them anymore.
Oh man,
no, you don't get it anymore. They barely feed you.
Today in history, 1858, the first fee was charged to watch a baseball game.
Really?
Any of you
5
guys,
cents. Yeah, it cost me a nickel.
You wrote a story about it that day.
I did.
No, it was actually 50 cents.
Oh, well, those were the good
50
seats.
cents?
I sat in the cheap seats.
That's a lot of money back then.
Yeah, it is. Fans saw a good one, though. They saw New York beat Brooklyn 22-18.
Wow.
Because there was no
shifts in those games.
Yeah, no shifts.
Offense sells.
1976, Hank Aaron hit his final home run, number 755. And then in 1994, O.J. Simpson offered $500,000 to anyone with evidence of who killed his wife and Ron Goldman. No word on if he ever just cut himself a check.
Did anyone hold a mirror up to him?
Or if he just put $500,000 in a card and mailed it to himself. But he offered the money. He should probably just, transferred accounts from checking to savings. But yeah.
He's still looking for the real killer. Hasn't found him.
Yeah, he's
still looking out there.
He wrote that book, If I Did It.
If I Did It.
Just hypothetically speaking here, yeah.
I would have found him. I would have found him not guilty if I was on the jury. Absolutely would have found him.
Oh, they botched that entire case.
They botched the case. And the minute that the lead investigator in the case has to get called to the stand the second time and is asked, "Did you plant evidence in the case?" and he says, "I plead the fifth," done. Not guilty, free. If the lead investigator can't just say, "No, I didn't plant evidence in the case," the minute that I heard that, he would have been.
Jay, you just posted on 97.5thefanatic.com. Jamie posted his things he's watching on TV this week. One of those things, though, should be the O.J. Simpson, the American trial or whatever it is. It's
the
on
one
Netflix.
with Schwimmer.
Yeah,
I watched it.
That wasn't bad. That wasn't bad.
Yeah.
The cast was awesome.
Yeah, it was a really good.
That was well
done. Everything in that case. Yeah.
By the way, the murder weapon was in that golf bag that Kardashian got rid of.
Oh, that he threw it out?
You mean the golf bag that disappeared that Robert Kardashian picked up?
Did you ever hear Al Michaels' take on it?
No.
So Al Michaels was really this is an Al Michaels book, which is really good read.
Okay.
Al Michaels was really good friends with OJ. They would play tennis together in golf, and when this happened, he went to go visit OJ, and he said the moment he knew that OJ did it was the fact that he never once said, like, I didn't do it. And he was so casual and cavalier about the whole situation. And he never really asked, like, you know, how was she or anything. Like, there was no... It was as if you're talking to somebody that already knew all the answers, and there was no pleading of innocence or anything. He was just...
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's
the question that he asked, I forget what it was, but the question that he asked was a dead giveaway to Al Michaels of, I probably should distance myself from this guy.
Wow. That's not good.
Do you have that book still? The Al Michaels book?
I got it on audiobook, and I quote read it.
You listened to it?
Yeah, I don't know. What's the proper term?
Did Al do it in his own? Did Al do it in his own voice?
He did. It was half in his own voice and then half in somebody else's, which is a little distracting at first. But it was a really interesting look into the history and his broadcasting career of going from Hawaii to Cincinnati to San Francisco.
Because I heard Joe Buck did it too.
Oh God,
he did it also.
Horrible.
He did the Al Michaels.
Did you set me up for that?
He did the Al Michaels book.
See, I'm thinking you're asking me a real question.
Audio version.
Yourself up
and
for
said, here's what Al was thinking at this point. Now, look, when Al was making this call in the 80 Olympic game, this is what he was thinking. This is gonna. Where am I going to miss Joe Buck this year? Where's it at? ESPN?
Yeah, he's doing
Monday Night Football.
Yeah,
I miss Monday Night Football a hell of a lot more than I miss Sunday afternoon. So I'm okay with this.
Absolutely. As long as we're not losing him from football, I think he's really good. The World Series is going to be weird without him.
It is.
Yeah.
Are you gonna? Is it the kind? Is he? You honestly, you consider him one of the iconic like voices? Like,
yeah,
just means it's a big deal. Really?
100%.
Yeah. Joe Buck.
Yeah, his call of I mean, this is a Philly call, but his call of Matt Stairs was incredible.
Matt Stairs was Into the Night. Wasn't that Into the Night?
Into the Night, yeah.
I remember, what was it? I think Chip Carey messed up the Jimmy Rollins call when Rollins did the walk-off in Game 4.
I thought it was Game 5.
Was it Game 5 walk? It was a Game 5 walk-off. And he
how did he mess it up?
Oh, he messed it up. They went back and they redid it.
Oh, did they?
Google the story. They had to go back and redo it. The call of the game afterwards.
If you want a better call, watch, and they have it on YouTube, Phillies postgame, which featured, it was Michael Barkin,
Ryan,
Dutch, and Ricky. And Ricky and Michael are freaking out because Michael's screaming that's going to win the game, and Ricky's like, no, it's not. Like, he's kind of waiting for it to happen, and then all of a sudden Dutch just goes, wow.
Wow.
It was
That's so typical, right?
It was an amazing look, though, into the postgame, and why they do such a good job there is because they actually care about the product. And
that's a great end. I'd love to see that one if someone digs that one up. All right, we got a lot. We've fallen behind on some things, too. But do you know that on paper, we could be looking at the best Sixers roster ever? I think I want to put a question mark after that. It's John Kincade Show on 97.5 The Fanatic. I know BetParks is the official betting partner of the PGA Tour. Go to BetParks app. Check out the special boosts and wagers for the PGA Tour. You can download it now and make your first bet if you're a new customer risk-free up to $750. You can bet on baseball, and you can bet on more than the score. One of the great things is being able to bet on individual player performances. The other day, I took advantage of one of the great odds boosts that they offered. If you had a 3-leg parlay, they were going to double your odds, which was great. So that was an awesome chance for me to get plus 560 odds, and I cashed it, which was fun. You know, you can do the live in-game wagering, too. You come to a game late, you pick it up, you bet on it there. Plus, football's right around the corner. You want to get on those futures bets? Do it now. How about putting a risk-free bet down on one of those futures bets? Go to pa.betparks.com, use my promo code Kincade, and use the risk-free bet of up to $750 for your new customers. Got to be 21 in Pennsylvania or New Jersey. Gambling problem? Please call 1-800-GAMBLER.
The John Kincade Show.
I know that most people find his calm leadership to be a gentle, soothing beacon at a time of great social chaos.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
There's a reason Comcast Business powers more businesses than any other provider. Actually, there's a few. Comcast Business offers the fastest, reliable network, the peace of mind that comes with Security Edge, helping to protect all your connected devices, and the most reliable 5G mobile network. Want me to keep going? I can. Whether your small business is starting or growing, you need Comcast Business. Technology solutions that put you ahead and give you serious savings. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
There's never been a better time to get started with gig speed internet and advanced security from Comcast Business. And now, for a limited time, get 3 months on us. Call or go online today to learn more. And 7/21/2022. Restrictions apply. New Comcast Business 1 gigabit internet. Security Edge, 1 voice line and Connection Pro customers only. 3-year contract required. 3 months on us after prepaid card redemption. Comcast Business Mobile utilizes the network with the most Root Metrics 5G data reliability wins in 2H 2021. Results may vary. Award is not an endorsement.
Parents, are you tired of helping put your kids' shoes on? They're squirming, watching cartoons, anything but helping. Luckily, it's Skechers to the rescue. Introducing new hands-free Skechers slip-ins. Footwear you can just get your kids to step into and their shoes are on. You don't need to bend over. You don't need to sit on the floor and try to wrangle them on. And they're available in all types of Skechers styles with and without laces, and most are machine washable. Find Skechers slip-ins for kids or mom and dad at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever stylish shoes are sold.
Staples has everything for school at great prices. So this year you won't go back to school. You'll be ready to move forward and build that papier-mâché volcano.
I am not cleaning this up.
Ooh, yeah, I meant the kids. Staples will help them move forward. Right now, Crayola 10-count markers and 12-count colored pencils are just 99 cents each, and Staples 1-subject notebooks are only 35 cents. Everything on your list at amazing prices. Staples, we're not going back. We're going forward to school. Ends 8/27 in-store only, limit 30.
This radio commercial was made to convince you to stop speeding. We can't use siren sound effects on the radio, so we'll use other equally jarring sound effects to get your attention. Like telling you that whether you drive a little over the speed limit or a lot, you can crash just the same. You could hurt yourself, or worse, others.
I'm at the scene of the collision.
And the damage you cause will be beyond repair. See, we didn't have to use crash or siren sounds after all. Speeding catches up with you. Brought to you by NHTSA.
In the wee hours of the night, when everyone else is fast asleep, you're the one on third shift, burning the midnight oil. When a part fails and everything comes to a grinding halt, regardless of what the clock on the wall says, you leap into action. Grainger is with you and all the ones who get it done. With 24/7 customer support by phone or click to chat. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
With Philly Pretzel Factory, there are no wrong choices. But beware, everyone loves pretzels. So be sure to get enough for the whole gang. No matter how big or small your celebration might be, there's a party tray for you. To find your nearest Philadelphia store, visit PhillyPretzelFactory.com and click Find a Store. Pretzel Factory stores are ready and eager to serve you the hot, soft pretzel you've been longing for. Philly Pretzel Factory, where better gets made. Find your store at PhillyPretzelFactory.com.
Progressive presents Married to Your Home.
If you want to leave me for another house, I totally understand.
House? Where's this coming from?
It's just, I know there's some newer homes on the market.
I didn't even know that, because I'm not looking.
I bet those other houses don't have a crack in their foundations.
You know that crack doesn't bother me.
No matter how much you already love your house, you'll love it more knowing you could save big bundling your home and auto with Progressive. Coverage from Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and third-party insurers. Bundle discount not available in all states or situations.
If you're a window installer, keep it simple. Choose Anderson 400 Series windows. They're the cladwood windows contractors trust the most. So much so, they're the windows contractors trust for their own homes. And with fewer callbacks, the choice is simple. It's Anderson 400 Series windows, the windows contractors trust the most. Get started at AndersonWindows.com today.
Claims based on 2022 Anderson brand survey of U.S. contractors.
20,000 bonus points, 18.99% variable APR, and a $32 statement credit when you spend $200 before your dog's 8th birthday.
Credit card ads have all sorts of numbers, but they mean nothing to you if you don't get approved. So here's Credit Karma's number, 50. Like members who shop on Credit Karma get approved over 50% more often than the national average. Now that's a number you can rely on. Credit Karma. Apply with more confidence. Member approval rates in 2021 over 50% higher than 2020 CFPB national average.
When it's getting heated, Philly, Dunkin' is keeping it calm, cool, and cold brew. With an ice-cold cold brew. And not just any cold brew, but one topped with brown sugar, cold foam coolness. with Dunkin's new brown sugar cream cold brew. America runs on Dunkin'. Price and participation may vary. Limited time offer. Terms apply.
There's absolutely no project that you can't tackle with the help of my friends from Lawn and Golf Supply Company in Phoenixville. Do you need help with those endless amounts of grass cuttings or edging or trimming or whatever you got to do? Lawn and Golf Supply Company has a huge selection of outdoor power equipment in stock, which is very important, including those gorgeous zero-turn and riding mowers. If you've got weeds that are overgrown and landscaping beds around your house that you've lost control of, take back control with dealer exclusives from all the top brands like Cub Cadet, Ferris, Husqvarna, Stinger, and more. And if you're looking for that more luxurious yard, Lawn and Golf Supply offers seed and fertilizing programs that will make your yard the envy of all your neighbors. From residential to commercial, Lawn and Golf Supply is the leader in outdoor power equipment. Plus, Lawn and Golf's service department can fix any make and model of equipment for dummies like me. Have them handle it all and get you back up and running in no time. Right now, Fanatic listeners get free delivery on any new equipment purchase. Just simply mention the Fanatic and get free delivery with your purchase. Visit lawn-golf.com. Lawn and Golf Supply Company. Everything turf.
WPEN Burlington, Philadelphia, a Beasley Media Group station, home of the most entertaining sports talk in Philadelphia. 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia. Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
Remember, when you leave the car, we don't have to leave your morning. Grab that 97.5 app.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Our 8 a.m. sponsor is Martin Law, the law firm for injured workers. Visit paworkinjury.com. Adam Schefter joins us in just a few moments. Adam back from a little time off, a little vacay. So we'll have a chance to chat with Adam as the Eagles are less than a week away from opening training camp. I'm looking forward to that one big time. Yesterday, you hear things. And you watch things. I don't know, is the NBA Today or whatever they call it on ESPN, and it's weird the amount of time I watched that show that I can't even get you the real title of the show, but I believe it's NBA Today. But Malik Andrews and them, they do a fine job. Zach Lowe said on paper, this is the best 76ers roster of the Joel Embiid era. And I said, really?
It's close.
I said, this team's better than the team that everyone breathlessly assures me would have won the 2019 NBA title?
I mean, that's the only one it competes with.
I mean, is it based on name recognition, name brand recognition, or actual tangible results? I like the looks of the team, but a few key cogs are showing major tread in the tires. Joel Embiid never shows that he can stay healthy. So to me, when I hear that from Zach Lowe, on paper, never applied to a franchise more than the Sixers. Because it's the actual on the court that they never seem to be able to master. On paper, wow, I mean, we would have had a parade by now. It's I'm so tired of hearing about what this organization is on paper.
Yeah.
And what it's supposed to be.
It's tough when you had a team with Jimmy Butler and Ben Simmons playing at an all-star level and Joel Embiid and J.J. Redick.
I think it's better than this team.
Yeah, I have to admit, DeAnthony Melton, I knew who he was, but I've dove in over the last couple of weeks into watching highlights and stuff of him.
He played a big role for Memphis.
He's going to be an interesting figure on this team.
What do you
I think this team's deeper. That team was probably more top-heavy loaded.
Yeah.
That team was more athletic. That team was younger.
Did they have like Ilyasova coming off the bench also? And
no. He was gone by then.
Yeah, they were gone by then.
I mean, their starting five was great. Outside of that, it was...
Yeah.
I'm so tired of hearing about on paper with the Sixers.
Well, I mean, anytime you're talking about a preseason scenario where you haven't seen the team play yet, it's all on paper.
Yeah, but no one's talking about that. No, the Warriors
I think
aren't
this team's
on paper.
deeper.
The Suns aren't on paper. That they're good on paper.
The Sixers will be good. I don't think you can remove the paper from it. They're a good basketball team.
Yeah, there's a lot of good basketball teams like them.
But they're better than they were last year.
I understand, but there's like 10 teams in the NBA that are of that type of caliber.
But the conversation is the most talented of Joel Embiid's career. It's one of the two best.
I think we're putting
rosters.
I think you're putting a question mark on that one.
No, I don't think so at all. I'll say it.
He says it's the best.
That's where it becomes a good
debate. He says it's definitive. It's the best.
I mean, it's a deeper team than that team. You had Tyrese Maxey made this what it is. If it's not for Tyrese, this isn't a conversation. You had Jimmy, Tobias, JJ with Ben and Joel. So you were able to financially swing kind of more than you are now because of just the way it unfolded.
The freedom.
All right,
yeah,
we'll
but
go through the team. Okay,
this team's deeper.
You've got Joel Embiid and you've got Tobias Harris.
Joel Embiid's playing at a higher level.
Yeah.
Then you've got Jimmy Butler, Ben Simmons, and JJ Redick in your starting five. And I'm going based off the last game of the season.
Right.
Okay, so the first and the only three to come off the bench in that last game, James Ennis III played 14 minutes. Mike Scott played almost 11
minutes.
It was
trash. I knew Mike Scott.
And Greg Monroe played almost.
Oh, my God.
Almost a minute and 45 seconds.
He never played in the NBA again after that.
So your comparison, I think, has to be Harden not against Simmons, but Harden against Butler. Who would you rather have?
Butler.
Well, you're talking point guard.
I'm just saying player.
Just
Forget
saying
position.
player. And who plays better in prime time when the lights are bright? Jimmy Butler.
That doesn't mean I'm taking him though.
Well, that's what I want. That's what I mean. I want the guy. It's gonna that when the lights are the brightest. That's when they're at their best. That's
a tough one.
It is.
Wow.
It's real tough.
That is a tough one. Yeah.
Well, I'm not talking about regular season.
No, but I think Jimmy and James are probably right around the same area
Pat,
of
where do you
NBA players. You know what I mean?
I do think this team. I think it's close. I do think this team is deeper, which makes the
no doubt
better.
deeper.
I mean,
On paper, they are.
Yeah, that three coming off the bench, you can just tell based on the minutes played that there wasn't a lot of faith in there. Greg Monroe came in for a minute 45 because they just needed a center.
Didn't Raul Neto get time in those playoffs?
He didn't, because I think that was the next year.
That was
I
next
think that's
year.
when
Was
they
it
did
2020?
the reshape.
Okay.
But yeah, it's. I mean, it was Drek. It was gross.
Yeah,
this is going to be
that starting five was better. This team is better as a top nine.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is what I absolutely want. I want that definitive for me because there's no excuses this year. So we have no more excuses.
Nobody said there was.
No, I mean, no, we can't have any excuses from this point on.
Well, we don't. That's impossible to say this early on. It's impossible.
Well, no, I said catastrophic injury. I always cast out there as someone tears up a knee and can't play.
But some people would
Things
use that
like
as an excuse.
No, but it's not an excuse. That's a reason.
I agree.
That's
with
a
you.
reason.
I agree with you.
A catastrophic injury is a reason. It's not an excuse. But there's no excuse for this roster not to be the best Sixers team in a long, long time. Then, if that's the case,
They should be. Should be a top 3 team in the East. Absolutely. I agree with that. One of the top 6-7 teams in all of the NBA. Absolutely.
I need to see them in the Eastern Conference Finals. Like that should be.
Yeah, my sanity needs that.
This is a team that should be in the Eastern
I'm going
Conference
to turn
Finals.
into the Joker if they don't get out of the second round again.
Really?
I mean,
You're going to go that crazy?
I might.
You going to go nuts?
There's a lot of emotional investment in this team, into Joel Embiid.
Oh, I know.
It's gonna suck.
Yeah, like if they don't do it again, I might break.
I'm just so tired of hearing about when I heard it on paper. I'm like, oh my gosh, stop!
But it's a
stop with the paper. Everything about
but they
it
haven't
is
played
paper.
a game, of course.
No, but
everybody's
about,
paper.
But everything about this entire era is on paper.
But that's what you do in the offseason is you look at the roster and you compare it, but it's on paper.
Yeah, but the other teams they weren't talking about. They don't talk about them on paper. You're not talking
Well,
about
the other teams were built mid-season. You know, I mean that team that lost to Toronto was primarily built mid-season because of the trade that they made with LA. The Jimmy Butler trade was built mid-season, even though that trade was in November. It's still mid-season.
Like on paper, the Celtics improved getting Malcolm Brogdon and Danilo Gallinari.
Yeah, but they're already good.
But what happened?
What if they're trash?
Yeah, but you don't have to talk about the.
What if Malcolm Brogdon,
has bad breath?
Yeah, and turns his whole team off.
But you don't have to talk about the Celtics being
it's still on paper.
You don't have to talk about the Celtics being a good team on paper. They've already proven it.
It's a new team now.
The Bucks are not a good team on paper. They've proven it.
But sometimes, though, a good
Miami
team
needs to prove it.
Ends up falling off, you know?
Could happen.
Because the guy just has bad breath, as we said.
Halitosis seems to be a recurring theme here.
And some people smell it, and other teammates go, I don't know what you're talking about. And then there's a division in the locker room. All because a guy won't use a Tic Tac.
Hey, is that a penguin? No, it's a puffin. Not talking about you, Pat. You can see them here in Maine in the wild, visit Maine.com. Sponsored by the Maine Office of Tourism.
I've never seen a puffin in the wild.
I've never seen a puffin. I didn't even know what
I've seen
what they
puffins,
were.
just not in the wild.
It's like
Can't believe you didn't even know what a puffin was.
No, I did not even know what a puffin was. In fact, if you had
never
told,
seen the sticker with a puffin with a cigarette and a puffin.
if someone had said to me puffin, I would have thought it was one of those characters in one of those like a Harry Potter book. That would have been my guess. That it was something that was a fictional. There was a fictional, monster or
puffin
animal. I'm not an animalsman.
No,
I'm really not. I
bet Adam Schefter knows puffins.
You think he does? Adam Schefter joins us on the Comcast Business Hotline.
He's probably seen one in the wild.
Where every day in business is a big day. Let Comcast Business keep you ready for what's next. Adam Schefter, do you know what a puffin is?
A puffin?
A puffin.
I remember puffin stuff growing up.
Yes.
I don't know, puffin.
He doesn't know it either.
Really?
I don't know what they are. HR puffin stuff. Who's your friend when things get rough? You understand that.
That's very good, John. But who is puffin? I don't know.
It's an animal.
So it's a penguin, more or less. Just with a different beak and head.
I don't have any knowledge of any puffins.
See?
I've got knowledge of sharks that are swimming on the waters of New York here, but I've got no knowledge of puffins.
Okay, do you realize that Jamie Lynch, his biggest fear, he said the other day, is sharks, Adam? He doesn't like going in the water. Pat doesn't like going in the water.
No, I go in. I just think about it constantly.
They're petrified of sharks. I've never given a shark a second thought going in the ocean.
Have there been any shark sightings on the Jersey Shore? I would think that if they're swimming in the waters of New York, they can't be too far away from you guys.
Yeah, they go up and down the coast pretty randomly, Shefty. We haven't had any attacks here that I know of, but you guys have had some threats up there, right? Gone.
I think we lost them.
I think a shark got him.
Oh, there we go.
There you go.
There have been some attacks here, and so I would think that, I hope there's none of them, but if it's happening here, I mean, I don't know how this stuff works, but I would think that you're not that far away.
All right. As we are less than a week from the Eagles going to training camp, I lament the fact, Adam, that the fans of Philadelphia only get to see the Eagles once at training camp. That they only get to go to one practice where they earn money, they raise money for charity, but they literally have to pay to go to a practice to see their favorite football team.
Yeah.
I remember going to training camp at Westchester University. I remember going to Lehigh and then going. I mean, I don't understand all the fascination now that teams can't have training camp like they used to as often or as open to the public.
Well, let me say this. They do it at their facility, right? They do it, so it's there, correct?
Okay. Yes, but it's not open to for the public to come and see them.
I know, but how many people's? I'm not defending it. Listen, I love training camp. I love fans going to training camp. I love report. I love the whole thing. So I'm with you. But let me just play the flip side for just a moment and say that when they're at Lehigh University, or back when I covered the Broncos and they were training at the University of Northern Colorado, and I lived in the same dorm room for 16 straight summers, same phone number, same room, same everything. It's like you're on a college campus. You're using their field, their facilities. It's an open area. It's really not a big deal. This is their building, right? How often do fans come into their building, in their offices, and see things? And I think it's unfortunate. It's just at the game gotten so big, and these facilities, by and large, have become much nicer, and they've shifted training camps from universities to these facilities. But how many corporations are inviting thousands or hundreds or thousands of guests in every day of their offices to come parading through? Now, I know it's a public team and all that. I get that. It's just a little weird to me. When teams are at their own facilities, it's not as simple to do as it was when they're at a place like Lehigh. I guess that's my only point.
Shefty, we just had a conversation about someone saying, on paper, the 76ers have a best roster, blah, blah, blah. Until the season begins, everything is on paper. So on paper, who are your top three teams in the NFC going into this season right now?
In the NFC?
Yes.
a great question.
I like the pause. That's dramatic. I like that.
Yeah, well, I don't think there are any standout teams in the NFC. I think Tampa Bay is up there. I think the Rams are up there. And then it's going to be, is it going to be Philly or Dallas?
Wow. I love it.
I mean, what it is like, is there another Green? I guess Green Bay, but you take the best target away, and you take another secondary target and Marquez Valdez-Scantling away. And I know Aaron Rodgers is as good as it gets, but it's not easy without those weapons to have that kind of success. I think of all the years when John Elway didn't have a lot of help. And there aren't Tom Brady did it without a lot of help. And Aaron Rodgers is good enough to do it without a lot of help. But I don't know. Devontae Adams was so good, and Valdez-Scantling was good.
So the Eagles aren't out of that conversation, right, Shefty?
The next level.
I think I'll put the Packers there. We'll say Packers, Bucks, Rams, first level. And then there's a second level that I would say would be the Eagles, the Cowboys, the Saints. But by the way, it doesn't mean anything that we're putting them here today. Like, who's an A level, who's a B level, 50 days out of the regular season,
sure,
a week before. It doesn't mean anything.
That's why we say it's on paper.
Yeah, and so we're going to go to camp, and someone's going to suffer a key injury, and someone's going to make a move and add a player, and things just change. So, and they change all the time.
Yeah, speaking of changing, Adam, Jesse Bates, the safety in Cincinnati, it doesn't appear to be going well out there. Is he playing for the Bengals this year? And if he is moved, how many teams in the current NFL are looking to pay a safety $15 or $16 million per year?
Well, there are teams that'll do it, and he's got to play for them this year, and he's got to kind of eliminate the franchise tag. And so we've seen this. I remember Jarris Bird in Buffalo getting tagged, not being happy about it, showing up late. When he got to camp, all of a sudden his hamstring was bothering him. Oh, my calf is sore. Oh, I can't practice today. And after the year, he got out of Buffalo and wound up signing a huge deal with the New Orleans Saints. Now, I know that they're saying Jesse Bates might not report, and keep in mind he hasn't signed this franchise tender, so he's not obligated to report. They can't fine him for staying away. My guess would be that Jesse Bates doesn't like what's the safety franchise number right now?
I think 14.
Okay, so let's, for argument's sake, let's just say he's making $900,000 a week. Okay, my guess is that he's not going to want to miss too many $900,000 checks.
Probably not.
So my guess is that we'll see Jesse Bates sometime around September 1st, sometime around there, while all of his teammates are going through training camp. He doesn't have to go do that. He gets to train on his own, sleep in, not have to go to meetings, not have to do what everybody else does. It's up to him to get himself ready. But if I know it's great to talk like that on July 20th. Yeah, I'm not showing up, going to miss the season. When he starts missing $900,000 checks, let me know.
I will question this, and the biggest question mark I had, and I really came around to say Nick Sirianni proved a lot of his doubters wrong last year, but they chose to have the most laissez-faire attitude towards OTAs across the NFL. They did it again this year. They took a very relaxed atmosphere to training camp and to preseason games. And then they came out and they wet the bed for 7 weeks and were on pace to be the most penalized team in the history of the NFL, any season. I have no idea why he would be repeating that strategy this year. I'm counting on a second-year coach to have learned from mistakes, and I truly believe that approach was a mistake last year. What would your assessment be when you look around the whole league and how they approach it?
Well, I don't think his approach is all that different from a lot of teams' approaches. I think a lot of teams are like that. They're kind of laid back about OTAs, and nobody gets too worked up about it. And it's not something that I think. The funny thing is that coaches want as much of those practices as they can get, and then sometimes they're like, oh, we're canceling them, or we're going to go take the guys fishing today, or whatever it may be. So there's a little bit of a push and pull there. But, yeah, look, I think that regardless of the OTAs, the Eagles have to come out and correct those penalties. If it happens again, I don't know that it's related to OTAs or trick.
You don't think rust? You don't think rust plays into a team not being sharp? No?
I think it's a coach. I think that's a coach. The coaches have to improve in that area this year. They have to do a better job and they have to be aware of that. You can't be that penalized and expect to jump out to a fast. It just, the smartest teams, the most well-coached teams, they make the fewest mistakes, the fewest penalties. And so that's something that they have to improve on this year.
We are very much looking forward to the 2022 Philadelphia Eagles and a lot of buzz about it. And Adam, you are about to get really busy. Will you be bouncing around to camps? What is your schedule coming up?
No, I don't have any plans right now to go to any camps because I have to be in Bristol like 5 different days. Once for they're doing that Saturday, the first Saturday. Everybody, they're broadcasting all day on ESPN. That first Saturday of training camp practices. I have to go up there for the fancy football marathon. We've got 2 preseason games. And so I used to go around to camps, but what would happen is, let's say I'm in Philadelphia and the Browns trade Baker Mayfield to the Panthers, right? And so I got to go on TV and talk about Baker Mayfield while I'm in Philadelphia. Why am I in Philadelphia? And so it's almost like, for me, it's not as productive. For ESPN, it's not as productive to have me somewhere in camp, as much as I enjoy getting around and having the face-to-face contact and seeing the teams and players and coaches. But I just don't get to do a lot of that in my job. I get to travel around during the season on Monday night. That's when I go around.
And we'll look forward to seeing you on Monday night twice this year in Philadelphia.
There's 2 Monday night games in Philadelphia?
Yeah, Minnesota and Washington. The Commodes.
Minnesota Thursday game, or is that
Minnesota's
a
Monday night game?
Is it a Monday? Okay.
Opening, that's the home opener. So you're going to be here in week 2.
No, week 2 is a doubleheader. And so week 2, they are doing from New York because we're going to be bouncing around. But I will be in Philadelphia the second time.
All right, we'll see you the second time then. We'll look forward to seeing you. Thanks, Adam.
Have a great day, guys.
Take care, brother. Adam Schefter joining us on the Comcast Business Hotline. Every day in business is a big day. Check out our friends from Comcast. Bob and Jamie have stuff we got to get to, plus so much interest in what Jim Salisbury had to say yesterday with Andrew Salchunas, if you missed it, on Cuz Radio. It's the John Kincade Show. 8:30 segment coming up here on 97.5 The Fanatic. I know this. CoPair Health has changed my life. I know CoPair Health has allowed me to drop 23 pounds. I know CoPair Health has allowed me to feel a hell of a lot better every time I'm putting my clothes on. I know that I'm feeling better when I'm at the pool. I know that I feel better on the golf course. I know that I am dealing with the heat better because I'm not carrying around all that extra weight. I'm here to tell you, though, the procrastinating is not going to help you on your wellness plan. It's time to take advantage of this. And many of our Fanatic listeners are doing just that. Contacting CoPair Health, CoPairHealth.com, and saving hundreds of dollars when you mention my name. They're going to help you lose weight. They're going to help you feel better. They're going to get to the science of losing weight and the mentality of losing weight. And I think the mentality thing is where Vance, my personal coach, has helped me the most ways. Just this past week, meal preparation, being able to know how to order out. He's helped me learn how to order out off of menus and things like that. Learn the skills to help you get to a healthy weight and then to stay there. Check it out. Go to CoPairHealth.com, CoPair Health.com. Tell him Kincade sent you.
The John Kincade Show.
He's a very strange young man.
He's an idiot. Comes from upbringing.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Hi, I'm Patrick Fingles, owner of New Look Home Design, the roofing experts. When you hire someone to replace your roof, you want a detailed, upfront estimate and an expert to get it done right the first time. At New Look, we provide clear line-by-line estimates paired with a 3D rendering of your roofing project. On average, we install one roof every hour, so you know our team has the expertise to manage your project. And we provide a lifetime warranty on every roof installed. Find out why over 40,000 homeowners have chosen New Look to do their roof. From now until July 31st, get 50% off all roofing materials and qualify for 12 months, no payments, no interest financing. At New Look, you can depend on our 20 years of roofing expertise, honest estimates, and guaranteed customer satisfaction. Call New Look today at 800-279-5300. That's 800-279-5300. 5300. NewLookHomeDesign.com.
Yo, Philadelphia, Anthony Gargano here with the new voice of Spring Garden Lending, President Andy Racklin, a national player in economic development and finance. Andy!
Happy to be back, Anthony.
All right, last time we talked, you said your game plan to expand Spring Garden Lending's product lineup and open new markets, so?
We're batting 1,000, man. We opened a Pittsburgh office. We've got exciting projects going there. It's great.
Oh, that's awesome. The new product?
So Spring Garden Lending is now offering lines of credit.
Highlights?
What these revolving lines of credit do is let our borrowers move fast. It puts them on an equal playing field with cash buyers.
Oh, that's incredible. Not only is Spring Garden Lending providing bridge loans to acquire, rehab, construct, and refinance properties to rent or flip, 30-year fixed-rate permanent financing, and now lines of credit.
That's right. Our goal is supporting developers who are challenged finding funding through traditional sources so they can provide housing people can afford. That's it.
Andy, you're impressive. That's right. Listen up, developers, investors. Touch base with Spring Garden Lending right now.
New message. Hey, girlfriend, it's Carol from jury duty. We never actually spoke, but I saw you ordered the same hoagie as me at lunch. What are the chances? Anywho, I heard you just got a boat. We should totally grab some hoagies and take it out for a spin.
When you get a boat, you also get new friends. Make sure Progressive's one of them and get coverage today for as little as $100 a year.
Do I want to feel the wind in my hair? Guilty as charged. Oh, seriously, let's ride on your boat.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Annual premium for basic liability policy not available in all states.
5X480. Dayton B100 V-Belt. One of the many parts Grainger carries. It's also the item that helped Rob carry the day. The job was on hold. Deadline fast approaching. But a quick search on Grainger.com and Rob found his part. And with same-day pickup at his local branch, he and his crew got the job done safely and on time. Get supplies and solutions for every industry with real-time product availability. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Looking for a great place to check out this summer? Jamison Poorhouse is a Bucks County favorite. Enjoy beautiful indoor and outdoor dining and a delicious, ever-changing menu carefully designed to highlight local traditional pub fare and seasonal specialties. Jamison offers creative cocktails along with one of the best craft beer selections in the area. Plus, every Friday, enjoy $4 Corona Premier drafts and Corona bottles. Jamison Poorhouse, 2160 York Road and Jamison, PA, Bucks County. For more info, visit JamisonPoorhouse.com.
How are your kids getting their news? From their friends? Through social media? Can they ask you questions about what's going on around them? And will you be ready? Kids are exposed to more than you think. Help them understand the world around them and how they fit into it. Family mental health begins with how you respond to the events around us. This station is part of the Beasley Best Community of Caring Focus on Family. For tips on how to talk to your kids and how to develop your own coping skills, visit our website.
Think you know Amazon? Think again. Did you know you can get paid when it works best for you? That means you can get the money you earned directly after your shift, or that you get benefits like healthcare on your very first day. As an Amazon warehouse associate, you'll be amazed by what you can get. To learn more about all of the benefits of working an hourly job at Amazon, go to amazon.com/hourly. That's amazon.com/hourly. Amazon is proud to be an equal opportunity employer.
Stars and Stripes Harley needs used bikes. It is giving NADA retail value in trading for a new Harley this week. No matter how much you owe on it, Stars and Stripes Harley will trade anything. Bikes, cars, ATVs, RVs, and more. NADA retail value for your motorcycle. Good credit, bad credit, no credit. At Stars and Stripes Harley, all credit applications considered. Stars and Stripes Harley-Davidson is part of the #1 volume Harley dealer group in the Northeast. Retail trade value ends this Sunday.
Distance made based on reconditioning and mileage. Any negative trade-in equity may be applied to new amount finance on approved above average credit.
Hey, it's Cuz. Are you getting ready for a home improvement cleanup? The garage, the bathroom, big move? Let me tell you about the perfect solution, the Bagster. The Bagster, by far the most convenient, affordable way to help with your cleanup. The Bagster isn't just a great product. It's a 3 cubic yard dumpster in a bag sold at Home Depot, Lowe's, local home improvement stores everywhere, and for only $29.99. Holds 3,300 pounds of waste. Buy it, fill it, schedule your collection. Poof, it's gone. Clean it up with the Bagster dumpster in the back.
Hey, guys, imagine if your favorite casino came with an undo button. You get that with FanDuel Casino's Play It Again. You get up to $1,000 back if you're down after your first day. Play your favorite tables, games, and hundreds of slots for real cash. See why FanDuel Casino is the #1 rated online casino app. I just love to explore the daily and the weekly promotions. I play with the live dealers. And if I ever have a question, the best in-class customer support team, they're there to help me 24/7. Sign up for FanDuel Casino with promo code Bob today and play it again with up to $1,000 back if you're down after your first day. That's promo code Bob. 21 plus and present in Pennsylvania. Must not have previously placed any wager on FanDuel Sportsbook, FanDuel Casino, Betfair Casino, Mohegan Sun Casino, or Stardust Casino. Refund issued as non-withdrawable casino-only site credit that expires 7 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See full terms at FanDuel.com/casino. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit FanDuel.com/RG.
Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
Yes, if you ever wondered, I do talk straight through the breaks.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Pat, you're playing cool music because Matty Cord's hanging out with you? Is that what it is?
Some people just want to hang out with me, John. I can't help it.
Matt Cord needs to hang out with you to be cool?
No, he just, real recognize real.
Real
Game recognize game.
Real.
Matt Cord, is this the best roster of Joel Embiid's tenure in Philadelphia right now?
He can come in and talk to us about it if he'd like.
I'd like to hear his opinion.
I'd like to hear it because we got paper in here. We got plenty of paper in here. So we can hear this. Matt Cord is, come on in. Let's get him a seat. Let's bring him on by.
Is that the guy that announces the Sixers games?
Yes, he does.
Does the starting lineup and stuff? Wow.
He does.
We are
great to see you guys.
What's up, man?
Greatness.
Matt taking a break away from creating content for the web. And he
crank out that web content, baby.
284 words, 285.
Very, very, very good, Matt.
Salad.
It's very, very, very good. Matt, I was complaining a little bit earlier that I'm tired of hearing it. Zach Lowe yesterday on NBA Today. The Sixers have the best roster on paper in the Joel Embiid era. I'm so tired of hearing about paper with this franchise.
It's close. It's right up there with Tony Roten and Isaiah Cannonball.
A deeper team, probably better starting five on the JJ team.
Yes, exactly. Good point.
Yeah, right.
I love DeAnthony Melton. I was like, we got him.
Yeah.
And PJ, and who's
Daniel House.
House. There's somebody else. There was 4, I thought. No, House.
Trevor Queen.
No, those were the big 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's the idea of on paper, I'm just tired. I think no franchise has ever been talked about more in this city on paper than the Sixers.
Well, it's the city of Philadelphia.
I want to see tangible results. I'm tired of paper.
Okay. Well, the training camp starts at the end of September in where is it?
Charleston.
Charleston. Yeah. South
Very
Carolina.
Cool. I think you need to go there and do your show from there.
Okay.
And just
that'll go over with Bill Weston.
I think you work that out. We can work that.
Charleston's an awesome town. You can get some web content out of it.
Yeah. You can hang out with Bobby Cremens. Down there, have cocktails.
The Citadel, right?
I believe so, yeah.
He's a little, Citadel's,
I think it is.
I think it's a little further away.
I think it's Charleston, South Carolina.
You'd have a blast. I know that. College of Charleston.
The West Point of the South.
I said you have a great
Come on,
time.
Jamie. Find that out.
Charleston, South Carolina.
Wow, there you go.
I got
a boy.
All right, Matt Cord's
crossover with John DeBella.
There he goes. He's going to another show that he likes more.
People are calling you,
Yeah, there he goes. He's going to do the crossover.
All right.
He does that. He shows up for his crossover, though. He knows how to do that. Jim Salisbury.
Love Jim.
Was on yesterday with Tunas. So, you know what's weird is?
He's a huge Hoagie Fest fan.
You know how people talked about the whole Derek Gunn thing, where there was a question of, oh, man, Derek Gunn's getting ripped in the A.J. Brown thing, and you almost uniformly, everybody comes out and goes, nah, I'm good. Derek Gunn says it. I trust it. Salisbury's one of those guys for me, Bob, is just as far as a source, because even when I was in another city as a Phillies fan, he was one of those guys that I trusted. And I know that the Atlanta media would lean on Jim Salisbury. Like, okay, tell us about your team. Tell us about the storylines.
Well, you use the key word, trusted. You have to build up that trust. Jim Salisbury's done it. Derek Gunn has done it. And it's through good reporting, and it's through logical reporting and thinking and all of those things and asking the right questions without an agenda, which we see is such a driving force in media today, an agenda. right?
Yes.
Like the guys that you go back to and use that word trust are usually the guys that don't have that. They are the guys that are putting out there what is happening without having to have some sort of an agenda. And, yeah, Jimmy's been that for years and years and years, similar to Derek Gunn and a lot of other people that we know and trust, that cover the teams in this area.
Well, here's what he had to say yesterday on with Chunas, in for Cuz, talking about Dave Dombrowski at the trade deadline.
This organizational priority is to make the postseason here in 2022. Big payroll, star-studded roster. They need to make the postseason now, and I think their moves will be structured to get them there now. And I expect Dave Dombrowski to be aggressive. I don't think he's going to give up Mick Abel, and he should not. I don't think he's going to give up Andrew Painter, and he should not. And I don't probably think he'd give up Griff McGarry, and I don't think he should. But I think a lot of other guys could be in play here.
There you go.
Didn't hear O'Hoppy's name.
Yeah.
No, I didn't.
I thought you were going to jump on that.
No, I didn't hear that. Well, the thing is, though, is that what kind of fish are you landing? Are you landing a fish that is a sustainable fish for 2 more seasons? Are you doing a rental player? If you do a rental player, I'm telling you this, if Real Muto blocks O'Hoppy, his opportunity, that's not going to please me down the line. That's why I think a logjam has to be broken up where Real Muto can maybe move to first base, can do some other things. That you can bring along that O'Hoppy can be ready to go maybe by next year. Pat, would you think next year?
I would think
second
next year
half backup.
I would think next year he gets a call up, and then
right.
I mean, he's still behind Rafael Marchand, who shouldn't be forgotten about. So there's a little bit of a logjam, but it'll be interesting to see what happens when he gets to AAA with Marchand and himself.
Yeah, I mean, I like it though. I like the idea of being aggressive, but I guess I just don't want rental players. I want something that's going to help this roster past 2020.
Marchand is not even in their top 30 prospects.
Yeah, but you know what, though?
Right? Is he officially not a prospect?
But I've seen him in two. I've seen him in 2 discussions of teams. I guess it's because of the value of the position, Pat.
Well, yeah, and he could. I mean, that's a guy that could be on the move. I mean, they could
be ready to move on.
Yeah, he's
that makes
young.
sense.
I've seen him discussed in 2 different things that the Phillies would have him on the table, and maybe it's the dearth of talent at that position around Major League Baseball.
I think it's very interesting. The 3 names he names are all pitchers.
Yes.
I don't think that's a coincidence. I think that's solid information that he's gotten.
Do you want a starter? Do you want a starter?
It's. I had it on my email yesterday. It's moved up to second on my priority list, but I still think center
fielder is your one.
Look, Matt Vierling is a nice piece to have on your bench to spot start here and there, give some guys some days off, maybe pinch hit. I like him in that role. As an everyday center fielder, not yet. And I think they need a center fielder in a big, big way that you can maybe slot into that 2-hole, kind of slot everybody down into more natural positions. That's my number 1, but starting pitching's 2.
And I think what Jim Salisbury said real quick. Starting pitcher.
I think they need one desperately.
Yeah, I mean, you only have 4 there now.
You can't do bullpen games.
Yeah,
and be a legitimate team that's gonna.
You don't want to pay a priority for a guy that might not even be in a playoff rotation for you.
No,
you know what
see,
I mean?
See, you're not getting to the playoffs if you're doing a bullpen game all these times. You're gonna fall short. This thing's going to fall apart.
I would say with a center fielder play of what you have right now and second base play, you're not going to make the playoffs. So Segura better get back soon.
Yeah, what Salisbury said also, John, it kind of goes, you said you don't want a rental player. He started everything off with, they're in win now mode. They're in get to the playoff 2022 mode, which tends to say they're going to get rental players.
Yeah, but I think that if you went back a year ago, that Salisbury would have said the exact same thing about last year's team, and they went out and they got at the deadline a rental, but yet a guy under team control as well. So I think we'll see a mix of both. They could go out and they could get a starting pitcher who's on a expiring contract, and they could go out and get a center fielder that's under team control. I think he's exploring a lot of options because he knows he needs it. But with some of the lineup coming back in a matter of a couple of weeks, I think starting pitcher is probably their priority with Eflin going out. Because I agree, John, they can't continue to do bullpen games. You're playing with fire.
August 2nd. By the way,
you can't count on Eflin, so yeah.
Did you see August 2nd? August 2nd. That's what Segura keeps telling people.
All right.
August 2nd. The Bray in Atlanta.
Isn't that the deadline?
I think he keeps talking about it.
August 2nd. Yes, I agree.
I think it's about him coming back.
I agree, Gene. August 2nd is
I don't think he's going anywhere. Hey, the beach, the boardwalk, and the boat on the bay. Bet Parks when you're down the shore. Download it at betparks.com. You're going to be 21 and in New Jersey. Gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. Bobby, you had a question, Mark, about Eagles backups. And we don't tend to talk about the backup Eagles positions often.
No, we were looking up their roster the other day and just trying to play out what might be thin, what might not be. But on paper, I do like this team. I do like the starters on this team. That we couldn't find many holes the other day. Who is the most important backup on this team? And again, we're going to take away Jalen Hurts, so we're not talking about Minshew.
But that was going to be my answer.
No.
What do you mean no?
No.
Why?
Oh, wow,
Because
Bob.
it's the same thing.
No, it's not. It's the most important backup position in all of sports.
Okay.
Because if Jalen Hurts gets hurt in the first 4 weeks,
you're screwed.
Your season could be over if you don't have a quality
there's
backup.
There's not much of a difference between Jalen Hurts and Hunter Minshew, according to you.
Well, one's a starter, one's a backup.
Gardner Minshew.
Gardner Minshew.
It's the
What did I say,
fog.
Hunter?
It's the fog.
I'm
It's
telling
Hunter.
you, dude. Yesterday, somebody brought up something to me. Oh, they were talking about coming over my house, and I totally forgot about it. Like, yeah, my mind's a little mushy.
A little bit of fog.
Okay, so
I think Gardner Minshew is the most important backup on this team.
How about it's something that you brought up earlier, that my gut instinct went to a position that you talked about earlier today. What if Dallas Goedert went down?
Yeah.
Ooh, that would suck.
You have nobody. You're going to have to pick.
It would be rough.
I thoroughly expect.
Jack Stahl was okay, but you're not excited about it.
I absolutely expect when Howie Roseman goes dumpster diving at as teams are cutting guys, that we're going to have a veteran tight end come in here and back up.
Yeah, I mean,
That's my
maybe Dick
guess.
Rod comes back.
Could be.
Who knows? It's funny that I really didn't think of Minshew because I really thought that everyone's thinking was there's not much of a difference between the two.
No, I think it's incredibly important because just of the position. And if you have a rookie in there, you're not feeling that great about your chances. If Minshew was forced to play because of injury, then you go, all right, they can. And like to your point, because they're similar-ish, that proves his importance.
Okay. No, I'm not disagreeing with you. I just
that's the first place my mind went when I saw that.
Let's take that away then, like we do with everything else.
Okay.
Not including Jalen Hurts. So let's take away the quarterback position. What do you think is the most important backup position on this team? Or important or questionable or however you want to state it?
I think it's got to.
Because mine is tight end. And that's why I mentioned it earlier. Yeah, like if Dallas Goedert goes down, I just don't know where the replacement is.
This team's screwed.
All right, so I'll go out of the box here. Right tackle. Can anyone tell me who the backup right tackle is?
Isn't it Jack Driscoll?
It's Driscoll, right?
Yeah, but Driscoll's going to be the right guard.
Yeah, he should be the
right tackle.
He should be the right. He should be the right guard.
If Lane went down, Driscoll would probably bump outside, and Sayamalu would probably come in at right guard.
That's a really good point. I'll shut my mic off.
No, I mean it's a valid.
No, it's
backup.
not a valid. It was dumb, Jamie.
I look at their offensive line as pretty deep.
Or does Juergens slide over there?
Yeah, that's a possibility too.
Like it's just.
I mean, Juergens can play. Juergens could play guard.
This team's record with Lane in the lineup as opposed to Lane out of the lineup
unbelievable, isn't it?
Incredible. And unfortunately, he's been banged up. And it's one of the best parts about last season and the team staying healthy was the fact that he kind of stayed healthy. So I worry about if he goes down, who they got. Who do they slide in? Because you're right. Like, you got to move pieces around.
By the way, Steve sent in a note via the DMs saying that he would change one thing about last season, Lane Johnson leaving the team. And he says, I hope that Lane is healthy of mind, spirit, and body and ready to go for a big 2022. That losing him, that thing, and it speaks to what you just talked about. Lane Johnson's, when he's not there, you really feel it.
Yeah.
You really feel it. He is
their
that
record.
guy.
That record is just, Pat brought it up, is just unbelievable. Maybe a 500 team with him, Pat, and then, or without him, I mean.
Less than 500 without him.
Yeah,
They're
I mean,
losing record without him.
It's incredible.
It is.
But, yeah, so you think about it, like if an A.J. Brown goes down or a Smith goes down, well, you have the other guy, so that's kind of the same receiving core that you had last year, right? Offensive line has pretty good depth. So does the defensive line, sort of, now that you have Reddick, even your DNs. Linebacker, you have a lot of linebackers.
Yes.
And you'll figure that out. corners. So that's why, I went right to tight end. That might be the biggest backup issue that this team has right now.
They're going to find one. They're going to find one. They're going to pick up a veteran off someone else's roster. Absolutely.
Yeah, they're probably going to have to.
They have to at that point. Hey, I just want to pass a word on this morning, and for the gang at Ralph's Italian Restaurant in South Philadelphia, one of my favorite spots, and one of our family's favorite spots. Whenever we would come to town, especially at the holidays, we would always hit Ralph's up. Absolutely love it. And Uncle Ralphie passed, 93 years old. And Bob, you said this morning, that's a hell of a run.
Yeah, that's a great run.
93 years old. And it is said that for years and years and years, he worked 7 days a week in that kitchen.
True.
And I mean, well, no, you love your work.
Yeah.
You love your work. You love your
Still love my off days, no matter how much I love my job.
I absolutely love that. Pat, he had your work ethic, Uncle Ralphie.
No, I had Connor's work ethic.
He had Connor's work. No, he never complained about having to work so hard, Uncle Ralphie. He just went to work. So I mean, there was a little bit of a difference.
You guys ripped Connor too much.
Little bit difference than Connor. He said he worked doubles. Uncle Ralphie didn't even talk about it. He said, "Sign me up for another one."
Love guys like that.
I picked up Connor this morning because he had some car troubles. I picked him up, and Connor was very upbeat and jovial today at 4:30 in the morning. Yeah.
He's a nice kid.
He's a great kid.
He is a nice kid.
Yeah.
Glad to see him when he's well rested. But to the folks at Ralph's Italian Restaurant, thoughts and prayers to you and the family.
Great
of the
spot.
passing uncle. I love it.
Yeah.
Veal parm, baby. Veal parm. Try it. Hey, in the linchpin, Jamie wants to talk about how Howie Roseman's being ranked.
This is the linchpin.
Yeah, NBC Sports yesterday put out a list of. I'm a sucker for lists. I'll admit it. If I see a list online, I'm going to read it.
They lure you right in with these lists.
Yeah, I'm a sucker for them. I can't help it. They did the best GMs in the NFL yesterday. Without me telling you, where would you guess Howie Roseman fell in if you didn't read
Top 10.
You're correct.
I would say upper third, yeah. So I'll go 7.
I'll go 4th.
I'll go 6.
Worse than all of that. He came in 8th.
Whoa. Who are the 7 ranked ahead of Howie Roseman?
So number 1 is Les Snead. He's the champ. I guess that's fair.
Les is the champ, and I love Les, but I'm not gonna say that Les's total resume is better than Howie's.
Not total resume, but recency bias probably. Bill Belichick too. Now
BS.
I disagree with this one because Bill's not a great drafter.
No, he's not.
His track record is not stellar in the draft.
No, he's not. That's a terrible pick.
He gets the most out of the guys he gets, but I think that's more Coach Belichick than GM Belichick.
That's a terrible choice.
Brandon Beane, number 3 with the Bills. He's been on fire for a couple years. He's been really good.
Fast riser.
Yeah. Number 4 is Andy Reid and Brett Veach from the Chiefs.
Yes.
Can't argue with that.
They do a great job.
They do a really nice job. Number 5, John Lynch out in San Fran. He's done pretty well.
Yeah, Lynch is not better than Howie Roseman.
I wouldn't say body of work, no.
No, so I'm like, no, Lynch can't be ahead of Howie.
Jason Light down in Tampa Bay.
He's good.
Yeah, when you get Tom Brady to come to you.
Well, not only that.
Yeah.
He's done a great job of masterful manipulation of that roster.
Mickey Loomis comes in number 7 with the Saints.
I like Mickey Loomis a lot.
He's pretty good.
I think he's had a great run.
But there's only about 1 or 2 guys you can make the case don't belong ahead of him.
Belichick ahead of him.
Belichick number 2 is just, that's on reputation.
Yeah.
Okay,
it's all encompassing. It's not just his GM work, it seems.
That's crazy to me.
But Howie comes in number 8. They discredited him for his inability to draft wide receivers, saying you had to go out and get A.J. Brown to make up for your failures there at developing that position. Completely fair. Jalen Hurts.
Wait. But they'll credit Jason Light for bringing in Tom Brady.
Yeah, but he found
to cover up for his failures of quarterbacks unable to fill the quarterback position. So that's ridiculous.
But you filled it with the greatest of all time. So
I understand, but it's ridiculous. You're criticizing one organization for it, and you're praising another for it.
Yeah. And then it says Jalen Hurts will basically decide, how this all looks, yada, yada, yada.
Wow.
But for a guy that I wanted fired, basically 12 months ago.
Yeah.
It's pretty impressive to find yourself on a national top 10 list of GMs in the league. That's a hell of a bounce back.
I think he is top 10.
He's stellar. He got his groove back.
I'll tell you, most of the time, when I'm out on a guy, I am out. 99% of the time.
He brought you back?
He lured you back
He
in?
did, yeah. I mean, the way that he manipulated the trade with the
Wentz deal saved
the
his ass.
Dolphins. It was the Dolphins mixed with the Wentz deal, mixed with what he did on draft night, and the fact that his draft last year seems to have hit a little bit. He's got me back.
He's on the upswing, no doubt about it.
I mean, even a year ago, I was like, I think I'm done with this guy.
Oh, I said it on these airwaves.
Oh, I've said it many times. Yeah. And
you guys throwing the towel faster than Bob and I.
I don't think it was us throwing in the towel fast.
That wasn't a crime of passion. That was a crime of many years
I
of.
never threw in the towel on Howie. I got close.
I was Team Howie forever, but a year ago I was at a breaking point.
Again,
it was bad.
Yeah, I mean, when you're doubling down on the drafts of J.J. Arcega-Whiteside and Jalen Reagor, and you're just refusing to just cut bait and admit you were wrong, that's frustrating.
Well, that is a problem with him. Hey, Matt Cowper checks in with us.
What do you say, Matt Cowper?
Cowper is one of our sales guys here at the Beasley Media Group, and he is just incredible. I don't know how he gets really the oxygen flow with the clothes that tight.
Well, his wife has a contraption in the bedroom that lowers him into his pants.
Yeah.
So they have a stand for the pants, and then she lowers him in.
The other day he dropped his key card.
Could he bend over?
And somebody else had to go get it for him, so he could get in. He was standing outside waiting to get in. Cowper lets us know though with Sharks that a woman got 2 toes bit off in Avalon a couple of weeks ago.
Really? Wait, say that again?
That a woman got her 2 toes bitten off.
Why are you chuckling?
Yeah, really?
That's horrible.
It's not funny.
What toes were they?
If it was the pinky toe, she wouldn't be able to maintain stability.
Yeah.
The pinky toe is essential to being stable.
Yep. Helps with balance.
Yeah. So if she lost a pinky, that's not a laughing matter, John.
No.
And I probably did. I mean, think about it.
Her name is Eileen.
Oh, jeez, dude, come on.
Oh, that's horrible, John.
Yeah, you just said it.
Is her last name Dover?
I'm like, really? She got 2 toes bitten off?
Why do you chuckle at that? That's sick.
Why do you find that funny?
I don't know why.
She could be a listener. She could have a
not
meter.
listen.
Maybe she was listening to us when it happened.
First of all, I didn't see it on the news. And considering that the news is breathlessly telling me that it's 92 degrees, it's 93 degrees.
You know, news people listen to sports radio.
I understand,
but now
where,
they don't because
where
they're
are the toes? Where I didn't know, but I don't.
Where are the toes?
No,
They're on
but
the
I didn't
feet.
see the story of the woman.
Man. Ask the Big Lebowski.
I didn't see the story of the woman having.
You can't stop chuckling. What's wrong?
Not
I don't know
funny,
why
man.
it's
people
funny.
lose toes every day. This isn't funny.
I don't know why it's striking.
I just want the listener to know that John speaks for himself and he does not speak for me.
I don't know what it is. First of all,
why do you love sharks so much?
You're chuckling.
I don't know why. It's one of those uncomfortable laughs.
Let me cut your toes off.
I don't want to even think about it.
Do it for web content.
Was it a little shark, with a tiny appetite, only went after the toes, didn't go after the whole
Just
leg?
needed a little nibble.
It was the toe. He clarifies. Cowper clarifies. It was the toe next to the big one.
Ooh.
And then the one next to that. So 2 and 3.
In the middle.
So then she has balance.
She can't do flip-flops.
It's like she's throwing
That's
up the
terrible.
It's like she's throwing up the
You're
U
an
with
idiot.
her foot.
Now you've
Poor
taken
lady.
it to a whole new level.
She can't. Get out of the studio.
She can't do
That's a
flip-flops.
fact.
She'd have to get an extra wide tongue.
That's not a joke. It's a fact by Jamie.
Now be thong. Not the thongs. The what do you call the ones that just have the
Fucking
one
toes, John, not butts.
Slides. She can do slides.
She has to do slide.
No,
That's terrible.
This isn't a joke by Jamie, and it makes
where my
John's
mind
reaction even more sick. That this poor soul can't even wear flip-flops anymore, and this sicko's laughing about it.
I know. You and I, Pat, are the only ones.
How come I
with
didn't
hearts
see?
in this studio.
Wait. We are a Channel 6 household. I did not see this story on Channel 6
because they wanted to be more positive.
What?
Yeah, they wanted to be more positive and talk about.
Look, Alicia Vinarelli brings you all the positive you need.
The Big Shark lobbyists shut the story down.
They
John.
did?
Big Shark was all over this.
But
one.
I'm telling you, I've never seen more.
PETA.
It's 93 degrees. Now let's go to the next story about it being 93 degrees.
Sunday.
My gosh, this was seriously. There are parts of this country where it's your life for 6 months.
Okay,
well, it's not here.
that part of the country.
I understand, but it's not that.
Man.
But it's not that.
I'm going to the Phillies game on Sunday. It's the hottest day in 7
by
years.
The way, the same things that allow you to deal with heat are available here that are available there.
You complaining
Some people
about
don't
it is
have that.
worse than the actual story itself.
It's unbelievable.
There's people that don't have air conditioning.
And all parts of the country, there's people that don't have
London was
okay, you want them to report about somebody in Arkansas that doesn't have air conditioning?
London,
It's going to be
the
95.
tarmacs are melting in London. Houses are catching on fire.
Can we get back to toes being lost by sharks?
No, we can't do that. Hey, the birds appear much more relaxed this year at camp, and that's shocking. Pat wants to make a big deal, and Bob is going to take us cooking with Cooney. It's all coming up in the final hour of the John Kincade Show. Stick around. 97.5 The Fanatic. I know tomorrow afternoon my wife and I are visiting Landis Block and Concrete up in Souderton, Pennsylvania. Why? Because we've got the house built, but the backyard is just this blank slate. And we want more entertaining area. And we want more livable space. And what have we found out during the pandemic? We all want to spend more time outside in the fresh air, right? Well, Landis Block and Concrete at landisbc.com has a million ideas for you to build your dream backyard. They tell you that you need imagination, space, and a budget. So I'm bringing the budget. My wife has said, let me worry about the imagination. So she's going to pick what she wants. An outdoor kitchen, I don't know that we're going that route. But the fire pit, the retaining walls, outdoor patios, I know there's a lot of things that we're going to discuss, and we're going to be able to look at it all in their beautiful showroom up in Souderton, Pennsylvania. Check out their photo gallery online and get some ideas for yourself at landisbc.com. Build yourself outdoor living space that you're going to enjoy for generations within your family. And they'll put you in touch with a great contractor to be able to get it all put together for you. Trust Landis Block and Concrete. They're going to help create jaw-dropping outdoor paradises.
The John Kincade Show.
Ladies and gentlemen, can I please have your attention? And I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
If you are drowning in IRS debt and can't afford to pay, then you need to take advantage of special IRS tax programs that are available and will free you from IRS collection efforts once and for all. Due to the financial hardships consumers are facing throughout the country, the Internal Revenue Service has made it easier to settle delinquent tax problems. An open phone line has been established by Community Tax for consumers to call and see if they qualify. If you owe back taxes to the IRS and can't afford to pay them back, or you even have years of unfiled tax returns, there's no need to live in fear. But you have to call the Community Tax Helpline. Do not take on the IRS alone. They can attack your wages, savings, pension, home, and even go after your Social Security check.
Call Community Tax today, 800-375-1211. To end your tax troubles, call now, 800-375-1211. Get a free consultation. Call 800-375-1211. That's 800-375-1211.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate through the site within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. Just go to this exclusive web address, ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Welcome to Lowe's Summer Savings. Find great deals across the entire store and check out the back aisle for savings you can't pass up. Get up to an additional $500 off now on select major appliances. Or snag our Allen & Roth Harlow Brush Nickel Widespread Faucet. Was $99, now $79. Enjoy great savings all summer long at Lowe's. Home to any budget, home to any possibility. Appliances in-store must ask cashier to apply discount at time of purchase. Online must enter applicable promo code at checkout. Savings vary based on purchase amount. While supplies last, valid 7/14 through 7/20.
With Philly Pretzel Factory, there are no wrong choices. But beware, everyone loves pretzels. So be sure to get enough for the whole gang. No matter how big or small your celebration might be, there's a party tray for you. To find your nearest Philadelphia store, visit phillypretzelfactory.com and click Find a Store. Pretzel Factory stores are ready and eager to serve you the hot, soft pretzel you've been longing for. Philly Pretzel Factory, where better gets made. Find your store at phillypretzelfactory.com.
As a contractor installing windows, you deserve a simple choice. Anderson 400 Series windows. They're the clad wood windows contractors trust the most.
So much so, they're the windows contractors trust for their own homes. And they even have fewer callbacks for extra peace of mind. When it comes to windows, the choice is simple. It's Anderson 400 Series windows. The windows contractors trust the most. Request a quote at AndersonWindows.com today.
Claims based on 2022 Anderson brand survey of U.S. contractors.
Staples has everything for school at great prices. So this year you won't go back to school. You'll be ready to move forward and master 5th grade math.
I can't do this. It's impossible.
Not you, Dad, your daughter. Staples will help her move forward.
Right.
Right now, Staples comp books and number 2 pencils are just 50 cents each. Plus, 2 pocket paper folders are only 25 cents each. Everything on your list at amazing prices. Staples, we're not going back. We're going forward to school. Ends 8/27 in store only, limit 30.
We buy any car. We buy any car. We buy any car. Any. Did you know trading in your car at a dealer could cost you money? A recent study found consumers who trade in their car pay an average of $990 more. So don't trade in. Sell it to We Buy Any Car. Learn more and get your free online valuation now at WeBuyAnyCar.com. Find out how much your car's worth at We Buy Any Car.
Hey guys, Andrew here to congratulate my friends over at Family and Company Jewelers in Marlton, New Jersey. They were just named South Jersey Magazine's best bridal jewelry store for 2022. Guys, listen, if you're looking to get engaged, Family and Company is the only place to go. That's where I went. The largest selection of designer jewelry, the best service, and the best prices. Go see my man Angelo at the showroom. Tell him Andrew sent you, and they will take care of you. I promise. Online at FamilyJewelers.com. Family Company Jewelers, South Jersey's diamond destination.
Family and Company Jewelers, South Jersey's diamond destination.
For over 35 years, Health Partners Plans has been proudly caring for people in the community. Our nationally recognized Medicaid plan offers a growing network of doctors and hospitals so you can get care close to home. Health Partners can help you get the care you need, including doctor and hospital visits, prescriptions, immunizations, eye and dental care, and more. To learn more, please call 1-800-553-0784 or visit hpplans.com. Health Partners, trusted care where and when you need it.
WPEN Burlington, Philadelphia, a Beasley Media Group station, home of the most entertaining sports talk in Philadelphia. 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia. The John Kincade Show.
I watch TV, I play video games, and then I go to happy hour.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Thanks so much for hanging out with the John Kincade Show on The Fanatic. 9 o'clock hour is brought to you by the Bagster. It's a dumpster in a bag. Get yours today at Home Depot and Lowe's. And for details, go to Bagster.com. I never get the giggles like this. I am not a giggles person. I've got the giggles. I don't know why. Matt Cowper, by the way, says he saw the actual pics. Now, I have a couple people who have checked in already on social media.
They're concerned about the flip-flop wear.
Saying, how could a shark bite the second and third toe off?
Coach and I were talking about that.
Because it must be a really tiny shark's mouth.
I would think so, yeah.
So it was a little baby shark.
Maybe a little thresher.
I mean, what are they called? Thresher, Coach?
Thresher sharks, yeah.
Because, Coach, you're afraid of them, right? You're afraid of sharks also.
I'm petrified of them.
Jamie says it's his biggest fear. Huh. You say you're petrified. Pat hates him. I think it's almost an irrational fear.
I don't hate him. I just respect them too much. I do. I respect them. Like, I'm not going into their house. Like, what's the upside for me? I can't drink that water. It's gross. They live there.
Pee in it.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, it's nasty.
Yeah.
Really? If you get that like salty feeling on you, there's not really any upside to it. I'm
that
not into
salty
that.
feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The ocean's great.
The ocean's great.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
I think you feel.
Waves.
I think the ocean makes. Pat, I would tell you this: there are medicinal benefits to being in salt water.
There are sections
for your body.
There are sections of the ocean that are great. Unfortunately for us, they are not near us.
It cures every hangover.
The Jersey Shore ain't it.
Well,
sorry to break that.
The healing powers of Lake Minnetonka.
Hey, get that dumpster in a bag. The Bagster. Go to Bagster.com.
You continue to disappoint me.
Hey, Jeff McClain was on with Chunas yesterday. Chunas doing a great job sitting in the big chair, as he calls it, for Anthony. Jeff McClain thinking that Nick Sirianni is going to double down on his training camp strategy from 2021.
We noticed this as camp went on, and certainly the preseason was. I mean, they're not going to push these guys in terms of physical contact practices. It's just not going to be the way it is. They're going to have walkthroughs sprinkled in there. They're going to wear pads only here and there. When it comes to the preseason, they're not going to play a lot of their starters. They're going to use these joint practices, but it's not going to be the training camps and preseasons of old. And I think we've come to expect that, and I think it may be even less than what we saw last season.
That's the part that got me. By the way, great job. Tom and Andrew doing a fantastic job this week. That's the part. What Jeff threw in at the end is what bothered me. It's even probably going to be less this year. And I think it was a failed strategy last year. And now they're going to double down on it.
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't get it.
When you brought it up to Shefty and Shefty said, nah, they're not rusty or anything, I was just thinking to myself, really? Like, I want these guys. I want them getting used to the cadence of Jalen Hurts. A first full-time starter. I want them to get used to. I want it to get to the point where they run through practices so often that the game becomes second nature. And I don't think you're getting it. You don't get that with walkthroughs and with board sessions. And I'm not saying like I'm that guy that wants you to go out there and beat each other up like back in the Dick Vermeil days, 2-a-days with. No, I understand that. But no, you can't take for granted the first 3, 4, 5 games of the season. And I'm sorry, that's what all those penalties said to me last year.
Yeah, I think it was a failed strategy, and it's one of the things that they somehow dug themselves out of a 2-5 hole, again, where they were on pace to be the most penalized team in the history of the NFL. They looked rusty, they looked sloppy, and now they're doubling down on it. I don't understand the strategy.
Yeah, I mean, it's somewhere in between you and kind of, I guess, me, where I'd like to see a little more, but I don't want to see overkill of it. The right answer is probably in the middle somewhere. I don't think the first 5 or 6 weeks is necessarily all because they didn't play, but I do think like muscle memory and kind of
don't you think sloppiness of jumping constantly on sides and everything?
Yeah, I don't think it's the entire reason, but I do think it contributes to it. You got to get those. You got to build your muscle memory and your scars and get used to the pain of playing in the season and through games and all that. You don't want to kill the guys in the preseason, but you do want them to feel a little something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm not talking about.
It's an inexact science, so it's.
I don't need to see the Eagles starters playing 3/4 of a preseason game.
No,
I don't
not
need
at
anything
all.
like that.
But a quarter, I would like.
But I would like to see more.
I would like to see a quarter and a half. That would be my ideal situation for the starters. 1 quarter of, say, week 2, maybe the half of week 3. There's only 3 games now. Or maybe a quarter of week 1, the first half of week 2, week 3, take a seat.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Yeah, I told you guys, I had a coach that was a stickler for every little thing of that we would practice how we came out of a locker room at the beginning of the season for a game. He would show us where he stood and like every little intricacy. Now, does Nick Sirianni do that? Maybe. But when it seemed blatantly obvious last year that you're jumping off sides, both sides of the ball, like that to me, that's mental. And that's
totally
something,
mental.
yeah, totally mental, and something that should be ingrained in you through practice for the beginning of the season. Like that muscle memory has to be built up in practices to get you ready for the season. It just didn't appear to be that way last year.
And so keep listening as training camp goes along. The fact that he says it might be less this year, just really.
That's why, remember we had this conversation last week, and I was like, don't get your hopes up.
Yeah, but it's going to be less.
I didn't think it would be less, but I certainly didn't think it was going to be more.
The fact that Jeff threw that in at the end tells me that maybe he feels that he's either heard something or otherwise. Because that to me is just that's a bit aggravating.
Well, Nick and the coaching staff were probably thrilled with the injury reports last year.
And again,
they probably credit that.
I'll continue to say that an injury that happens if a guy breaks his ankle in November, he's not less likely to break his ankle in a game in November if he didn't work in the summertime.
No, the only measurable injuries that you can do off
soft
of this
tissue, right?
is soft tissues. Yeah, it's pulled muscles, and I guess we didn't see a whole lot of that last year.
Didn't the Ravens lose J.K. Dobbins and one of their starting cornerbacks in the same day last year in camp?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was just like, well, their season's over. You know what I mean? So I think it's more that than it is preventative measures. It's just getting out of training camp healthy.
Yeah, I get it. I think getting out of training camp healthy is the most important thing, and the coaching staff's probably looking at it like these. For most of these guys, it's year 2 of our system, so the penalties shouldn't really be an issue. And we talked about it earlier today. I mean, they really should have started the season out 2-0. If they start the season out 2-0, no one really cares how much they worked in training camp or they didn't work in training
Unfortunately,
camp.
they didn't.
They didn't, but they won that first game. They dummied the Falcons. They came out. It was a winnable game in the second week, and they just crapped the bed. But I think they'll get it. They'll be all right. I actually kind of in favor of it.
Hey, be the office hero this week and order lunch from PJ's. You can save 20% off any lunch order placed online through PJ's Monday through Friday from 11 to 4. You can get some of those Jamie Lynch's Cool Ranch Dorito wings.
Mm-hmm.
Now through this Friday only, save 20% off any lunch order if you order it through PJ's, not through one of the meal delivery services.
Everybody loses in them.
That's a great deal. Take advantage of that. That'll help you out in a big way. All right, Pat, in your point of view, you want to empty the coffers a bit.
This is Pat's point of view. Here's Pat.
Let's dream, boys. Let's dream. Close those eyes.
Okay.
I dreamed a dream. And that dream was Juan Soto.
All right.
Is it going to happen? Probably not. But you heard Jim Salisbury earlier. This is from yesterday's show with Andrew Salchunas when he joined him, and he basically said, look, Dave Dombrowski isn't going to trade Griff McGarry. He's not going to trade McAble. He's not going to trade Andrew Painter. And then, we brought up Logan O'Hoppe. I think it was just a situation where he forgot to mention him. But those are your big 5. But I would empty out the entire prospect pool for this guy. Now, the problem with doing that is not only are you emptying out your prospect pool and you don't have anyone in the system that can pitch if you trade those 3 guys. And you do have some of these pitchers coming up on deals, but also you have to factor in that you're giving this guy probably a $550, $600 million contract.
Oh my God!
I'm going to ask you guys, would you do it? Because I wouldn't even think twice about it. I'm trading everybody they want, and I am then giving him a blank check.
I already made the deal.
Heartbeat.
Okay.
Yeah,
John. Come on, give me the hesitation.
I absolutely would potentially have an interest in if I knew that I was going to spend that kind of money, saving it for this offseason. And going after a Trey Turner or going after a Dansby Swanson or going after somebody like that. Cost less of an investment. You're not having to trade.
Say
So
it, Jamie.
I said to me, the money,
I'm
not trading anything, and I'm picking up a huge impact player.
This is when I love how your mind works, because if we all 4 would have run around and it's unanimous, it would have sucked, and that's the end of the conversation.
Right.
But I love the fact that you went with a more logical approach, because mine's the fanboy approach. Mine's the.
I don't think yours is necessarily a fanboy. When you're talking about Juan Soto, I don't think it is.
He's going to get him. Like
He's
the
brilliant.
haul that he is going to get. The Nationals should be able to set themselves up for years. We're talking like 8, 9 prospects. Herschel Walker type deal. And
Yes.
it's going to be interesting too, because I don't think he gets traded at the deadline. I think he gets traded in the offseason when compensation picks come out, and teams can trade compensation picks. They can't trade first-round picks, but they can trade those comp picks. And I think that's when you'll see teams really make a push for him. And I don't think the Phillies have a chance, because we've talked about their farm system.
Yeah, I don't think they have a chance either.
You got to make the call. And I would absolutely say, what do you want?
Yeah, I mean, if you financially know you can swing it, then I don't think there's any hesitation with giving up the picks, because you're eliminating the Mets, the Yankees, the Dodgers from him by making the trade. If you financially can swing it, I mean, look, if you gave up your top 3 prospects, O'Hoppe, Abel, and Painter, the chances any of those 3 get to any level near what Juan Soto is
probably very
slim to none.
Yeah,
slim to none.
Keep going. It'll take more than that.
Yeah, no, but I'm just saying top 3 as a starting point.
You also have to factor into the luxury tax situation. Now, they went over this year, and they've always said we'd be willing to go over for a special player. But if they have to add $25 million more onto the luxury tax, I don't know how much they would be able to stomach that. Now, what I love about this ownership and I love about John Middleton, he is willing to spend. Like, he doesn't care. He just wants to win. And I do think he'd be able to see that this guy is completely worth it and to make the move. But it would be interesting if every guy has a breaking point.
Okay, putting a bow on this, Pat.
You'd also have to get rid of probably Castellanos.
If I said to you could have Trey Turner this offseason and keep all those prospects.
Yeah.
Or you can have Juan Soto, give up everything you got to give up, and you don't have Trey Turner.
Oh, man.
I'll take the Trey Turner decision 1,000 times out of 1,000.
I think they go there.
That one's a lot easier.
If Washington is willing to take the package that I throw at them, then yeah, I got to do the Juan Soto. 23 years old.
Yeah,
that level of talent.
It is good.
But with both situations,
what would you do, Bob?
You can't go wrong.
If you can have Trey Turner this offseason, and you give up no prospects, or you can have Juan Soto and give up the farm.
Yeah, I'm farming it.
You're farming.
Yeah, I'm going to go. If I'm going to go in, and Trey Turner is going in, well, I'm going to go swim with the Sharks.
Okay.
I'm going to go all the way in.
No, you don't swim
take
with
a
Sharks.
Juan
You might
Soto.
get your 2 toes bitten off.
Yeah, you can have 2 toes bitten
Johnny's
Can I
laughing
choose
at you.
which toe to
I'm not
stay on?
laughing.
I know. Why? I can't believe you're laughing over
I'm not
this poor
laughing.
girl. She's down to 8 toes, John.
By the way, the reason
down to 8.
The reason Cowper knows the story, he was in the ocean at the time. The shark tried to bite him, but it couldn't get into the shorts because his shorts were so tight.
Too tight, yeah.
It actually protected him. So he's known for his tight clothing, this Matt Cowper.
The shark said, "Is that a fishing rod, or you just happy to see me?"
I mean, seriously.
I'm not touching this topic.
Yeah, please. Let's not discuss that. Let's do this though. When you're down, you may want to cook up a little Mako Shark, and Bob would be taking you cooking.
Fire up the grill and prepare to wow your dinner guests. It's time for Cooking with Cooney.
All right, this is a pet peeve of mine. I went to a cookout not long ago, and the person manning the grill was Joey Flipper.
Oh, no. No.
People, if there's a lesson to be learned here,
flip your burger once,
please
people.
be patient at the grill. Now, here's what you do. You have to get your grill up to the temperature that you like, nice and hot, whether it's gas, whether it's coal, charcoal, whatever it may be. Get your grill nice and hot. Once you put your steak down, your burger down, whatever you're cooking, don't feel the need to look at it, flip at it, Look, get a nice piece of steak. Here it is. Put it on a hot grill. You put it there for 4 minutes. Turn it.
Turn it?
Turn it, John. Turn it. If you have it facing you, turn it halfway so that you get beautiful grill marks on your steak. Another 2 minutes there, flip it over, do the same thing. 4 minutes, 2 more minutes. You can tell by the touchness. Everybody's seen the palm of your hand. The softer the meat is, the less cooked it is. The harder it gets, that means the more cooked it is. But you don't have to be there, Joey Flipper over there. Set it, put it down, your burgers, whatever. Let it cook. Flip once, you're good to go.
Okay, now
are we naming names on Joey Flipper here?
No, we'll just call him Joey Flipper.
Here's what I ask you, though, is I get confused sometimes with the thickness of the steak.
Yeah.
So is there a rule on minutes? Is there any kind of rule of thumb that you use basically on like an average, like a 1-inch cut or 1.5 inch?
Yeah, the thicker it is, the more you're going to go. So on an average piece of steak, I'm going about 5 to 6 minutes aside, and that'll take you to a nice. My family likes it well a lot of times, so you would cook it longer. I don't. So for my 5 or 6 minutes, I'm getting that perfect medium well cook is how I go for the 5 or 6 minutes. If it's thicker, yeah, you're going to have to be, make sure. But the pressing down on it, you don't have to do it with your fingers or thumbs. You can do it with your, with whatever you're using to flip
like
the burgers.
The tongue thing.
Sure. Another thing, stop mashing the things.
What do you mean?
I see people that are, constantly they're
searing it down?
smashing down the burgers. You're raising a flame. You know why? Because all your juices are dripping out. You don't want to squeeze your burgers, people. You're letting all the juice just pour right into your grill. No, you want the juice in your burger.
I hate when the
Put
juice
it
comes
down.
out of my burger a little early.
Yeah, you can't have the juice flowing early. It has to wait until it gets to your mouth, Pat. That's when the juice is
Premature
should flow.
juicelation.
Yeah, so put your burgers on the grill, let them sit, give them a couple of minutes, one flip, you're good to go. Do not smash them down. Also,
when you flip it, sometimes if you want to keep that moisture in, you put an ice cube on top.
An ice cube on top? Never,
I've
ever.
never heard of that.
No.
That's a Bobby Flay trick.
Yeah, you flip the burger, drop an ice cube on top. It keeps the moisture in. It melts. It's good.
The other tip is to before you put it on, you put your thumbprint in there.
Exactly, right in the middle of the burger. You make your burger the size you want it.
Okay.
How many times, John, have you put a burger on the grill and you get shrinkage?
Yes.
Not you, the burger.
No,
yeah,
exactly.
So in order to keep the burger from getting shrinkage, all you do is you get your thumb and you make an impression right into the middle of the burger, almost all the way through. That way, when you put the burger on the grill, it's not going to shrink up on you. It'll stay the size that you put it on the grill. These are things you need to know, John,
I like
because
that. That is really good.
I've heard of a lot of shrinkage happening at your house, and
I've heard that.
Yeah, so use your thumb, John, and shrinkage shouldn't be a problem
There we go.
anymore. Yeah, so be patient. Put your steak on the grill. Let it cook. Turn once. You're good to go.
There you
good to go. There it is.
And
you don't
I
need
like
to be
cooking
Joey
with
Flipper.
Kuna because you know what you've done with this. You've taken this to a level for guys like me, who aren't as skilled on a grill, who aren't as skilled. You haven't taken this to a level of making it where you're getting too difficult. These are
Not
tips.
yet.
These are tips that are really easy to follow.
You want my little cheese hack? It's simple.
What's a cheese hack?
So you get your square piece of cheese, you fold in each corner. Just press it over so it breaks and it folds on top. That way you don't get the cheese melting down the grill all the time. You save more cheese.
Can you do it again?
So here's your square for the YouTube
square
community.
cheese.
You
Okay.
just fold in each side like that.
And that keeps the cheese.
It won't melt off the side and drip down in the grill.
Wow.
Very good.
But wait a minute, though. When I see a square piece of cheese on a burger, I'm thinking it's that prepackaged crap.
There's good prepackaged cheese.
And you could put any kind of cheese on a burger.
If you're taking it out if you're taking cheese out of plastic, I'm out.
No,
I'm
like
cellophane.
Cracker Barrel does some prepackaged ones. It's not bad. There's a blue cheese square slice that's prepackaged. That's
Now
pretty good.
we get the Cracker Barrel, what they call the, it's like the pre-sliced Cracker Barrel.
Yeah.
Where it's in the container and all you do is take out 3 or 4 slices. And do it that way.
that's what I'm talking about.
That's a little different.
I'm not
So
doing
they-
craft.
Okay,
no.
good. You can't. If you're taking cheese out of cellophane, I don't want the cheese.
And people, you can grill anything and everything. Don't be afraid to try it.
No, you ever do Boursin on a burger?
Boursin?
Mm-hmm.
I have
no
not.
idea what you speak.
It's a great appetizer cheese. It's like a dipping spreadable cheese.
Really?
Put that on a burger. It'll knock your socks
What
off.
about putting cheese inside the burger?
I'm not against it.
Because I have friends who make they're known for their blue cheese burgers.
Well, I think blue cheese is the best because it doesn't melt at the same
and
rate.
they make a blue cheese burger that, and I do not even like blue cheese, but I liked the blue cheese burger was delicious.
Yeah, there's burgers you really can't go wrong in trying to do different things to them. Unless you put a tomato on there, then you screw
Oh, I
it all
love
up.
tomato. Fresh tomato? Oh, man.
But yeah, there's just anything. Now it's the time, and John, I'm going to bring you in some. I was thinking of you the other day.
Some
now
Jersey
is the
tomatoes?
time. No, not Jersey tomatoes.
Please.
Jersey corn.
Oh, I love Jersey corn.
So if you go to a local produce stand that grows their own corn, you're getting pure white Jersey corn right now.
Not
I got some
necessarily.
the other day.
You might be getting Lancaster corn. I'd ask.
That's why I say you go to the
You go
place
to the
that grows
place
their
that
own,
sells- that grows
not
their
that brings
own.
it in.
Yeah, okay.
Bob has
Ask.
stands on his block. Bob has 3 Jersey corn stands
Yeah, of
before
course.
he makes it to the highway.
Yeah.
There's fresh corn everywhere.
Because the places down the shore, on the way to the shore, we used to stop at and get Jersey corn.
No, but those are produce places, which, they have it shipped in. I don't know. They say it's Jersey corn. I go to places that has their own fields
they
that
have their
grow
own
their
fields
own
right
corn,
there.
Jamie.
They're not going to
Knee-high by the
Lancaster
4th of
County and
July.
driving it down.
Yeah, they don't have the Amish bringing it down in there.
Okay, a lot of
Come on,
Jersey
Jamie.
corn. There's a lot of stolen corn valor in Jersey. Lancaster makes some great corn.
Yes. Let's just dip our toe in the water of that topic a little bit.
Lancaster corn?
There you
I'll
go.
put it up against Jersey corn. You want to fight about it?
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Hey, we have.
I'll do a corn fight.
We still got a lot to get to. Bob wants to lock somebody up, and Jamie wants to tell someone stay away, I believe. It's the John Kincade Show. Thanks for hanging out with us on this Wednesday morning. I don't know why I'm laughing today. Here on 97.5 The Fanatic.
Hey, guys, did you know sleep apnea occurs in about 25% of men compared to only 10% of women? For every hour of quality sleep that a man loses, testosterone levels decrease by a significant amount. If you wake up in the morning feeling unrefreshed, fatigued, or tired, sleep apnea could be causing your testosterone levels to be low. Get checked now. Call Dr. Avidan Appel at Iron Mountain Men's Health. He and his team provide men of every age with tailored programs to treat low testosterone and ED. At Iron Mountain Men's Health, you meet with a physician who will make sure you receive customized treatment for your personal chemistry. Some patients even experience results after just the first visit. So call Iron Mountain Men's Health for a free consultation today. They offer financing for qualified patients and telehealth appointments for your convenience. Call 215-659-3770. That's 215-659-3770. Or make your appointment online at ironmountainmenshealth.com and tell them Bob Cooney sent you.
The John Kincade Show.
Talking sense into people isn't really my thing. In fact, I'm better at the opposite.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Hey guys, it's Andrew. Listen, it's a big deal to replace your roof. Trust me, I get it. You just don't want any company. You want roofing experts. So call New Look Home Design. They've installed over 40,000 roofs all over the country. On average, they install one roof every hour. So you know that they have the experience and professionalism that you're looking for. New Look offers same-day on-site or virtual estimates, whatever's best for you. They provide a 3D rendering of your home, showing you exactly what your new roof will look like, and every estimate includes line-by-line pricing, so you know exactly what you're paying for to the very last shingle. And in my opinion, best of all, they offer a lifetime warranty, so you know exactly that they stand behind their work. Through July 31st, get 50% off all roofing materials, plus no payments, no interest financing for 12 months. That's right. Get your new roof now and make no payments for a full year. If you need a new roof or are just exploring your options, take my advice and call New Look Home Design, the roofing experts. Call 800-279-5300 or visit them online, newlookhomedesign.com. That's nulookhomdesign.com, and tell them Andrew sent you.
If the best part of your workday is spent listening to us on your drive to work and back, maybe it's time your workday was spent somewhere else. Many of the companies you hear advertising on The Fanatic are hiring talented, hardworking people just like you. Visit the Fanatic job board at 975thefanatic.com/now hiring for links to career opportunities with our partners.
Pump Man Philly is now hiring experienced technicians. Pump Man Philly is a leading provider of water and wastewater pump service and repair, offering competitive wages, incentive programs, and great employee benefits. Pump up your career. Apply online at pumpmanphilly.com. Ferguson HVAC is hiring. Want to work for the leading wholesale distributor of HVAC parts, supplies, and equipment? Ferguson is actively hiring delivery drivers, warehouse associates, and sales support representatives. Check out ferguson.com/careers for job openings in your area.
These are just a few of our advertisers now hiring. Check out the full list at 975thefanatic.com/now hiring. We love working with these companies, and we're sure you will too.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate through the site within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. Just go to this exclusive web address, ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
With Philly Pretzel Factory, there are no wrong choices. But beware, everyone loves pretzels. So be sure to get enough for the whole gang. No matter how big or small your celebration might be, there's a party tray for you. To find your nearest Philadelphia store, visit PhillyPretzelFactory.com and click Find a Store. Pretzel Factory stores are ready and eager to serve you the hot, soft pretzel you've been longing for. Philly Pretzel Factory, where better gets made. Find your store at PhillyPretzelFactory.com.
And now coming in at number one. It's Kentucky Fried Chicken's $5 Mac and Cheese Bowl.
Mac and cheese and chicken and cheese. Mac and cheese and chicken and cheese. KFC. Mac and cheese and chicken and cheese. Mac and cheese and chicken and cheese. For $5.
Oh, yeah, baby. Order KFC's $5 Mac and Cheese Bowls on the app. Back for a limited time in original or spicy. That finger licking good. Price and participation may vary for a limited time only.
Car shoppers, with light inventories and heavy markups, is it even possible to find a fair deal out there? To be sure, Faulkner Buick GMC in Westchester is the region's trusted name for selection and savings, with no markups and nothing priced above MSRP. Fair, honest pricing has been our way for over 30 years. Find the perfect vehicle, whether you pre-order or drive it off the lot today at Faulkner Buick GMC in Westchester on Auto Park Boulevard and at FaulknerAuto.com. To be sure.
It's a fact. Only 0.0001% of people will ever step up to the plate as a pro baseball player. For the rest of us, there's BetRivers.com Sportsbook app. Featuring same-game parlays, you can combine the excitement of different bets all from the same game. Totals? Bet 'em. Spreads? Bet 'em. Player props? It's a home run. Download the BetRivers.com Sportsbook app today. It's a whole new game.
Presented by Rivers Casino Pittsburgh. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hey, it's John Kincade. You know, in just a few short weeks, we will be sending our college-bound student to start her first fall semester. You might be in the same boat. You're still not sure how you're going to pay for it all, are you? Take the stress out of paying for college right now. Go to collegeav.com. You can see all the different loan options in action with their student loan calculator. You can get an instant credit decision and your rate, and you apply in only 3 minutes. Build yourself a private student loan that keeps pace with your family's budget and your goals for your student's future. Go now to collegeav.com. It's a better student loan experience.
Hello? Whether you're at home or on the go, listen to 97.5 The Fanatic on Odyssey on your smartphone, Roku, LG Smart TV, Waze, and more. That's Odyssey, AUDACY. Check it out now. Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
Yep, this is really happening. You're listening to us knuckleheads instead of doing something that you could be productive in.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
All right, heard from 3 of our listeners who said they had no idea what a puffin was either.
Huh.
Adam Schefter and I both blind. Then I got the note from Mark saying, how could you seriously not know what a puffin is?
Yeah, I thought that was pretty common. Guess not.
Where are they common?
Alaska?
They have them at the zoo.
They do them at the zoo?
I found out.
I've seen the penguins at the zoo.
Pat got engaged.
Yeah, they had them at the Baltimore Zoo. They had puffins.
They did.
The Newfoundland area is where they're most common around us.
Really?
I like how you put a little stank on it. You didn't say Newfoundland.
No, Newfoundland.
Yeah.
Well, they don't say. Is it Newfoundland?
Newfoundland.
Newfoundland.
It's like one word. Newfoundland.
Sounds like a spread you'd put on some toast. Pass me the Newfoundland.
He's got a point.
Yeah. The Brittany coast of France, Iceland, Greenland, and northern Russia are the big puffin hotspots.
Okay, Malcolm is Mac. Mac is how he signs it.
What do you say, Mac?
But Malcolm's his name, and he goes, okay, why is everyone getting on you about giggling about the,
you can't
the shark
even get
story?
through it.
The shark story when Jamie brings up that she can't wear flip-flops anymore.
That's one's
and
a
no
fact.
no one even blinks
Because it's a fact.
But that's the more like
and
thing
it makes you laughing at it even the more reprehensible.
Well, I'm a flip-flop lover.
Oh, you are?
If I got stripped of my ability to wear flip-flops, I'd be devastated. So I felt for her that she can't wear them.
You want to really insult Jamie, you call him a shoebie.
Well, we knew that.
It always comes back to you, Jamie.
Hey, is that a penguin?
I fell for her. She can't wear flip-flops.
No, it's a puffin. You can see them here in Maine in the wild. Visit Maine.com, sponsored by the Maine Office of Tourism.
Did you know that the puffin, unlike the penguin, can fly?
Oh, so they're a superior penguin.
And it can travel at speeds of 55 miles an hour.
What?
Whoa.
Wait a minute.
Puffins can move.
Stuff.
How old are they? I mean, how big are they? The average
They're
puffin.
about 10 inches tall.
Okay, so they're really, really tiny.
But they can move, baby.
That's a leadoff hitter right there.
They resemble the penguin only kind of in color.
Well,
I mean, they
penguin
look
is
like,
not 10 inches.
Their heads and beaks are different.
Yeah, and they have like the body of a regular bird.
At 10 inches tall?
They just look like the penguin with their color scheme of the penguin.
Isn't a penguin like...
So they're a 10-inch bird?
Isn't an average penguin like...
Is a penguin a bird? I mean, I know it looks like a bird, but it...
Yes, isn't it?
Well, I thought the only flightless bird was the ostrich. If a penguin can't
Coach,
fly,
do you know stuff?
is it a bird? Can they?
Yeah.
Well, who can fly?
I don't know about that.
Wait a minute, penguins can fly.
I don't think
Why do they walk
I'm
so much?
sure they can hover. They can absolutely hover.
I don't know about
What?
that.
Wait a minute. Wait. I do not believe penguins fly.
No, I don't think so.
Technically, penguins cannot fly. Penguins are birds, so they do have wings. However, the wing structures of penguins are evolved for swimming rather than flying.
Yeah, so that's kind of a BS bird.
You ever see penguins get in a fight?
No.
Oh, it's bad.
Yeah?
How many-
Yeah, Penguin Fight Club.
Did you
it's
win?
Bad.
Did you win or did you lose?
Move on to the next topic, John.
Just going to make
Then
sure.
why does the ostrich get classified as the only flightless bird? That's BS.
That is BS. No, the people you listen to that say nonsense.
Well,
like
a lot
that
of people say that.
Yeah, you're.
Who
you're
are a
listening-
lot of people?
you're
I've
listening
seen
to
it.
all-
I've
and
seen
wide?
it.
Is it people far and wide?
Everybody here has heard it, right?
All of a sudden, you became a zoologist, huh? during
Has
that
everybody here heard ostriches are the
How
only
fast do you
flightless
think a
bird?
penguin can swim underwater?
22 miles an hour.
I'd go faster.
Yeah,
than
go
between
20 miles an
15
hour.
and 25 miles an hour.
Look at this bird knowledge over here.
Wow.
That's a fast bird.
By the way, has anyone else noticed a stronger police presence
At the
on
zoo?
the road on the roadways?
No.
No.
I swear to you,
I'm not on the roads a lot,
I
though.
swear to you, I did the ride from Chester County, 202 and 76, and never saw a police person except maybe once for the longest time. Now I'm seeing people pulled over constantly in the morning, like middle of the night. 5 in the morning, 4:30 in the morning, seeing people pulled over on the road, which, by the way, gives me great joy to see the policemen are out there, because I've seen more jackassery on 76 in the mornings, people doing 100. They have to be doing 110, blowing down that road. And I'm glad to see that the police are paying attention to it. But all of a sudden, I'm seeing people pulled over. I don't know if it's a summer thing. That
Quotas
they're
were
doing
due.
that. No, it's not quotas being due. I'm not trying to make that point. Coach, you see something with this?
No, speaking of birds, though.
Oh, okay,
I wanted
yes.
to say happy birthday to Ben Simmons.
You flipping him the bird?
Yes. Happy birthday, Ben.
You know what my favorite bird
Time
is?
for you to shut the up.
That I saw in the Galapagos? The red and blue-footed booby bird. I know it's hilarious, but these things are awesome. They dive from like 100 feet up in the air, and they bomb the ocean, and they grab fish that
So
way.
the fact that you actually have a favorite bird, and then
that you
combine it
went
with
to
the
the
fact you went to
Galapagos Islands.
The red-footed
Islands,
boobies.
It's very much Jamie on.
Yeah,
this
there's-
is on brand.
This is
Pat.
a lot to take in with Jamie.
That's my
Pat,
favorite
it's on
bird.
brand though with Jamie.
I get excited when I see an Oriole in my backyard, but you're going to the Galapagos Islands to
Seeing the
see
blue-footed boobies.
Yeah, the boobies.
By the way, there are Orioles everywhere on golf courses this summer.
Are there a lot of
Remember, we
boobies
saw
in-
them out. We saw them out in Bluebell. This past weekend, I saw 3
Yeah.
out at Inniscrone. I mean, there's a ton. The Orioles are everywhere.
I don't see Orioles very often.
But all of a sudden, I'm seeing a bunch of them.
I got a cardinal in my backyard that's majestic.
Somebody dead visiting you. That's good.
Yeah?
That's good luck.
Cool.
That's good luck.
Wait, what?
You have a cardinal in your backyard.
Hey,
Somebody
hangs out.
visiting you.
Is this why I never
Is that
get?
right?
Yeah.
I never heard that.
I got a
Invited
family
over?
of cardinals.
Yeah, because
You do? That's great luck for the Cooney
I'm
family.
a Cardinal Doherty Cardinal, and I never get invited over to anyone's house.
See, there you go.
That
Hey, you're
hurts.
always welcome. I sent you a picture the other day. I said, come on over, buddy.
I stopped on by, and I could literally hear you guys saying hi. He doesn't know
All
I'm
right.
here.
Hey, Bob Cooney in his corner wants to lock somebody up.
Now, let's see what's in Cooney's corner.
Yeah, I think I heard. I think it was you last week when I was out, John, saying
Might have
something
been a fever dream.
about. Could have been, but it's funny. I thought I heard you say that. I heard somebody else bring it up, and I just thought I'd address it. And it's about Rob Thompson and whether you should sign him, make him your manager. Here's my thinking. 2 thoughts on it. You brought him in here, and look, are his X's and O's like so outstanding that he's that much better than Joe Girardi? I don't know. Probably not. It's more of what he isn't doing that to us makes him seem better than Girardi, right? He's not sticking guys in certain situations all the time, come hell or high water. No, he changed it. He's changed it up. Knable's no longer your closer. Good move. Like, he's not done a lot of X's and O's things. What I think that we'll all agree on is bringing Rob Thompson in has brought a better feeling to the clubhouse. And guys,
no, there's not a question about that.
guys say that they're having fun. We're having fun again with each other. They're basically saying it was no fun before. It's fun being here. Okay. Well, guess what? In Schwarber Castellanos, Harper, Real Muto, your core guys, they're going to be here for a while. They're all signed to contracts 4 and 5 years down the road. All right, why not say, hey, the guy that makes you feel good coming every day, guess what? He's going to be here for a couple of years, too. I would sign Rob Thompson right now to give the club that just extra feeling of, oh, good for you, man. Good for you.
I want to see this play out.
Baseball.
I don't want to see. What if this team, Bob, what if this team the rest of the way plays 70 games? What if they go 30 and 40? Well, what if they go 28 and 42? I don't want to jump the gun on this.
You hire somebody without having anything under their belt. Is that jumping a gun? Like you brought Joe Girardi in here. Okay, yeah, he managed the Yankees, and you said it before, a team that just buys themselves great players all the time. Well, you didn't know what he was going to be like as a National League manager, but you did it. I think if the guys feel good about him being in the clubhouse, how much better they're going to feel if they say, you know what, especially you core guys who are going to be here for a few more years, you're going to have this good feeling for a couple of years, too.
Okay.
I would sign him up now. I meant to bring this up right before the All-Star break because I would have done it during the All-Star break if I was the Phillies. A little feel good. He's done a great job. You guys like him. Here we go. Thumbs up moving forward.
I'm a heartless bastard. I guess I got to see more.
Yeah, there's just no need.
I got to see this team.
You don't have to do it. That's not what I'm saying.
I want to see them finish.
That's why I wait.
I want to see them finish the drill, and if they have another, let's say by Labor Day, Bob, they win another 20 out of 30, something like that. I'm in. Then I'd be in.
Yeah,
I just.
What is this?
Feel good.
Feel good. It makes you feel good.
I would just do it. I would do it before because then you can wait and see things out, and then it's going to be expected. I think if you unexpectedly did it, you're showing a vote of confidence not only in him, but you're saying to your guys, it means something to us as an organization that you guys are happy with this guy.
But you're kind. You're Bob Cooney. You are kind. So you're looking out for Mr. Thompson.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind if they signed him. I really wouldn't.
I don't think you should.
Yeah.
Mind it. Now, you know what, though? We have a linchpin, too, where Jamie thinks that somebody may make a move.
He's just going through all of his feel-good songs.
What is going on?
This is the linchpin.
It's getaway day for Egan.
It is. Yeah, we'll give him a break.
Look, I'm going to say, we are all over the damn show sheet. All over today. I don't know what's going on.
That's a fair point.
We're going from Cooney's Corner to Cooking with Lynches to Penguins and Puffins and everywhere. So I don't know what's going on.
That's a fair point.
I'm trying to fade in, feel-good music here, and next thing you know, you just abruptly ended, and now we're in a linchpin?
It's chaos.
What do you got, Jamie?
There's over 60 flightless birds?
Yeah, so why do you listen to idiots?
Why
do you listen to idiots? I've never heard of that.
Ostriches being the flightless bird is the most common flightless bird.
Look, that's what they taught you at
My
LaSalle.
whole life's a lie. Question everything, John.
If you had went to O'Hara, you would have known these things, but you went to LaSalle.
Big ostrich lobbyists got to everybody and perpetuated this lie.
Jamie, how old were you when you had your awakening?
I was today years old. 60 flightless birds. That's crazy. Anyway, yesterday, Dan Patrick dropped a pretty big nugget out there. The LIV Tour is in a real interesting spot now. All the majors are done. A lot of these LIV golfers are now contemplating playing on the Asian Tour, which I believe still counts for the FedEx Cup points. So it's kind of like their get-around of the PGA.
Like a workaround, yeah.
Yeah. So that's the talk now. Now that the majors are over, some people are speculating is that the LIV and the PGA could ultimately join forces if they lose enough guys. And if that happens, they're saying the guys that are doing the cash grab now are kind of smart because if that happens where LIV and PGA Tour join forces, the PGA guys won't get signing bonuses, essentially. So the guys now getting the signing bonuses could eventually, that's for another day. But the LIV is making big moves. This is a big week for LIV because the British Open is over. Cam Smith, the champion of the British Open, already been questioned about it. There's speculation there's a $110 million offer for him.
With his answer, I'm fully convinced
I think he's
going because he cowardly, got pissed about being asked the question.
$110 million offer for him. That's a big blow to the PGA. Now, LIV's already done better than I thought they would.
Really?
If they get a Cam Smith, which is one of the young building blocks of the PGA, I think that's a big Jenga piece removed from the PGA Tower. So that's an interesting one to watch for. The other piece of news right after the British Open was that David Faraday, one of the media faces of golf, is
love
gone.
Faraday's
I like
coverage.
Faraday too.
I do
Love him.
too.
And he's gone. He's going to work for the Live Tour. Yesterday, Dan Patrick dropped a bombshell in terms of sports media that our own beloved Charles Barkley could possibly leave for the Live Tour. Now, I would imagine they'd have to offer Barkley like 150 to 200 million or something, because he stands to possibly lose a lot of money in endorsements, and not only but his TNT contract. So they'd have to make it worth his while. This guy makes a lot of money in endorsements. If he goes to the Live Tour, I'm going to say they're viable, and the PGA should be worried.
I got a pretty good source on this story.
I would think you do.
Charles does not have the ability to just say, I'm leaving TNT to go work for another entity.
Well, you can always break a contract, can't you?
Yeah, but they can't go work for another media outlet.
For how many months?
You have a contract with CBS.
How many months?
No, you have a contract that runs years.
Yeah, non-competes are a thing, but
you can't. No, when you break a contract with, if you had a contract for 3 more years with CBS, you can't just say, I quit CBS, and then go, oh, I'm taking a job with NBC. They'd sue your ass, and you're done. You cannot do that. So,
Dan Patrick's not saying it for no reason.
Could it be in addition to his TNT stuff?
Well,
sure.
But TNT would have to be okay with that, right?
Well, no. I believe, here's what I would tell you. The guys on that show all have great flexibility to do other projects in media.
Because that's if TNT lost him, they're losing the heart and soul of that show.
Okay, where they do not need permission is what I will tell you in broad terms. They do not need to ask permission to go do Shaq's doing an HGTV show where they're like, or a CBS show where they're helping people, doing renovations.
But that's not even sports.
It's not
that
even
one I get.
You get the freedom to do other
But
things.
does TNT, are they going to be okay if Barkley's like, well, yeah, I'm going to go do this in addition to?
I don't know. But
the Live is way more viable than I ever thought they would be. And shame on me because they're throwing around hundreds of millions of dollars to these people. But Henrik Stenson, the captain of the European Ryder Cup team, left this week too. Like, there's going to be a lot of ripple waves coming from this move. And if Charles Barkley goes, I mean, he's probably the biggest figure in sports media.
Well, he is the star of that show.
Oh, absolutely. He brings Live Tour a lot of credibility. A lot. And it wasn't the FedEx Cup I was talking about. Thanks to Matt Deckard on YouTube. Hit the world ranking points. So that's their getaway around there. The PGA Tour is kind of screwing up. And they didn't take this as seriously as I think they should have. And the Live Tour now they're formidable.
Well,
if they get
what could they have done?
They would have had to increase money.
Yeah. I mean,
that's the only way.
They're not going to come close to what they're offering.
No, but they have to do something.
Yeah.
I mean, Ernie Els, I think it was just today or yesterday, said, basically you're having a 3-day tournament with no cuts. Like, that's not golf. So there still is those guys that are entrenched in the...
And you're being...
It's like a scramble.
And you're being paid to show up.
But I also saw something yesterday that said Adidas, Nike, and AT&T maybe... 3 big sponsors were going to buy teams on the Live Tour. This is now becoming something the PGA really needs to concern themselves with.
This is
it's big news.
And this is part of Trump's revenge. Donald Trump's behind a lot of this.
Well, his course hosted the second one.
The polling course said there's one in North Jersey, right? The last one. Is that the one coming up next weekend?
Yeah.
Comes up next weekend. My cousin Matt is going. He told me he's got tickets to it, and I said, young Matt, I'm still not comfortable with it in the least, but the greatest golfers in the world.
Look, there's the Saudis back a lot of businesses we don't even know about.
That's fine.
Like, they have a 5.5% share of Uber. So if you're going to take Uber, you know what I mean?
No. Not nearly the same. Not nearly the same comparison to say.
When they're financially bailing out companies that are failing here, I mean, how's it different?
Because you're not going directly to work for them. We go in there, we work for Chuck D'Amico and Joe Bell. We're not taking our money from the Beasleys. We're not taking money directly from them. That is completely different.
Uber's taking money directly from them.
That's completely different.
We use
Uber.
In an Uber. A lot of companies. I'm just saying.
You get it. Look who's here, Andrew Salchinas. You've been doing a great job,
Wait,
Chinas.
Bruce doesn't cut you a check on the side?
I think he does.
We talk once a month. And
He
he just
might
cuts
do
me a
that,
check
see?
on the
Doesn't he?
side.
Yeah.
Barkley could be bouncing.
Yeah, I know. I saw that yesterday.
Huge news.
Which, if you're NBA on TNT, you start sweating.
Yeah.
Now, I remember there was a report last year that he kind of said, he could be done soon, and this was before the Live Golf thing.
Yes.
But now, if you're NBA on TNT, you're like, oh damn, we got to.
If they're throwing $200 million in your face.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Good luck.
Well, good morning, everyone.
How are you doing?
I'm doing good. It's another beautiful day.
You've been doing good. You and Tom sounded
Thank
really
you.
good yesterday. Really, really interesting stuff. We played a couple bites from the Jeff McClain interview and
that's
the
good.
Jim Salisbury, too.
Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate
Really,
that.
really good.
Thank
I
you.
got very worried when Jeff McClain dropped that little nugget on you at the very end saying it might even be less practicing this year.
Yeah.
I
and
really...
Listen, it's changing. It is changing, right? Even OTAs weren't as long as what they normally are. So,
But they're the most lackadaisical as far as the approach to it in the entire NFL.
yeah, Sirianni has his way of doing things, and we'll see how it works out. You have a very young team. You have a very new team. But
A team that was unprepared to start last season and didn't really warm up till late October.
Yeah, and I was one of those people that were upset that Hurts and Devontae didn't play with one another in the preseason because, you all right?
You smell that too?
No.
Smell what?
I'm looking over
Don't worry
at you,
about
and you're like a
What's
dog.
the problem?
You're like a dog sniffing around.
What is the problem?
Are you okay?
Are you having a stroke?
Did somebody bust ass?
No.
No.
All right. Guess it's my upper lip.
Anyways,
My gosh.
I was concerned that Hurst and Devontae didn't play with one another in the preseason.
I didn't think you
last year.
saw me sniffing. Sorry.
I saw you like a dog.
Oh my gosh.
I got punched in the face with
My
a terrible
dog,
smell.
my dog goes up to the cat every day to sniff his butt. That's what you kind of look like just now.
Dog went up to the cat.
Oh, every day. They love each other.
They're tight.
Yeah, they're tight.
What are the names?
Lilia is the dog, and then Mr. Whiskers is the cat.
Who was there first?
Mr. Whiskers.
Mr. Whiskers was there first, and Mr. Whiskers had no problem with a dog being incorporated into his environment?
Probably because we got Lilia when she was like 6 weeks old, so he was bigger than her. He's a 14-pound cat, so he's a fat cat.
Do you ever just call him Whiskers, or do you always have to say Mister?
Every once in a while, like if he's in trouble, I
You'll
say
bring
Mister.
out the Mister.
Whiskers.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But no,
Right.
he was like twice the size of the dog before she started growing up, and so I think they kind of got acclimated that way. And then she sprung, and it was different.
That's why I have to
but-
say, Nikki Foles, get over here.
Yeah, see, Mr.
As a, just
Mr.
Nikki,
Whiskers.
you can use it, but if you want to get stern,
Yes, yeah, exactly. You
Nikki
know.
Foles off that couch.
Problem is, cats don't listen, so he just kind of looks.
Cats
at
are
me.
mean.
No, he's a nice cat. He just doesn't listen.
Cats climbing up on your counters.
Yeah.
Walking where you prepare food.
Christy does not like that.
Yeah, I mean, who
had
would
many-
like
we've
that?
had many of an
Why would
argument.
anybody like that? They walk in litter boxes and they walk all over your counters.
I hope she's not listening because she'll be like,
It's the truth.
Yeah, John, you tell him.
And it's the truth.
I know, and then I wipe it down.
Yeah, but you're constantly wiping it down?
Not all the time.
It's just like
You want to come over for dinner
cats
tonight?
walking poop and stuff, and then
Dogs
they walk
eat
all over your
poop,
couch.
and then they lick
And then
you.
No,
lick
they
your
don't.
face.
When are dogs eating poop?
Are you serious?
There are rabbit turds in my
Where?
backyard
Where?
that she eats all the time.
Dogs
man.
eat tons of poop.
Dogs eat tons of poop.
Yeah.
Dogs
My
put their
dog does
mouths
not
on
eat poop.
anything.
Yeah.
My dog does not eat
Every
poop.
dog I've ever had has eaten poop.
Yes.
My dog does not eat poop.
She
They
sees
like
the
to go
rabbit
smell
turds
their
and she
own
goes,
poop.
ooh, chocolate chips.
Deer
And she
poop,
goes
their
to it.
own
Jeez.
poop, other dogs' poop.
Well, you need to clean up that
Well, no,
backyard.
I don't let her eat other dogs' poop.
No, that's disgusting.
It's happened.
Really?
Yeah.
Gosh.
Yeah, no.
Jamie
Not for
also
us.
thought there was only one flightless bird, so don't trust
There's over
anything you're
60.
hearing from him.
Yeah.
His life has been a
60.
lie
See,
up until now.
Ostrich.
He didn't go to.
Who taught you that?
Everybody says the ostrich is the only flightless
What
bird.
about the
Everybody
emu?
says it.
Yeah.
Emus
Come
don't
on, man.
fly.
You
the
don't-
penguins? The penguins don't fly.
Andrew, he didn't go to Temple.
No, of course. Temple made Temple
That was my
proud.
safety
Hey.
school.
Yeah.
We look forward to seeing you, Pat Egan, when you return. We love you, and we're going to miss you. We love you, Pat. Enjoy a little well-deserved time off for Pat Egan. And remember to support life-saving cancer research. Join us and our generous partner, All Seasons Comfort Control. Make a donation today to the AACR, the American Association for Cancer Research. Go to 97.5thefanatic.com/AACR because cancer research saves lives. I don't know what you're going to hear about tomorrow with puffins and birds that fly and sharks that bite, but we'll be back tomorrow. Be with us, John Kincade Show on The Fanatic. Have a great day, everybody.
The John Kincade Show.
If you don't like it, go on the internet and complain.
On 97.5 The Fanatic. Philadelphia.
Hi, it's Cuz. Is your summer weight loss plan not working out as well as you hope? Look, hope is not a strategy. This is what you got to do. Contact NJDiet.com today. They will contractually guarantee you will lose 20 to 40 plus pounds in only 40 days. Just go to NJDiet.com. Their program starts with bioenergetically personalized supplements that are based on your saliva, your hair, and your blood work. And then NJ Diet uses DNA testing to create your ideal diet plan and workout regimen to help you keep the weight off. You're not sure you can do it alone? NJ